options, but Poppy not even going to be selected, and Wukong will be prioritized here by Pyosik.
Yeah, it's been really popular in solo queue, and I feel like the priority in the LCK Cup has been rising as well off this game. So that, yeah. Good thing that wasn't my final answer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Punga, and I'm like, wait, that's fine. I mean, he's a rookie.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that brutal.
He's probably nervous.
He's
like,
up in farm still.
He does, yes.
Oh, it's up to 2 gold. They found him.
And the flash comes in, but Canyon still has flash, but now Canyon's in a rough spot. He's getting burst down. His first blood that goes to Pungan in his first.
And now, DMFreak's looking towards the grubs. We'll get 1, and we'll look for more. Ruler and Juro just trying to scare them away, but they're not really phased too heavily.
W2D TP'd. So that rocket almost stole it, by the way. That second one. Ruler TPs, or not Ruler, W2D TPs, and Pungan now has to run down.
I want real-life chickens. I want them to train the chickens to
Yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty difficult, so I don't know. That's why I said anime. All right, flash away, but you're against Rakan. You're not getting away. And down he goes. This dive is more of a let's kill the turret as soon as we possibly can, and they will be able to do that because Sante eventually should die, right? Keen Sante not going to hit the Q3 on a life who just dodges it. His flash? Trade of a couple of their flashes for Chovy's flash?
Yeah, and I think that signal not to go for the fight. Dudu has had his mega proc. He's about to be exhausted. You've been all of your big tools and didn't find anything.
Dudu coming back, wants the TP, wants some help. Pyosik nearby as well. Keen Sante kind of missing a lot in the Q3 as well. Not going to land here. Dudu just gets out, and a ton of damage comes out from Pungan and Pyosik. And so it is traded back. But at least the Rift Herald will go to the farming Canyon, who does pick up another objective, but this turret also going to go the way of DNF.
Yeah, feels like Keen missing more skill shots than we typically expect of him on a champion he has been so proficient with. And yeah, I think
Genji on the Dragon, Ocean Soul Point. I said they wouldn't fight over it. They're all going all in. Pyosik knocking up everybody, but he's super low. And Kasante in the backline is totally fine, but Dudu just got here, and now it's a 5v5. But everybody on the side of Genji, the kick is massive from Canyon, but it might not matter. Dudu in that backline, not able to quite do enough damage, but Pungan as well, still alive, full health, but he doesn't have a front line anymore. The knockup comes in, and Pungan, so sad for him. He gets Ruler. You know, in the AD carry position, this Corki seems to be fine from ahead. He's doing a lot of burst damage. He's already got a couple of items. As now we will be fighting over this Arakan. We got 5v5, but Dudu's less than half health with no Narbar. And they're putting themselves in a position where they cannot retreat, actually. So they kind of have to go for the steal. Pyosik trying to get close. Can he get in there? Canyon getting pretty low himself. Has to get out, but look at Keen just tanking it up, and they get the sweep on a Pungan as well. Down goes the Victor, and Berserker is alone. The entire front line gets shredded by, of course, the Penta man, and it gets stolen by Chovy. I was looking on stage, you actually see big versions of the webcams. Chovy's got a giant smile. So a lot of discussion, obviously, about the Penta situation. Ruler was not happy.
I think at this point of the game, there's going to be more discussion about that than actually playing out the game. I think Genji got this one pretty on lock, but no Pentas for Ruler on this one, unless something crazy happens from here on out.
Oh, that arrow, jeez. I mean, they have Arakan buffs, so it doesn't matter. Just sending it, and there you go. Nice little sweep. Catches a very juicy target. The Ash will go down, and that is a couple for the Corki. Once again, Ruler up to 7-0. And he could have even more kills if he didn't get so many assists as well.
Yeah.
Did he carry
imagine if he was...
Oh, man.
I've seen 804, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
Like that specific one extra kill.
806? There you go.
He could have been 905. That one specific extra kill. I think
that is
the one I'm talking about.
This game is totally falling apart. I mean, just 2 gigantic team fights. The one that led to Genji getting position on Arakan, and then, of course, the Arakan fight. A huge difference in terms of levels in the jungle. I guess all of that farming from the side of Canyon has paid off by the end of it all. And obviously,
it seems pretty cooked at this point. I think, you know, DMFreaks, they kept it relatively close throughout the game, but I think the problem with playing against if Corki was to lose from here, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you know, I don't think it's going to happen, Dan. I think they got this one, actually. The damage from Ruler alone is enough. And Pyosic's like, well, maybe... No, never mind. They have Cassante as well.
Ocean Soul Cassante as well. As if with Spirit Visage. As if he wasn't unkillable enough already.
Actually unkillable. And, you know, it really just shows you the strength of Bro as well. The fact that they were able to take down a team this strong. DNF and Bro, same scoreline, 1 and 2, but Bro are just built different.
That's what the Bro tax pays for.
Yep. And this game looks like it's a totally different tier. Like, Gen.G actually playing to a top level. DM Freaks, they were competing while nothing was happening.
They just can't do anything. You have no op. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, apparently Chovy also said, I thought Lee Sin got a kill. So he thought that it wasn't a penta angle. That's why he was saying it's not a penta, it's not a penta.
That's a good cover. That's
fantastic excuse, Chovy. Wow, nice engage here from Duro. Gonna catch both carries at the same time, forcing both the flashes. Obviously, it doesn't matter all too much. That's a nice little whiff, as they are certainly playing with their food here at the end of the game. Gen.G are so insanely ahead. No! Cover your eyes! Oh,
cut the clip.
Safe. And they got the kill at the end as well. It's like 20,000 gold ahead. Gen.G.
And
it feels like Galio wins. Galio and Poppy wins that 100% of the time.
My concern is that Gen.G kind of really only have 1 damage threat. So if, I mean, it's a big if, but if Ruler dies, what is he's pumping that? It just, you know, it took some time. He had a good ult. It's just difficult, right? And then
Chovy, the LCK.
Not since he came back. Hasn't got a single one in the LCK Cup.
That's true. Pyosic's in a lot of trouble here. I think he might just die. Does he even bother to flash? Nope, he doesn't. First blood.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Wukong is that I think you could have just taken a different path completely, so you wouldn't have even been exposed.
Yeah.
But
in game 1, there was a lot of back and forth, a bit of trading. You know, it was... They're trying to get this first turret. Who's going to actually pick it up? Looks like it should go the way of Gen.G. There it goes.
That's your feats.
I have found the feats, and they're on the side of Gen.G. It's all just solo. Like that, all the damage, all the gone health, that's all from Ruler. And now Keen's doing his job. Okay, I ult away the key target. I press my W. That's it. The engage comes in. The front line is gone. The damage is there. The vials right onto Pungyan as Dudu desperately tries to get on the Ruler, but the dragon to death. And there you go. Third Drake to their side. They have the Rift Herald on Canyon as well. Probably just going to drop it in mid at some point. There it is. And here they go.
Stole that minion from Ruler.
There they did. And maybe something here. Trying to really pressure the turret. They're going to get the turret. TP's coming in behind them, like escorting Pungyan away from the fight. And they say, well, we've got the poke advantage, so why don't we just go ahead and poke? Now that we have Ruler's items online, a bit of a combo here. Nice hook onto Duro, but the front line is still so tanky. Canyon has to flash over the wall. Ruler is going to get engaged on, but the Galio ult right on top of everybody. Let's see if we can get Dudu to do something on this Ambess. He's being burnt to a crisp by the Ezreal, just so incredibly fast. And Keen is going to
just press W.
Well, he's just going to do that and knock into the wall. There you go. Knocks the Nautilus away, knocks the Ambess.
Yeah,
that I've seen in a long time.
It'd be a different story if they had 3 dragons and this was their soul, but you're just stalling out Gen.G's soul. Like, the small bit of armor and MR is not going to really make a difference. So, Gen.G handling that one pretty masterfully. Very patient. Keen doing a great job of kind of playing body block and denying any access. Now they can look for even more. You know, the expectation is DM Freaks have to go towards the dragon. He's getting in a tower as well. Gold lead ballooning at this point. And what can DM Freaks do? You engage on them, they die, they'll just respawn. You'll probably lose more yourself.
It's so funny, we have like so many passionate fans here for Gen.G, and generally whenever like any objective is taken, they'll like go crazy, start clapping. You know, Gen.G got the Otacon and they're like the slightest little golf clap. They're going to be happy about this, though, because Berserker is kind of just all alone, and Duro's like, I'll just let you 1v1 him, bro.
What?
And then he runs in. How about a free Baron? as Pyosik gets knocked away and DM Freaks run away.
Yeah, not much you can do there.
Well, Life's dead. Maybe the disengage cone. He does get an ult off, and finally, DM Freaks decide to push their buttons. The Ambessa gets in the back line, trying to take out Duro, but Keen flashes in and knocks her into the wall. Just perfectly played. Keen's Poppy has been excellent. And this game is pretty much over from here. Ruler wants another one, but he will not have it. At least gets the flash out of Berserker.
The only positive of that situation was that the Atacam buff timed out, so Duro actually died. That's the only positive for DM Freaks.
They actually got him.
They actually got him. Other than that, they're just getting clapped. There's no other way to spin it. Genji reeling after the loss to Bro.
Fed Corki like attacking.
He also
people, you know?
didn't get a pentakill.
He also didn't get a pentakill, so honestly, I don't think he deserves it.
Whereas Keen is about to... No, he's not.
We only have 2 media votes now, so we can actually, you know, have balanced votes. So I think that Keen...
Oh my God, look at
the
game's pretty won.
They just attacked him. They just killed him. It just happened. Like, that's the way this game is going. They're just killing them. It's cover your eyes. It's just desperation from the DM Freaks now. As the taunt comes in and Jovi's assassin Galio as a tank, I guess. There's another one. And Keen's going to get the kill. Very deserved. Looking for the final one. That's another knock into the wall. And he will pick up the kill as well. Finally, thankfully, I'd even say, this game is over. Genji unceremoniously just bought the DM Freaks over the head. And they make them look not very good. But it is just Genji who are quite strong. And they are back.
So hyped when they beat HLE earlier, and Genji just like... I feel maybe it's as a result of their loss against Bro. It's like all business now.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Or maybe
I respect it.
Maybe Ruler just had a massive rant after getting the penta stolen. Just like
he had like a total breakdown backstage.
Unacceptable.
It was just like really awkward.
You took my penta.
Everybody's like, wow, this guy's really hardcore. We didn't know that.
Well, they should have known that. He's been on the team before. Yeah. Especially Chovy, you know? Well, anyway.
I think that, okay, Canyon's going to win it. The crowd seemed pretty surprised by that. I'm pretty surprised by it. I guess it's because of his Lee Sin performance in the first game, which was quite good.
Yeah, his fight was fine as well.
Sure.
I mean...
Who'd you vote for?
I went for Keen.
Oh.
Because I thought the Poppy ult's really big. And his Cassante team fighting. He had that little bit at the start. I can understand why people wouldn't vote for him, because at the start he had missed some abilities, which is a bit... But he kind of came back with it in the team fights. And then his Poppy game, he just kept finding the targets he wanted with the ult every single time.
Yes, Cassante was good. His Poppy was great. I think, again, pretty unceremonious from Genji. They made it look very straightforward. Their coaches really straightened them up. And maybe Ruler did as well. But guys, we have the interview ready to go right now. I'm going to hand it over to Deer for the translation.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Deer for the LCK W2D3 interview translation, joined by Canyon on the side of Genji. Congratulations. Thank you. This is Genji's third victory. How do you feel? It's great to win with a 2-0. And yeah, it's been a really long time since I've been on the stage for an interview. Yeah, in the Korean analyst desk, Rascal said that it made his day from seeing you play so well. So how satisfied are you with your play? I feel like I made less mistakes today, so I think I'm pretty content. And in game 1, with Ruler's Corki getting up to Quadra, all it took was stepping aside to let him get his penta, but it was robbed by Chovy. So was Ruler disappointed about it at all? You know, Chovy and Keen actually saw that we got Atakan from the kill walk, so they actually weren't aware. So I think they genuinely just didn't know. So Canyon, if it was up to you, would you let Ruler have his penta? You know, I think I would always try to let my teammates get penta, because there's not a lot of times, not every day you get a penta. It just creates a good memory.
네?
Do you want to say anything to Chobi
진짜
then?
몰랐을 거예요. 아마 그래서 뭐
You know, I'm just going to say Chobi really should probably didn't know. He probably genuinely didn't know. And in game 2, you know, Canyon, you were working really hard for that enemy Kai'Sa kill, and Duro came swooping in to snipe and KS you.
미안 이렇게 말해서
Did you know?
말하는데
Oh yeah,
솔직히 뭐
he took the kill and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry." But to be honest,
그게 의미 있나 싶기도 해서 뭐 네. 뭐
you know,
괜찮았습니다.
like every kill, that kill in particular wasn't very meaningful, so it was okay. You know, just in case you missed it, let's take a look at Duro's face again.
듀로 선수가 이렇게까지 눈치를 보는 거.
That guilty look on his face. Were you aware?
재밌는
You know, I only
좋습니다.
listened to his voice, but you know, what a fun moment.
장로 그룹입니다. 이제 1승만 달성을 하면
And
장로
Group
그룹이
Elder is now at 12 wins.
한마디
So just
해볼까요?
one win is all it takes for
분들이
Group
너무
Elder to secure the
잘해줘가지고,
winner's
네.
spot. So
정말 든든하게 보고 있고요.
yeah, Group Elder has been
일승
doing really well,
네,
and they're so reliable.
넘어서
They've been
다
doing
이겼으면 좋겠습니다.
great,
네.
and I hope
그리고
that
설 연휴에
we are
이렇게
able
많이
to
찾아주신
secure
팬분들께도
all the
한마디
wins,
부탁드릴게요.
the rest of the
일단
wins.
설 연휴
And any word for the fans?
일 텐데
for the holiday?
이렇게 응원 와주셔서 정말 감사드리고
You know, it's going to be Lunar New Year,
건강하고 좀 즐겁게
and
보내시길
I'm so
바랍니다.
grateful that you guys are all
감사합니다.
here. I
네,
hope you have a
다시
great
한번
holiday.
축하드립니다. 캐년 선수 인터뷰였습니다.
And that's the end of the interview with
나와주세요.
Canyon, and back to the space. Thank you.
And I actually think this is a pretty heads-up pick. So the Maokai works well, specifically because it is an engaged pick. You know, it is providing what D+ need, but it's not really counteracted by Poppy. There's not much Poppy can do to stop what a
Fighting
Maokai.
very aggressively. You see he drops aggro by hitting the minion, and now he's got Xiu, who's level 1, but I think this might be enough damage. The Harpoon is going to miss, though, and Barrel flashes away. He's in a lot of trouble. Oh, he got first blood! He's able to get it anyway. Peanut, of course, will be able to take him down, but at least the feat of strength does go away.
Oh, he has
This
some
time,
flash.
though, he doesn't have flash, and that's in Italy with red buff. He's not getting away from this. The knockback is going to be critical, but does he even have it? The answer is he's not. Here are going to be taken by How Life Esports. Lucid is nearby, and he would love to deny one.
They've gotten 2 without smiting though, so the third's an easy pickup. Mid lane, and also the fact that aiming has this additional pressure. He's level 6, he has the Dirk. Does result.
Flash away from the spear. I just don't know if it matters, though, because another spear is coming, and Maokai is here. As in they go with the damage. Barrel flashes away. We got to dive in the top lane. 2Xiu in a lot of trouble here against 3, but Peanut tanking up the turret shots, and it gets traded back.
More damage than they have, catching him off guard.
Yeah, now you look at DK's position. They traded better in the dive situation. They're going to get all 3 grubs for themselves. Back as far as he possibly can. Showmaker, though, is going to dodge back, but Delight is here. The knockup comes in. Flash away as Zeka is tanking off the turret, and Showmaker still gets away. And he will survive. We got a TP coming in. Xiu looking to potentially punish this. A lot of health bars are pretty low up here, but they're going to get the first turret, actually. So I'm like
Kind of more distributed for the side of HLE, and I think some of it not picked up as well.
Feats of strength difference in the AD carries. This is what we were mentioning. And now we've got the lockdown. The Xin Zhao pretty good to stop a lot of the incoming damage and the Poppy ult, but it just doesn't matter. They outnumber Peanut.
The wall, Peanut needs to stack up his knock-up before it actually takes effect. Whereas on the other side, barrel presses are, that's a kill. You know, it's that easy if you have the follow-up.
Yeah.
That's why to take him down. And Herald throwing down mid. Not a huge one.
Safely. Zeus is going to be down here picking up this turret. And Viper so far, he is still Ezreal. So
They might try and steal it, but if they get a tier 2, that's a good trade.
hey, they're even going to throw in Navarus ultimate. And the steal comes in. Why not?
And D+ are ready.
I mean, a couple ults still down here. Remember the Maokai ult, and there goes the Nidalee just flying as Delight does his job. The smite should come in, and there it is. Peanut locks it down, and now they've got Reses to come on in. Zeka just gonna, you know, go ahead, try to throw his life away. He does have Zhonya's, though. There's the revive, but they're just looking for anything and anyone at this point. They get barreled down. They've already taken down Shiwu. How Life Esports, a very nice call. I'm not sure if they're going to get anyone else. You see Theone coming over the wall here. Showmaker wants a bit more. They would love to take out Zeus. As Lucy gets that smiting, gets a bit of a heal as well.
But potentially look for a steal again. They're looking for some poke and fishing here right now.
Even going to commit to a Maokai ultimate here for a bit of zoning. Nice as ult. And now they're going to find Zeus on the left side. As you mentioned, he's kind of just a free life, though. He's trying to go in and die and TP back into the fight. Down he goes. And he lives. Big ult as well. And now Barrel's just left to the fishes. Down.
Barrel.
It's his fault.
You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it.
But it was all calculated. Yeah, I mean, Zeus does have TP, so he will be here. They spot this. Baron's only at half health. I don't know if they
back away now.
Really commit to this. Okay, they're just going to commit to it, I guess. As the Maokai ultimate looking to just zone everybody away, and it does exactly that. Barrel as well will sacrifice his life, but Showmaker's able to trade it back and ult over the wall.
Similar thing. Both times it was supports create the space. This time Barrel's ult really denying access to the time. Maokai comes in, will force him away. Aiming, able to pick up that tier 2 bot lane, get a bit more gold. They
still have the Maokai ultimate, but in 5 seconds, they need a little bit of extra time, and it starts early, but it goes to Rumble. Ocean Soul secured, and the equalizer is great. Hits Delight at least, and does secure the kill. Flash forward from Xiu. This guy is a madman. He has the Zhonya's, and he's burning down Seka, and that will be a free kill for them. Take a look at the rest of the team as well. Lucid desperately trying to corral them up against the wall. Viper doesn't have many places to go. In goes Showmaker on the left. Viper being corralled into that little alcove. It is just a straight up clean ace to DK after the fight on Ocean Soul.
Yep, there's a little hiccup with Yadakan in this game, but for the most part, D+ have been in control, been ahead, able to secure the Ocean Soul and the fight following, and now will close out the game. And this is what we've come to expect from them. They have started this LCK Cup with a bang.
They just look so fantastic. Really a team effort in this one. Showmaker does have a very cool KDA. 5-0-0. No assist for the Yone, of course. As now look at the Nexus turrets. And Delight can do absolutely nothing. Flash on in, aiming. You know, he'd love to get some extra damage on the chart. But that will just be a relatively clean victory. I mean, yeah, there you go. Kog'Maw locked in for aiming. This is what happens, you know, we don't have Fearless, maybe he just picks Varus, right?
Yeah.
This is a totally different situation, so we get
committed to denying at least one of these from Peanut.
I mean, he's got his smite available, but he doesn't want to use it on this one. He's just going to secure the one. Peanut gives the top of the morning Pengu, and is just walking away. You can see the Helmet Life Esports are going to drop down a wall, though. So they did that, and that was about it. And now here comes DK as the handshake is good. Delight in a ton of trouble. And first blood goes to Kog'Maw of all of the champions on DK to get the money. Aiming, of course. The Gold King is looking to get it. And there's the charm as well. A nice flash, though, saving it for the very, very end was Zeka.
They could just kill the Talia and get out here.
Yeah, they absolutely could. Just looking to run away. Actually going for a bit more. The charm lands again after the counter strike, but Xiu, not long for the world, will have to pay for it. Here comes the Mega Narzeus going in, but the Wukong ult is available, and Zeus just gets popped on the head by Lucy.
Stop them going 5-0, it would have been HLE. And right now, it's looking like they're not going to be able to stop them. They've already picked up that dragon. Pick up one of these grubs. Peanut does have his smite, though. Getting one grub would stall out the feats of strength. But it just feels like the members of D+ are moving in. The Ahri is there again. It's risky.
Smite? Yeah, yeah, smite. Yeah.
Denies the contribution towards the feat of strength. And it looks like D+ not even particularly interested after that point. But like, okay, we couldn't get the feat of strength contribution. Let's go back to farming. You can have the other grub. We're not bothered. Oh, bot lane.
Bit of damage coming in, Meganar as well, but not looking to dive any turrets against
Issue, you know?
Yeah. Ooh,
gotta take your shoe off, get rid of it. Oh.
Well, yeah, flashing into the Sejuani. Unfortunate timing here for Xiu. He is extremely dead. Not much he could do about that.
We did, when I was last casting with Max.
Oh, that makes sense. Zeus is in a bit of trouble. He does have Meganar about to pop, and there it is. The wallop comes down. The range, not enough. So loses
down, but now they did. Now they're looking for this dragon, and Peanut trying to find a steal.
Oh, well, the wall's going to come in and kind of corral them up against it, but Delight hits nothing. and it's just rooted up. A lot of damage though into this front line. Lucid and Beryl are going to go down. So HaMaLife Esports, they get a big chunk of
stacks. Not the easiest target to dive, and Beryl is running down. So they got to make it quick.
I mean, there is a chance, but they're not going to go for it just yet. The Counter-Strike, though, does come out. Bit of extra damage coming in, and there's the turret.
And end up losing 2 for it. So, you know, great charm by Showmaker. Beryl's ult maybe not getting the intended once Baron spawns as well, because you're so locked to that top side of the map. Herald comes in.
Well, you do have the Renata Glass just kind of doing nothing. Beryl threat.
There's a heavy lean bot side by HLE, but it looks like they got it down in time. This is one of the risks, man. They do have a Clister, so a lot of secure potential, and you can see the damage already significant. Zeka, I mean, they must know with Zeka doing that they've started it, but can they even get there in time? Lucid is coming.
I mean, there's a wall in their face, and it's just got to be a steal, but it's not. It's Kalista. So difficult to steal against that, as you mentioned. Here comes HaMaLife Esports barreling through the jungle, desperately trying to go for a fight.
Also just unwilling to engage them, and for good reason, so they'll lose that tier 2 tower side. Zeus has a mid lane applying pressure, the rest of the team get this tier 2. This textbook exactly how you want to play it back. That's 2 of those.
Going pretty big on this Ahri.
Zeus just pressuring the tower, and you know, the outer towers, good play from HLE, but I feel like D+ has completely cooked, so D+ get forced away. Another Mountain Dragon over to HLE. More defensive stat. At the Clister ult, it's like, who are you picking on this team?
There it is, the flash on in. Viper in a bit of trouble, but Delight is zoning excellently, and Peanut is going to land that ult onto the Wukong, but Zeka has to flash away. Tons of damage coming out from aiming, but it doesn't seem to be enough. Nice Renata ult, though, trying to turn it around, trying to give them some space. Siu is pushed into Zeka and given a kill. This Jax now has an angle. He's going in, he's looking, but he's not going to hit it. As they do push away, DK, not out of the game just yet.
They don't get the initial pick on Viper, but they've managed to find some kills, get some pressure back, just as the game felt like it was leaving their grasp. They find an angle now. HLE, you're not going to be able to defend this tower. Siu being aggressive there, but we'll back away. Trying to bait them in.
Well, there's a wall coming down, trying to get aiming. He doesn't have flash, but it's just Zeka who gets charmed and dies instead. And aiming is totally safe.
They are starting up. Meganar's available. This could be dangerous.
Yeah, they're taking a bajillion damage from the Baron as well. And, okay, Charm comes in again. Siu just gonna bop the Nico on the head. Renata Glass ult actually does a good job of zoning. Great zoning ults as everybody is getting away here. Peanut has to flash. You're looking for more, though. The Charm is going to land again, man. Showmaker is just incredible on this pick. It's the knockup on Zeus. They want to take him down. Aiming going 1v1 versus a Kalista. Going to keep him alive, but Beryl will trade his life with the Gnar.
The tower's still there, so perhaps not, you know,
yeah.
You see Viper get away, but
Peanut, can they get him? Really? Oh, the W from Showmaker. The flash on in from Lucid gets the job done. So many low health bars. So many people out of position.
Yeah, I think Showmaker's just dead here, unfortunately. Wait, can he get an execute? This might be it.
Oop. No.
Well, close enough. They opted not to use it. I think him not being on the map meant they were cautious about approaching. And that's 3 Mountain Dragons for HLE. 1 away from Soul, but also, in terms of just the stats the Dragon gives, it comes down to a 50-50. There's a Clister there, so it's not a 50-50.
Yeah.
It's favored towards them.
And that's what HaMaLife Esports is playing towards. They're like, yeah, you want to flip? Go ahead. Let's try. It's not a real flip. We got a little play in mid. Zeus trying to hop away. He's actually doing a ton of damage. Here comes the wall. Showmaker, awkward spot, and down will go Siu. There's the knockup and Elucid. He doesn't do much. Zeus goes down, yes, but it's HaMaLife Esports up a man. And the sticks are in the Baron. Delight's got an angle on the left. They don't quite see him aiming. He's showing himself on the left, and that's a Nico. He gets flashed on. He flashes away, though. He gets away. He gets space, but it's just not maybe enough. He's trying to get the reset. It's not going to happen. Viper just has the damage, and HaMaLife Esports win the fight and will take down this Baron, which is doing a million damage, but it doesn't matter. They will have it up there just waiting. Yep, for the respawn.
Oh, it was early!
Yeah, it was
no, they got it.
And Showmaker had room to maybe do something in that fight, but not when Delight hits that ult. Here comes a wall, and they're up against it. There goes Delight in once again. Lucid dies mid-dash as Showmaker, and there we finally have the big Gnar ult into the wall. The Kog'Maw goes down, and this game is done and dusted. HaMaLife Esports should be able to take it down here, as they will, as 5 members be able to push into the DK base.
Yeah, oh, Zeka find the combo to Showmaker. I mean, without ult, he can't really do much. And it's just closing the game out. Series equalized. Oh, he did get second. Series equalized, and ultimately, you know, HLE little from the mid lane, and Zeka gonna pick the Silas.
Something happened, by the way. He was hovering it, and it was like silence, and someone screamed.
So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. It was a misclick.
Let's see. Oh, coming up soon.
No. He's gonna. You know, you're never gonna have that skill order you wanted to lay. Oh, Lucid.
Okay. Trading flashes.
Great flash from Lucid.
2 flash. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in a dangerous situation. They traded up in sums, but now it's a little bit delicate to approach these scrubs. They definitely want at least one if they can get their hands on it.
Yeah, when you're the Ziggs team as well, would be lovely to get as many as possible. Zeus does have level 6 here. And Delight just holding the door in front. Showmaker, nice angle here. Could try to go for it. Even the Ziggs ult going to do a bit of damage in onto Delight, trying to just create space for that grub that is coming in. Here comes the Silas, though, and Lucian in a bit of trouble. He's not level 6. Down he goes. Barrel goes too deep. And the Ambessa, Siu will trade one back, but it's HaMoLive Esports sitting there, farming the wave, tanking Qs. And that's about it. Once again, nice canceling from Zeka. I feel like every time he does that, he always comes out ahead on the trades.
Yeah, Zeka pretty good at this Silas champion, to no one's surprise.
Yeah.
Obviously one of these picks that you think Silas, you think you can't. Oh, faded in.
Oh boy, and now Zeka just going to steal the Kindred ultimate. It's going to get pretty interesting. Let's see if Lucid can burst him down. Didn't have the E stack, but he's burning, and it is going to be a kill to Lucid anyway.
It does look like it's going to be a triple grubber for D+ to equalize. It is already 2. I think this is concerning. And now get their way in here. Mountain Soul for HLE would be massive. A lot of bulk, but also just keeping that Jinx safe. So I would not want to give this third dragon over no matter what. They will look to get Aiming's just going to satchel the tower. They'll take that mid-tier 1 easily enough. And they're happy just forcing HLE away from the dragon. Don't need to start it right now. Just keep them off it.
Yeah, but how long can they do it for, you know? Peanut's just going to start it up again. And there's a lot of gold in the pockets of DK that they'd love to spend, but they can't. So they got to stick around. They got to fight over this Mountain Drake. And just trying to look. There is another mark actually in the jungle, which I believe is being shown here by the big zoom out. Also the multiple different angles by which both teams are trying to just converge on this objective.
Everyone's going to recall and TP back in. He wants to spend. Lucid hitting it at the moment. He can just get out the pit at any time. Leandri's picked up for aiming. Big spike. He's got 2 items compared to Viper's 1. So I think that might be enough for DK to say, okay, you want to fight? We'll give it to you.
Yeah. Power of TP. And power of backing out of vision as well. HaMoLive Esports not really able to do much about that. And trying to get Peanut close to the objective, but already the Ziggs poke is coming in, but here comes Zeka trying to get in there, but the Rel ult pretty good onto that front line, and Shu's buying a lot of time in the back, has the Galio on top, a 3-man knockup, and Viper though did get the 1 reset. Can he do enough damage is really the question. Able to chip away at Showmaker, but not willing to take the 3v4, and that will be the Dragon going into the hands of D+ Kia.
Huge for D+ there. Aiming can get this mid-tier 2 by himself, which is kind of absurd. Although he might have to wait around another wave, which could be risky. He's going to do it. He's the Gold King.
This is what he does. He's cycling his abilities, trying to get that passive up, but he gets it low enough. The satchel does.
TP is coming in behind.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I mean, taking it slow and steady and peel and poke, they're kind of out of position for that. The engaged Braum ultimate going to catch Showmaker. He has to flash away. Big Ziggs bomb over the top, though, into the satchel, and now in the backline, Shu finds the angle, and this should absolutely go the way of D+ Kia. Nice pullback there from Zeus to get himself to safe.
A lot of damage put out there by aiming. And as well, you can see moving through the choke. Not even close. When HLE wanted to move through that choke, it's just not the ideal place to fight against the Ziggs. The mines on the ground really disrupt and cause issue. Trying to look at this tower, but I think the Ambessa can just clear it out.
Damage from Viper.
Yeah, maybe
for
don't do
some
that.
reason. He's trying to aggressively get in there, and speaking of which, Siu over the top with the Ziggs as well. They do have the Otacon buff. That's a couple of revives already on the cards. CP trying to really...
yeah, anything else? You know, in terms of having an Otacon buff, you should hope for a lot more.
In live, Zeka in trouble. You see, trying to block the Silas from dashing. Another knockup comes in. Zeka, okay. Gonna buy some time. Does he have a chance? He doesn't have his flash anymore. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of him. By the way, the mark also secured by Lucid.
Okay, so
he's
a full champion now.
He is real.
Yeah, not really able to make anything off it right now. 2 Mountain Drakes, 2 D+.
For the Kindred, things are really beginning to get out of control, but Aiming is in the middle of no man's land, and he's gonna get Showmaker in there as well. He flashes away, but Zeus gets the kill. Zeka will be traded for it, though. We'll see what this Kindred can do. Lucid flashing over the top. Peanut not able to get away. Showmaker buying a lot of time, but that is a pretty excited Jinx, rather, looking to go on the hunt. So DK not gonna play with their food and just run away. Although, yeah, Zeus goes in with the TP. And Siu trying to peel for the team. This could get pretty dangerous. The zap on top of Siu, the knockback. And Siu, they just got to leave him. There's no hope for him. And that should be another kill right into the hand. I think it's just going to be a straight up fight over the Dragon. Stun here onto Zeus. He's not able to go unstoppable for a bit, but he's so tanky. Doesn't really matter. Setting up on this one, Zeka, he's got a pretty massive flank, but spotted. Zeus as well. The 2 Z's coming over the top, as now they try to turn onto Zeka, as he does go golden, and it's stolen by Lucid. He gets the Dragon, so many low health bars, and Barrow goes in and just stacks the front line there for his DPS. And you see Zeus is all alone on the back of the fight. He's gonna be run down. This should be 3 for the side of D plus Kia in both Dragons. 3 Mountain Drakes, 3 kills. Eventually, who's going to pick it up is the only question. It does go to Showmaker of all people.
And then Zeus looks for Aiming, but kind of hard. You know, he uses his CC, but Aiming would have had the satchel defensively, and so he just kind of disengages. And now D+ pick up the
drafts on the wall.
Let's pull
and
up 35, okay?
You know?
35, yeah?
Okay, 35 probably closer. I'll give you that.
He went into a fight with KazaLoLL. He's supposed to, like... dash in and then ult out. It just and now he's got Kindred ult. How are you supposed to engage with this? You know, I feel like especially when it was such a late pick of the Silas, the ults, they're not in isolation bad, but for what they need, they just don't offer it. I'd prefer he grab the Rel ult and just dive in, Proto Belt. Well, I guess it's Rocket Belt now, and just press R.
Yeah, it's not Xayah, but, you know, it's still an 80 carry that doesn't have a lot of mobility in Jinx. And you're just able to do that as Ziggs, just having a really fun time against this. The Rocket doesn't do anything. They're not able to actually break the inhibitor turret, funnily enough. They're just waiting for the next wave. Still have a minute and a half to go. Siu doing a good job of pushing in mid.
Yeah, the only thing is Aiming is a bit low, so some good poke that did come out from Viper. But I just don't think there's anything to punish him. And again, they have the Kindred. I think the Rel would have done better for them. But I still think it's just best of a rough bunch for this situation. They get the tower here. Looks like they're going to keep pushing.
Oh,
Peanut
man. In a lot of trouble. This is Viego just doing absolutely nothing the whole game.
Really living up to the Paper Man.
That is the nickname we gave to him. And Aiming.
I think just
the story hasn't changed.
Steal Rel or Ambessa and just try and make it happen. I think that's your best option. He's found a flank again.
Oh, they're trying to get in, and the engaged Braum, surprisingly, doesn't work.
No flash on Aiming now, though.
Yeah. And
get hooked. Look at Delight.
Oh, no, that bomb. Just gigantic damage. And Delight's like, what do I do now? I don't even have my ult. She was going to miss his, but again, it just doesn't matter because they get Mountain Soul.
For the damage at the bottom, it's just an easy standoff.
DK didn't need kills. They just needed the Dragon. And they're still going for more. I mean, might as well, but yeah, Cassante. Are they killable?
I don't think so.
In any sense. You got a level 15 Viego up against Lucid, who's quite fed. Okay,
Final attempt.
They have a flank angle. The flank angle, this is what we've been talking about. Zeus trying to get to the back line, the flash, on to aiming. He finally got onto the Ziggs. The damage is decent, but the Kindred ultimate keeps aiming alive, and they cannot take him down. Showmaker runs in front, just strutting his stuff in the face of the Jinx. And there is just no way to attack this Ziggs the entire game. Aiming can TP into the fight now as well. As Peanut has to back away from this one. They don't have a wave right now, actually. They're trying to get it low enough. Instead, they're just going to get the champions low enough and get 3 more kills. The wave comes in, and the game and the series is over. D plus Kia moved to 4-0 and take...
For everyone at home. Did see some changes there. Biggest thing for me, feats of strength, actually not just first blood, going to be first 3 kills. And I think that's actually a big difference because now, you know, an early instance on yourself to get the move speed boost. Yep, so going to try and use that to slow the Ambessa, speed himself up. Potentially a big difference as he's going to try and find whatever advantage they can. Of course, win conditions for this. First tower, 100 creeps. First to 2 kills or 1 kill if the Circle of Fire is running.
Yep. So either go for one or the other, or wait until the Battle Royale mode begins, and then you just duke it out and see who survives. Haichao starting to dip below the HP pool. The one advantage that we can kind of say that Haichao does have is he bought refillable pots. So while it's less sustained on this first wave, Knight bought real pots, so he won't be able to have them again once he returns to lane. Haichao's got to be a little careful. He's starting to take a lot of damage here, but he goes for that last health pack. Nice bandit. Oh, goes back in. Knight is forced to flash backwards. The Ignite was ticking down, but Haichao had to flash at the last possible frame to not fall to a potential couple auto attacks that Knight was looking for. As Haichao, he's able to get a little bit of that health from the second pack.
Still, Knight should be able to close the gap here, get back in range of the XP, and play for the next cannon. Of course, the cannon minions incredibly juiced in the 1v1
pressure game. Due to this range advantage. Haichao could try and lock down Knight with an ultimate, but he would have to land the public execution in order to pull it off.
Actually, the real big one would be if he's able to potentially like the shockwave with the public execution. I'm wondering if it can change the R from Ambessa actually, because if it can move it. I know like it goes on. Oh,
ooh, well,
no, you gotta hit it to move it. But
we won't know the answer to that question for a while. Oh, public execution right in the face of Knight. I mean, does he actually win it? He got pretty darn.
I mean, even better by now. I think this one's over on this wave.
I mean, Haichao just has to force the all-in, right? Otherwise, he's just going to lose. Public execution knocks him up. Decent damage. There's the Ignite, but the barrier counters it pretty darn well. Haichao flashes one cast of it, but Knight just hits the turret. Says burst damage, but reliably, I would love 2. And you've got that. Aurora, an incredibly... such an impressive champion once she gets her items online. The amount of poke and harass she can get in while, you know, stealthing in with invisibility and just
have a lane swap as Zeka
forced to flash, but the immediate follow-up from On gets the guaranteed knock-up, and it pulls him right into Elk's grasp. Maybe Elk will flash over the wall here. The crashdown comes in. Elk doesn't even need to burn a single summoner spell. It's just that damn easy. Beat Elk. You have the tank matchup. Hang on. Might hold here. Wei does lock down On, but he initiates the crash down, and oh my goodness, Knight was already level 6 with the Between Worlds, does so much burst, and that forces LNG to scatter. Jewel already forced to flash, but Wei is going to follow up through as he already possesses the Jace, trying to look for another reset. But
that said, Grub's being taken down will be nice for Wei. Looks like he's going to get all 3s. So that would be step 1 of the feats of strength. Of course, to get out, he's got to go up. I think those could have been angled a little bit better to maybe pressure something different from On.
I think Photic is in trouble, and yes, he is. Bin all out, takes the rat downtown, puts him back into the grave.
Oh, Bin Sante, it's back in 2025. Kasante, still a very, very, very strong champ. Down for BLG.
Oh, and Q flash onto a flashless rat in Photic. Ziggs got nowhere else to run, but he sidesteps in and steps outside. what we were alluding to. Wei had no idea that BLG were waiting in the wings. They get that first pick onto the plant lady, and now Nautilus could be the next target. Heartbreaker sinks his sword deep into Nautilus's back, and he doesn't even relentless with their picks. No, leave him alone, Knight, not you too, man. He still has Between Worlds if he wants to pop it. He finally does after landing the weirding for extra bit of damage. One more cast of the twofold Hex, and Photic is just getting the absolute BLG love treatment.
This is a harsh kind of love they're giving him as Zhuo.
Man, it's tough love, man. Bullet time. Good night, Zhuo. And the rest of LNG.
This will be yet another feat of strength. That's 2 out of 3. So the bonus boot secured now.
BLG almost 4,000 gold ahead at this point. On can pretty much walk into any jungle quadrant with Wei, and I feel like have absolutely no fear. You know, unless LNG completely overload on one side, which is what they're attempting to do. Death Charge does go on away, and On is forced to flash, but the Ignite, along with the Leandri's burn from Wei does take him out, and will give one reprieve of a kill back to LNG's side. But during this whole time, man, Elk is just comfortably pushing in on this bottom wave, and will secure words, man. I'm going to be honest. You know, LNG, they've got a really, really tough state for them to try and crack, and
it's so good. It's so fun that they stuck together. And oh boy, Hai Chao. He's under focus.
Could be in trouble.
Yeah.
Good flash. Immediately not giving him an angle. However, Ben is going to commit his own flash over the wall. And they're not going to even need to use the all-out. Hai Chao's just got nowhere else to run. On was distracting the rest of LNG on the bottom flank, and he is still alive because LNG cannot push through this corridor. Zika is now completely cut off, and Wei is going to try and lock him down. Here comes the rest of the CC. Zhuo tries to look for a re-engage, and they try to pepper him down with the long-range damage on Photic's back end, but he's just got no fuel left in the tank. He's run out of mana. The rest of his teammates are falling by the wayside. Zhuo is forced to run. And
he got 2 ults in that fight and walked out alive and really set his team up for success, because when depth charge is down and when pummeled execution's down, what's going to deal with the rest of the Fed members? He has the stats, has the items to walk through these chokes against the mages and try and do some damage here at LNG.
Yeah, the base stat differential just makes it so that the tanks don't even care about the Ziggs bombs and the Zyra plants. However, On does get blown up, and that's really darn good for LNG. Now a 5 versus 4, but Zika's caught on the wrong side of the tracks, trying to play distraction, and might just escape, but Wei lands a well-timed W through the wall, and now has possessed the Mbessa. And the rest of LNG are nowhere near close to securing this dragon, so now they're starting to give ground as Wei makes his way through, using the power of the mobility of the Mbessa, and the rest of LNG see. I mean, they're behind the curve, which it just makes things so much more difficult
for themselves. So, just the fact that LNG is behind like this, the comp they have hurts even more. And
oh boy! As soon as they see an enemy out of position, On wastes no time. However, Elk gets bursted down. This is really critical for LNG. Major carry gone, but Wei has the power of the resets, and he could just rip through the team by himself. He's got Ben, he's got Knight, all in the back pocket to try and assist him on these possessions. Zhuo is trying, man. He's trying to find some vision through that tri-bush corridor. However, On was waiting, and the bullet time immediately forces the flash out of Wei. Nice Strangle Thorns, but Knight on the right side. Good flank. Between Worlds. Finds the jungler, pops him, and Photic just makes it in time. Still hasn't made an Inferno Bomb to try and look for some burst, but it's all on to the other LNG members to open up space and create that initiation opportunity, but there's no jungler for the side of LNG, so there's no smite contest, and Wei still has a smite available, so this should be an objective guaranteed.
I think this is a dangerous start here for BLG. There's a lot of poke on LNG, and Otacon shreds, but okay, if they find another, that's good. Okay, using the objective to get kills, but sticking it here is still a bit hairy. They have it down to 4K. LNG, oh man, there's no smite, can't walk in. All right, gonna be a give. Well played by BLG. They pull off, and now with the GA buffs, they're just going to continue.
Yeah, there's no flash on Photic, so he's been cut off from the rest of the support of his team. I mean, it's just really nice from BLG to wait out, to bait LNG in members one by one. They even had the patience to let Photic's last Q hit the Otacon so that Wei didn't mistime the smite and accidentally give that objective on over. Very clean stuff from the BLG squad. I hope that we have quelled those doubts, or at least BLG has personally quelled those
You're on
doubts.
to see BLG this dominant and taking care of teams like this early on. This is a scary team, man. And Knight, I mean, this angle looks way too good yet again.
So good. And he knows that Fodek and Weiwei don't have flashes. Easily pops one of the mages. The bullet time rips apart the support. And LNG frontline is now turning into paper mache. Knight finds Fodek once again and says, hey, do you remember the laning phase, my friend, where I killed you like 2 or 3 times? Well, here's a 4th death for you.
And it feels like an FF on the map here for LNG as BLG, they tickle the Baron to draw LNG in and demolish them piece by piece. Now taking the map apart piece by piece. Mid inhibitor turret's going to fall. Baron's about to fall. Haichao's taking the consolation prize in the bot lane because I think he's FF'd and he's just, you know, trying to push and get what he can down there. Feels like the solo queue adventure where you're done with the game, but your team hasn't FF'd yet. Is at least going to get objective bounty. I think this is the right call. I know I'm joking a bit for LNG and Haicha. It's the right call.
Yeah,
Still,
it does look like a rage split moment, but a window back into this game. And we're just moments away from them being able to close it out. Obviously, though, Knight might be in trouble, but uses the Between Worlds and stands on the far right edge to bounce back to the left, giving him an immediate exit. Nicely done. He still has a TP, so if he needs the chance to base and regroup with the rest of his team on this bottom flank push, they definitely can. But a public execution catches Knight, and he's forced to flash. They're trying to all in to see if they can get at least 1 kill and knock down the Medjai Soul Stealer stacks. At least 1 victory for LNG today, but they're going to lose out on their top laner, and BLG is still matching strong 4 versus 4 on the map.
Respect to Zika, one of the pieces that has beaten BLG the last 2 times that LNG has met them. Him and Weiwei, the returners from the contenders of LPL last year. Ends up making a big play, finds the shutdown. That said, not going to change the fate of this game either way, as the second inhibitor turret and inhibitor to fall. BLG continue the push. Knight spawns in 20, and as you called out earlier, Rafa does have that in power TP. Doesn't protect the minions anymore. Those minions will still take damage. A little bit harder to end the game. Can't use the TP to protect the wave anymore.
There's a couple ultimates still available for LNG to use, but it's all on Jewel to find the CC to layer it on top. They take out 1 Nexus turret. To be fair for LNG, if they manage to stall this base defense, those Nexus towers will respawn, but they're taking a lot of damage. Both Zika and Knight are back up on the map. He has teleported and joined his comrades here in the field. Elk trying to pepper down Haichao. But it looks like Zika is trying to deal with... Oh my god, a poor Haichao just cannot endure the pressure from Elk's misfortune. Jewel gets knocked up once again, and there's the final window that BLG needed to put the wrapping touches on this game. Nice try, LNG, but you're going to have to try way harder if you want to step to the reigning world finalists. GG, well played. BLG take game 1.
Options, they are real, and On's gonna bust it out. Support Elise has been dominating the Rift, and it looks like On's gonna bust it out here. Game 2, going into the Braum.
And if you thought BLG's early game was scary in the first, they did try and stall out this dive as long as possible. It doesn't look like that it should be that successful. Both are very healthy, but On goes in, takes up the turret, aggro flashes away, and then at the very last possible second, he dodges the turret aggro with the repel. Elk is also forced to flash, but they burned both summoner spells on a Fodek, and he's super low. They just need 1 more. Wei doesn't have flash anymore, but he lines up the wind, becomes lightning, and Fodek can't dodge it. First blood goes over to BLG.
That's big. I mean, there's no TP here for Fodek, so he's going to lose a lot of CS and XP. Meanwhile, no flash for Ben. Going to try and get around this one, but I think he's going to be going down here.
Q flash? No, he doesn't even need the flash. He's in range. Still down without a flash. He can secure this crash safely, but they're just going to go right onto Zika, and the flash does not escape the range of the taunt. Wei, thing that has made Wei such a clear-cut and choice for BLG and why they have, decided to rock with him as the main starter going into the LPL 2025 season, because he just knows his role. He knows where he needs to be, and he's punishing Zika without flash. The equalizer comes down, but Wei and Ben should have enough damage as the majority of BLG's members, but a chain of corruptions immediately forces Fodek's own cleanse on repeat. On with the cocoon flash, locks down this Braum. Here comes Weiwei. Maybe they can find a way to turn this seconds. Wei was the only person with a first item completion on this Xin Zhao, and it pretty much allowed him to walk around as he pleased and imposing vision control and his own free will, ensuring that BLG had no contest whatsoever in securing the second rotation of Grubs. And with plenty of time to really set up for the second dragon of the game, I imagine that they have options here to say, do we want to force this dive top, or do we just want to get the crash in and get bases off and start setting up towards the bottom side of the map?
Oh, hold on, Wei.
Well, he has a flash, but the Crescent Guard is not going to protect him when they get in melee range and lock him down with all getting into the pit. Haichao is forced away. Oh, man, not like this. Yeah. We had for LNG.
Yeah, another perk about Elise, those Spider Wings do a ton of damage to turrets. 6 Grubs and Elise hits pretty hard. Going to be enough to take the turret, and they're just going to push forward. Wei doesn't quite have the Crescent Guard up yet. Chain of Corruptions.
There we go. Nice piercing arrow on the back half. Not enough range on that last hail of arrows from Elk to get the last bit of damage down to knock out Zhuo. But BLG getting the pressure that they need to secure first brick, and because they had already secured the first 3 kills of the game, they get the feats of strength. Oh, but Bin's in trouble! Zika!
Down a level. Zika was able to get a ton of damage down early on. Really impacted it now on. Uh-oh. He's got nowhere to jump to.
Yeah, I mean, he can jump to Zika, but I don't think he's getting out of this one without repel.
Okay.
All right, LNG, they're starting to turn.
And we saw the rumble from Zika early on. We weren't super sold in the pick yet, and he was a big part of the reason why people started getting sold on it, as that's a lot of tools burned by Wei. Flash by Night. Goodbye, Haichao.
Good night indeed. Now, big shutdown onto Haichao, and it is for Night, but the rest of the cavalry from LNG are swarming in. Wei's got nowhere else to run. Bin throws down the hero's entrance, provides the knockup they need to at least trade one back onto Wei.
Again, 6 Grubs. You can see how much damage Elise does to these turrets with the Spiderlings and the Grub buff. All those spiders that hit do benefit from Grubs.
LG not quite able to land the CC as he was coming out of that Rift Herald.
That's still, I mean, a draw. That's a big one as well. 6 Grubs help with that. And we kind of missed out on that one as the second dragon.
LNG fans in the chat, there's a chance. And Fodic dodging out on the chain of corruptions. Definitely.
But no contest from LNG. So BLG at skirmish on the top side got more ults out of LNG in response from Ben. So he'll be joining the fight. On's not spotted.
Oh, on Cocoon Flash. I think he found the one target into Zika, and that was the main hero that we were looking at LNG to step up. But if he's gone, the rest of LNG, and I don't think they're rocking the firepower needed to tango with the best in the LPL. BLG already finding 2.
I mean, that's exactly who we wanted to find, right? Could not find anyone better to set up the start of that fight, and the follow-up from Wei was fantastic. Otacon easily secured here by BLG. Just so easy that they decided to move straight onto the Baron. We'll see if they use this to bait him in and turn with a GA buff, or just stick it as Wei spotted being marked by On, and he's just going to be forced out, so that's a free Baron for BLG.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Boy. Well, that was not the greatest outcome if you're an LNG fan, as you're now staring down a deficit of 8,000 gold against BLG, who are just pounding this inhibitor tower in the mid lane, using the power of the Baroned up minions. And they even have been on the top side taking care of business through this tier 2 quickly. This inhibitor will fall, and the rest of BLG, they're going to try and go for it. They have to send Haichao back. I mean, Nexus turret 1 falls. Zhuo is the first target they find, and he just gets completely decimated. BLG 5-4. LNG running out of options here. I mean, you might as well try to kill the minion wave. They turn onto the left side. Q Flash finds the target. There's the Fate Seal onto the back line. Decent damage, but remember, the voracious Otacon gives them the GA, so they're not actually that dead. They can come back with the power of TPs if they need it. BLG forcing everything out of LNG's hand, but they're just not getting enough done. Wei goes all the way in, but he's got Knight in his back pocket, and he unloads the rockets into his back. LNG tried, but it just wasn't enough. Once again, a BLG now have them cornered 2-0 in the series. GG, well played.
What a disgusting end to the game. So far, this split of LPL will be countered by a Bard.
On's Bard. Well, I'm not gonna lie, Cubby, I don't really have any thoughts about He does have to be careful, though, because if he times the W at the same time as the steadfast presence, it will not go through, and he will not get his stun off on the Zika. But he is being forced back, and Knight might just look for a solo kill on the High Chow, but he leans to the support of Weiwei, and because he's there, Knight is forced to flash over. Weiwei follows with his own flash, and now is trying to keep in range of him using the slow from the red buff, and here comes High Chow. Wait on back. Weiwei with first blood.
And with that said, BLG doesn't feel like they've won the health bar war, but they have won the pressure war. It does help that Ben is here. Does not have the TP. Zika, if he wants to try and contest, could TP here. Does have the empower or the TP available. Not empowered. That happens later on in the game, but of course, if the TP changes, can go anywhere. Not the case though, and one. And against Poppy too, that can be rather useful. Oh boy, Paranoia.
Normally, I say that Featherstorm is a great answer into the Nocturne Paranoia, but not when you don't have it off cooldown. And On tries to save his 80 carry. That allows LNG to clean up a majority of these grubs unless Weiwei can sneak one of them. But it doesn't look like to be the case here.
They have vision. We'll see. Maybe Knight just tries to throw a Q in there. No, not
that we've seen in this series so far. Not necessarily a rare case in the LPL, as you know, drag yourself after something's been said that you were not expecting. Has On I don't think he was expecting this cow, and he gets interrupted on the magical journey out. He's not getting out alive at all, and with the lights turned out, Alec has no idea that there's an angry cow walking towards him, so he's forced to pop the Featherstorm, and then it's not enough damage from the Super Mega Death Rocket, but it was close. And LNG, they're trying to slam that foot on the pedal. Wei comes in with the Grand Starfall, but I don't know what he was expecting to get, because Weiwei is there to cover, flash into the W to try and ferry himself to Jewel, but he's got the damage reduction for the ulti, and L just can't do enough.
What's going on? Not the case, but a 2K gold lead from LNG. Last game, it was the one member that stuck around the top laner in Zika that was big. This time, it's the other one, Weiwei, who's really making things happen for BLG.
I think Ben was trying to anticipate the keeper's verdict and flash over it, but I don't know if it was just a little delayed, but Wei steps aside it, maybe has one more Q in the tank, but Zika sidesteps it. LNG are cooking, man, and here comes High Chow to look for the punish on the Ben. Grandmaster's pipe is just popped a little too late, I fear. My goodness. Tempered Fate is going to force the flash out of High Chow, but man, oh man, BLG, they haven't gotten a single solid play for themselves on the map yet.
Oh, heads up. Elk could be in trouble if he shows. Does have Flash and Featherstorm. But yeah, Paranoia.
That forces the Featherstorm. But there's a flanking Jewel, and they follow him into the jungle quadrant, and this time the Rock...
Can't talk. We had a TP
They're going to try again.
Yeah, Knight's been focused to WAP, but now he's going to turn his sight.
New challenger approaches.
Yeah,
Zika has no tools this time to escape, and this is a guaranteed kill. BLG's first one of this game 3, which feels pretty strange to say for the side, especially if we just know the pedigree of BLG, but they're going to continue pressing forward. Photic forced to flash, slowed by the Cosmic Binding. They turn their eyes on the Jewel, get his flash as well, and now Photic is in trouble. No flash to dodge the Temper Fate, and surely this should be a solid shutdown bounty going back over to Elk.
Pretty decent answer coming out from BLG. They did lose the Rift Herald, as that was picked up by Weiwei while all that was going on. That said, BLG, they're going to take the tower now after the kills. Mid-outer gonna fall, and see they set their sights onto the Dragon. High Chow will dock down top outer for himself, but again, LNG, I mean, just good to see them making these proactive plays together as a team. And I want to see where the next Paranoia is at, because Weiwei is really dictating the pace of the game with his ultimate. I know both him and Pantheon have some pretty big reach with those. It's voracious, you know, it's a pro game. We all know what it is. Oh, okay, here we go.
A little far from Wei, but High Chow is forced back into Mountain Soul, and the added resistances on top of it. So they're going to try to pull the trigger here. Paranoia into the Featherstorm, answer blow for blow. But Elk might be forced to flash, but it's a great collapse from Zika. Still looking for the turnaround and the follow-up, but Wei turns around with a collapse of his own. The counterattack is too great for LNG to overcome, and the rest of BLG's strength rises in numbers. LNG just got nothing left to fight back.
I got to see a replay on that one because the start of the fight looked pretty promising for LNG. They found a really nice combo onto Elk. The engage from Zika was big, but the follow-up just wasn't there. Jinx got... I just want to see if Vodek had any angles to get involved in terms of hitting Elk because the setup was so good.
That narrative is gone. BLG are back in control. They are now on Soul Point after the take of this third dragon. Otacon secured on their side. And it's back.
LNG not able to access a top wave. It's kind of a dead wave at the moment. Can't get to the top side camps because they're defending this. And so BLG dictating the pace of the game. And LNG have to dance to BLG's tune.
The voracious GA is doing so much work. Bin is occupying the attention of two players on the top side. Wei just collapses through Bin. Okay. But these GAs are going to get popped. And BLG, they knew what they wanted to come for. It does delay things a lot. But
yeah.
I mean, as a jungler, hang on. Decent engage in
must fight.
Top quadrant. Zika in trouble. Teleport coming in. I think it's Knight. And I don't think Zika's got any more friends to bail him out of this one. Baron is
a mile away. And for whatever reason, doesn't have flash available. Okay,
Paranoia.
Oh, wait, no.
Lights are turned off. Wei steps up. Zhuo pops the ultimate, tries to reduce as much damage as he can, but he's separated from the team. Good locket timing, tempered fate. He sidesteps it, but Knight comes in, and now he's looking for Wei. The rest of the backline from LNG completely zoned off. Zika rejoins the fight. Wei pushing forward, and the Shield of Soul just completely demolishes LNG's front line and backline in one swift strike. BLG wipe the floor with LNG, and any chance for an upset is just not in today's history books. BLG are the dominant ones. They are one of the best teams we've seen in LPL, and that story does not change tonight.
Right on. I know I gave your Bard from LPL Finals some grief to kick off this game, but this game 3, much better for On. That last fight was fantastic on the Bard, and BLG ending this series with a hell of a punctuation mark at the end, as this was a game where you called it out, Rafa. LNG, they had a good start. They got the first 6 kills. They had a lead. It was in their favor. BLG's ability to just turn the game like that, flip it on a dime is what it feels like. Again, something this team has always had the firepower to do, but to see it here, man, really good. And in terms of LNG, we saw Zika get a lead in game 2. Wasn't able to convert that to a victory. Wei, I thought, had a really nice game 3 and some good starts. Just couldn't convert that to a victory. It just feels like LNG, it's sad because we've seen these pieces in the past have success with this roster. They've competed with the LPL at the top of the table, and this year it just feels like you're approaching a doomed year as a fan if they are going to run this 5, because this is not a team that's going to be able to compete with the top of the LPL from what we've seen so far.
So close and yet so far in their own way, and it does sting even more to lose in such fashion in front of your home crowd at the, hopefully I'm saying this right, the Suchuo or Suzhou Arena. You know, they had the fan base come out in massive support, and I'm very positive they'll still be supporting them after the series, being able to see some of the bright moments that were genuinely there. You know, game 1, not so much. That was like pretty much a roll at a stomp, but you know, game 2, Zika's Rumble, Wei's Vi, they were creating moments of opportunity for potential comeback. And then game 3, I mean, this opening 12 minutes, as we both called it out, this was the closest that LNG had to realistically a real shot at taking a game off of BLG. And it would have really opened the conversation of, you know, what we could have expected. But with this victory from BLG, it is now official. Both Thunder Talk and BLG will be advancing from Group C, respectively, into the playoffs for our first split of the 2025 season.
Baby. You want the TT versus BLG. That's the best matchup that this group has to offer.
And we're going to have to wait until we come back from Lunar Year break.
Yeah, I will see if the form of TT can improve, or I should say continue and keep on improving. But, I mean, BLG, again, the start of the LPL, some of the tournament favorites and some of, you know, the favorites for not just split 1, but like 2 and 3 to go international for LPL, they've not had the hottest starts to the split. BLG, they've had a very hot start to the split, man. These guys, again, just the talent that all 5 players have, just individually on this roster, that the pedigree that this roster has. Have the games been perfect? No. But we've never really expected that out of BLG. What we can expect is that when they do get leads, they can just take it from 1K gold to 10K gold so fast, and we are still seeing that with the Otacon on the Rift 2. I still want to see BLG get challenged more by a team, but to see them take care of business in this style, it's still really promising for BLG fans who it just seems wild that the hopes of this team, it's like the last couple years, I mean, all they've done is just go international and play in finals or push for finals or lose in semis to people that ended up winning finals, right?
Yeah.
Like this is a team that is just on a ridiculous tear, and it really feels like it's set up to continue yet again this year.
And with that high of accomplishments that they've reached in the past,
yeah,
it's just only natural that our expectations are going to match that ceiling going into today's series. And, you know, I think we were very honest up front that, you know, LNG were not expected to, you know, have that much of a fighting chance, especially given their Demacia Cup performance and their previous series against Thunder Talk. Credit to, you know, the couple moments where they looked good and there was, you know, potential to really build off of. But unfortunately for LNG, apart from one last, you know, series that they will play against EDG that unfortunately doesn't really mean much for playoffs, that will be the end of their split, and then they're gonna have to wait until split 2 before they can get back in the ring and try again to go farther.
Dude, that gold graph was something else, man.
Yep.
I mean, that looked like LNG 2024 to LNG 2025. Sadly, was how that one fell off. Yeah.
Oh man, that's
Ouch.
brutal. Even our producer's just going, you know, if we're getting our producer to react like that, you know, it's some tough stuff.
Sadly, not wrong, which is why we can have a good laugh about it. So
yeah,
yeah,
well,
bit of a bummer.
Let's get some MVP discussions out of the way. I mean, okay, we
got a second series to get to, man.
That's
true.
Two
best of fives now.
So all right, well, check this out. We'll reveal the MVP of the series going into our second series, but we're gonna have a caster swap. So this is the end of the night for me and Cubby, but you know, letting you all know, our producer Bread is doing double duty tonight, so he's the real GOAT for the production on tonight's show. So big shout outs to Bread and shout outs to him for running the show while me and Cubby get to, you know, sleep early. Credit to BLG, quick 3-0 over LNG. Before we sign off,
I'm staying up for the next series. What do you mean?
Okay. Well, I'm going out of town, so I got to pack. So I got to take care of some things. But Matt, before we sign off and swap it on over, anything you would like to share with the audience?
No, thanks so much for tuning in, supporting this broadcast. Reminder that this is an unofficial broadcast, so any support, whether it's dropping subs, members, or supporting the coffee, fantastic. A shout out to Aaron Soup, who is our special coffee supporter already.
That'd be so funny. They just have to random it. That'd be terrible for competitive integrity. But we are going to see Corky versus Udyr. Yeah, honestly, that would be a pretty big deal, and I'd have a lot of questions that maybe need answering. Okay,
how many autos
the Shy. Oh, there's so many autos, bro. We're so in.
I'm cooked.
Wait, they're still going. They're still fighting. The Unite is down. The Shy will be forced to burn his barrier. Xiaoshu's got a big one in the back pocket.
Okay, well, unfortunately, like I say, I do believe I am cooked. As we've now
you're definitely cooked now.
We're far over the 8.5s that I
God,
theorized.
I'm a genius.
Have you been counting?
So
Do you know your 22.5s? How close are we?
No, I got no idea, bro.
We'll have to go back in the replay. It's fine. We'll figure it out a little bit later on. Either way, though, I mean, Xiaoshu, you can just see absolutely tearing this one up.
Yeah, you know, the Shy isn't taking as much damage as I thought.
It was called Boris. Because whenever you lose lane or lose items, you just
Boris is the GOAT. All right, 91 CS. Let's see what happens because that Ring of Fire is starting to close in. Xiaoshu is just standing in melee range. He's trying to get off that Gatling gun as best he can. Shy is losing some HP, but they are both losing HP at a steady rate. As Shy's starting to go down, the ring is coming through. He's got nowhere to go. He seals himself up. Oh, wait. He's turtling hard. This is getting close. He's turning it around. Xiaoshu ran out of mana. And the victory goes over to the Shy. So But I don't really think we'll see too much of that as we see the Yone get locked in here. That is a Tangyuan champion for sure. He played that in his last series. Looked pretty good on it. Oh, there we go. There's the wall as Milky Way looks to move in. Shija gonna try to sidestep as best he can. And meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Flash is getting burnt by the supports.
Oh, interesting. I'd love to see how that ended up playing out. Looks like a cheater recall comes through from Gala. Rookie!
Oh, no. Tangyuan is so close. He will be able to walk it out, but Rookie getting the better of him.
Now gank topside as well, Milky Way.
Yeah, Milky Way putting that wall down. The Shy has a level up, but the problem is he doesn't have enough mana. He's going to flash away. Milky Way in hot pursuit. Dodge out on the Skittles, man. Dodge out on the auto. He's just too slow. And
that marker on the feet. Engage comes through.
Lula misses, and now he's the one who gets engaged on. Fate Sealed lands onto one, but it's going to be a 1-for-1 for right now. Now Rookie's in the middle of multiple members, but he's going to chunk out Milky Way. Milky Way's got to have the fancy feet going. Jachi trying to poke him away.
Judge spends a lot of time on that top side looking for a dive. Milky Way wasn't committed to a lane at that stage. Finds himself a Drake.
IG over the wall is Tangyuan waiting for a position. I smell a tasty Fate Sealed potentially. They're trying to get this 50, one grub away. Here come the roots, and it goes over to Milky Way as they go all the way in.
Rookie bounced forward.
Kills are going everywhere. Rookie is the one who gets hit with a public execution, and now RNG's got the 4v3 as they start chasing down the Shy. Hook lands on the Mako as they're chunking him out. He's forced to flash, but Chachi taken very low by the Shy, will limp out in the Karthus ultimate with just enough mana. Mako, see you later, as Milky Way gets him from downtown, and now the Shy is caught in a 3v1. It's just extra kills going over to RNG, and they're able to...
either side of the map, and now Lulu.
The hook goes onto him. Public execution is there. The barrier got burnt, but it doesn't matter because an Ambessa is going to try to chase you down. Gala managed to get under that turret, and nothing left in the tank for Xiaoshu. But Milky Way is going to get to safety. Give that one 5 big booms, Root Dude. Boom! And Jeje here to try to back up their mid laner as they will be able to take out that turret.
Rookie who is almost 1,000 gold up over his counterpart. Certainly feeling confident about his, probably in the mid lane, the tier 1 that they're going to look to try and break open. Typically that's your more highly prized objective.
Deal with that, and they just decided, hey, you know what, Xiaoshu, you can get this turret. We'll give you the solo gold for it. It's a better investment.
Same type of thing as when you get Elder and Baron spawning at the same time. What do you do? Obviously, the stakes are a little bit lower, but there's going to be that choice to make for both of these teams. Obviously, going to be the voracious Atacon, so you get that faux death. I was scared to see this game go a little bit later. Why I was scared that RNG hadn't snowballed this game and weren't completely in control. It has been started, and the teleport already coming into the top lane.
Yeah, there's just no way for IG to get in here, so it'll be smited and secured here. Tangyuan getting pushed off just a little bit as there's now a fight over the red buff. Here's a flash hook. Knockups are there. Fate Sealed. Down you go, Jeje.
Going to be looking to pump out the damage.
Yeah, we talked about how RNG doesn't have a whole lot of snap engage as they're attempted here. Tangyuan has to back out. The knockup is going to land on the Gala, but Lilla is so low, and he's going to be the one rooted up, and the Shy and Rookie slam him down. Xiaoshu is on the backside.
When we're seeing the teams group up as 5, Yanni, we're seeing IG come out on top. If we see these short skirmishes, the more scrappy fights, that's where IG, or RNG rather, are thriving. For RNG, this could give them the boost they need to close out this game. It could also give IG the route right back in.
Jeje is far away, so he's not going to be able to take it away. Milky Way will secure it. Mako's going to go down. Lela on the side. He's just going to try to deal with Gala for now as they blow up Rookie. Here's the knock-up, and they get Zhaki. Now Xiaoshu getting chased down, knocked away, shielded up, sure, but I don't think you're going to survive. It's a triple kill for
damage to them. You're not using it as an execute, for example. Whilst that can be very effective, getting a full maxed ulti out is very useful.
Lands on Mako. Fate Sealed whiffs, and Tangyuan is forced all the way back. Lilla goes down.
Stacking up these dragons. IG so far 2 for 2 with RNG, and Tangyuan, the one who takes the pressure, starts it up.
Look at these health bars. They're so low as the poke is coming down. Multiple members rooted. Ezreal coming through. Fate Sealed lands onto 2. Here's the Karthus Requiem. He's safe. Mako will go down. It's a 4v4. Public execution gets the job done. And Xiaoshu is out like a thief of the night. But look at Gala. Gala to the back line, but not a Gala moment as he's unable to close out on a kill.
Yeah, dives
but they do see it. So RNG immediately heads over. The Shy has teleport available, but he's not close. This Baron
Milky Way can
is
flash.
getting melted. He flashes
Steal!
over and steals it. Hook goes down. Knockups are there. Milky Way with a hero play. Gala's got a flash over the wall. Rookie is low. Requiem is there, but the Shy comes over the wall to try to save the day. The problem is the health bars are so low. He manages to find two.
They're the ones that step up in the pit, take down Gala, Judge, and the Shy on the back half. Finally now RNG with this Baron, they crack open some turrets. Xiaoshu gonna whiff out on that one there, but even still, with the Baron at their backs across all three of their carries, RNG should look to incur some very, very devastating. You know, we're looking at very minimal amounts of MR. It's Locket from Mako, which is going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Flash, hook, Gala is going golden. He's not quite dead as the knockups are there. LYON on the back line can't do anything, and Gala does fall. Mako's going down too. A very safe Karth assault will chunk everybody out. Jachi is going to get the better of Jeje here. The Shy is hooked, and he's in the middle of a lot of bodies. Rookie gets knocked up, and he will be chased down and go down. And RNG takes the first step to shocking the LPL as they will make the death march to take a Game 1 victory.
We sub in Lula to super carry the game. Milky Way and LYON have been doing damage the entire fight, but it's the bot lane for RNG that come up trumps in the end. The Nautilus flashes in, picks Gala out of a lineup and takes him down.
A little bit of lollipopping, but hey, many will say that's player skill, knowing what their champion can do. Game 1 to RNG, and they fought hard from minute 1 to the very...
Self-peel. You can't be locking in something immobile, and the Azir seems to fit that brief really nicely. Gives them that consistent DPS threat, which also allows Jachi to open into Lethality Varus as well, which keeps him even safer in the laning phase, because he doesn't have to step up to try and auto-attack.
Well, there's only a couple people here, and there's many
Comet.
more up there. Oh no, bro.
Goodbye! The Rift. Lula, not level 6, not even close.
Yeah, this is going to be a weird pin. So Gala is the one who gets caught in a 2v1, has to burn his cleanse as they're jockeying for position over these grubs. Second one goes to Milky Way, and the rest of RNG says, we just disrupted it. You can
Chance is there for RNG to just sit back, relax, and maybe find themselves with a pretty good game once again.
Xiaoshu could find himself in trouble in a little bit. Call the Forge God is here. So is the bot lane. There's the knock-up. No ultimate going to be used for Jeje yet because it's just coming up. But the Fate's Call lands the knock-up onto the Udyr. Flash forward, good handshake too. Now it's how many spears can you skewer into Xiaoshu here, trying to do the stance. Take these ones without contest. So just a trade of objectives here, Rude Dude. And I like the dichotomy between these two teams, right? The dichotomy between the organizations, the young, homegrown RNG players and IG saying, screw the rules, I have money. And the dichotomy in-game because they have very similar tools.
No, and I want to see just a little more from Lula Milky Way, I think, to LYON and seeing how well the Azir can perform.
Oh no, the mismatch backs, and they're taking advantage of the flashless
first item. So very mana hungry on the Azir currently, but at this stage in the game, they'll be looking to try and cut through some frontline more than anything.
Lula got chunked really hard as Rookie heads to the bottom lane to deal with Xiaoshu. Call the Forge God there, knocks him up, and Xiaoshu is just dead, my friend. Rookie
is spacing to enable space for the soldiers to do their work.
Here we go. Let's give it a shot. Knockups are there. Rookie has to do something in the 2v1. Lila coming through to try to cut him off. He's not going to land the Tangle Barbs, but that Q, the heal as well for the movement speed. That's a matter of can you actually find the Akali trying to dash away. Now sending them all on a wild goose chase. Tangle Barb still doesn't land. Somebody's going to get him eventually.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's going to Lula, and I think that's best case scenario for Rookie, so quite happy to just give it over to the Nico. That's shut down.
Side near this dragon, the top laners are up in their own space. Up there's the Pop Blossom landing onto two members, but the ultimate from the Renata making everybody go crazy.
So it's looking very much like they'll be able to find those feats of strength, engage or opening CC, and then, like we can see, the hostile takeover catches the two following up, which is ultimately all that was needed. So LYON able.
So I mean, you're going to be doing too much damage that RNG's not going to be able to do anything. And here's that proactivity. They jump on Gala to put IG in the driver's seat. Now a fight over this dragon, 5,000 HP. RNG hanging around. LYON does not have any summoners here. Doesn't have his ult either. This Dragon is just getting lower and lower. A couple members throwing pot shots on it, but nothing more. As they're just doing the dragon dance here.
IG,
the attack
2
and
seconds
speed
on
of these teams are
ulti.
rising. Let's see what
Flip.
the move is. The Paranoia comes out. So does the Renata ultimate. And the knockup is onto the Varus. And down he goes. The Pop Blossom's only going to hit one member. And Rookie is surrounded. Tang Yuan is able to get the kill. Now the question is, can Xiaoshu get the hell out of there? But he's skewered like a pig. As the Shy will close out on the kill. Tang Yuan is full HP. And he wants to go in. Gala's going to fall because Milky Way's healthy too. Zhezhe is low. He's going to get stabbed in the back. And he's bleeding out in the river. And he's going to fall. Mako is low. He flashes away. Tang Yuan on the other side too. The handshake will keep Mako alive for now. But Tang Yuan has the sustain damage. He's chasing after the Shy. And now he wants a piece of Mako. There's no turret left. He's got to get through the Shy first. They're trading blows, and the handshake finally, the
Chips and jabs aren't the important part.
Big
But
one,
I'm like,
picture.
yeah, we're on Atacon now.
Yeah, Otacon is getting tethered a little bit. He's down to
Rookie's
6,000
bot lane.
HP. Teleport is coming in from Rookie. Here comes Call of the Forge God. It's going to knock up 2 members. They're on top of Milky Way, and he will fall. The knockups are there too. Here's the Pop Blossom. It lands on the 3, but what can RNG do? The health bars are getting lower because Tang Yuan is leading the charge with his army. It's a 5v4. The question is, can RNG pick anybody trying to make their way out? It looks like IG will limp away with the kill they got.
But it's that top turret again provides the bastion that RNG need to stave off any form of aggression from RNG. Yes, they may lose it here, but it keeps them thoroughly in contention for being able to fight for the Atacon in 10 seconds time. Milky Way gonna respawn, and maybe RNG still fancy themselves a bit of this.
Nice trick play there from Lilla, and Rookie in the Shroud. He's going to go golden, and he's going to go... No, he's going to stay alive. It's a 5v4. Otacon is getting low. The lights have gone out. Is anybody home? It's secured by Milky Way, and they've turned onto the Shy. Tang Yuan with a nice knock up to the side. They find Gala. The Shy will fall. It is now a 5v3. The health bars are a little below, but they have the revives. The question is, does RNG want the Baron? And they've turned on it.
And they've decided that they do. With these withdrawals available, eyes are on RNG to find not just the Atacon, but the Baron buff to boot. TP backing from Tang Yuan. That consistent DPS is now in the pit. And turn your attention to Rookie. He's looking for the flank with Jurjit as well.
Mako is over the wall. There's the hostile takeover. The Pop Blossom is going to delay it just enough time. And now they're going to turn on to Zhezhe. No, they turn back onto the Baron. It's a 3v2 because those Otacon respawns.
The base to try and crack down? How many are they going to be able to take?
They need to also take this dragon. Keep that in mind. I don't know when they're going to do it, but you do not steady under them. But they have the seeds that have been planted so often. He's got the Seeker's Arm Guard too, which means it's going to be a hell of a lot harder to actually take him down, as this bot inner turret will fall.
From the all-star jungler really coming into this split.
RNG dragging IG around with them, trying to make a play onto this turret. It's very low. Zhezhe in the jungle forces Xiaoshu over to the far side as he looks to chase down Rookie, as they're going to wait for another wave to come in. They are keenly pinging out Rookie, acutely aware where he's at. Handshake onto Tang Yuan, brings him down to half HP. This is something to worry about.
Yeah, that's a big chunk. And all of Tang Yuan's HP is important.
The lights are out. They're going to target the Varus. Here comes the Call of the Forge God. It's going to knock up 2 onto the side, but they don't get anybody with the hostile takeover. Lele is golden in the middle of a lot of enemies, but he's forced to flash away. The Shy's been rooted, and the damage is still consistent. Pop Blossom doesn't land onto anybody. Fate's Call knockup is there, and Gala claims the life of Lila.
And in the fight, it's IG that come out on top. A series of misplays from crucial members from RNG cost Lila his life. Milky Way.
The flash, the knockup. They're on to Gala, but he flashes away. And Rookie kills Chachi on the backside. Now the question is, will Rookie escape once again? He needs to get out, and he will, because the teleport and the rest of the squad are here. A cacophony of errors for RNG, because these objectives are spawning. They're down in 80 carry, and guess what? They might get dove under this turret. Yes, you're right, the teleports are here. RNG are stuck on an island. They're marooned.
Fish in a barrel.
They need a way out, and I think the only way out is death. Taeyuan doing what he can, but Gala takes him out. The lights are out. They can't find Gala, but they can find Milky Way.
Watch defending their tier 2 turret and are able to take down not just this Baron. You'd like to think they'll pick up a soul off the back of this as well. Milky Way started off so well. Gala's half HP already.
And that resulted in the start of this play, and RNG can't get in, and the soul is congregating on this bottom inner turret as they take that one out too.
And importantly as well, have to remember that the engage for this IG composition, it's there with Nocturne plus Ornn. This composition was built to be all in. We'd highlighted it from the draft that they go forward well. So if they want...
he's shown it for sure. And I think the big reason for trepidation about this IG is well to keep them at arm's length as Taeyuan doing what he can to try to clear the woods. They spot out Rookie. The lights have gone out. Rookie's gone golden. Pop Blossom there. It won't get him. He's going to blow up Jachi.
Rookie!
And now he's on to Taeyuan as well, but he knocks him away. The problem is everyone else has fallen. Taeyuan is stuck in the back of the pit. He will fall. A double kill for Gala, and Invictus Gaming will knot up the series at 1 apiece.
And the shivers start to dissipate. IG come out with a clean ace to close out game number 2. The series is equal once again. And this is the IG fighting we were expecting. It took them 40 minutes to get there, Yanni, but they find the fight they needed.
The sleeping giants may have finally awoken. They still have to win 2 more. It wasn't perfect.
See how that plays out. I will also say RNG have taken Jax blind when, again, Gragas, a champion that does very well versus Jax, also does very well versus the entire composition. Outside, though, Layla probably going to give his life to try and kill Gala. No summoner spells, remember?
Yep, Gala's still marked. Oh, what's going on here? A taunt in the mid lane, but Jeje is the one who gets here first. It'll be first blood going over to Vi, and on the top side ends up being a 1-for-1.
Fight to be had.
Yeah, they're going to turn on the top lane here as Mako is forced to flash away. And the question is RNG caught the claw, the flashes, but Mako is kind of stuck. And here comes Taeyuan into the middle of the fight as they manage to make it a 1-for-1. Kills to the 80 carries. The taunt goes down. The trap that they're setting here. Lele manages to get behind. Big headbutt. Can the taunt go down? But Jeje is completely alone. Here comes the Galio ultimate and the Lamb's respite. It's split off Rookie. He's completely caught. But the Shy with his big belly bump knocking everybody to the side. And over the wall. Down goes the Galio. And a huge pull on top of it. It's an ace! Almost. Yes. No, it is an actual ace. To the Dragon. By the way, they got the grubs too.
Yeah, so they are very, very happy with the way that this game has started to pan out. It was, again, one of those slow burners for the early stages. A couple plays here, a couple plays there that Milky Way had sort of started. Mako as well with a couple of really good outings himself. But, you know, we've started to off the wall, and I think that really just ensures his tankiness. From there, you can go really whatever you fancy.
Don't actually do anything with it, Rude Dude, as Rookie will hop in the robot here. He's going to knock up the Galio as they go for a full 3-man engage. They have a decent amount of damage. Not a ton right now, but Rookie is sustaining pretty well. Xiaoshu ends up in the middle of 4 people. The teleport was not what you wanted. Lela trying to help him out, but he's going to go down. And IG get the pick that they wanted, and they'll take out the top inner turn.
There's your TikTok moment, Yanni. We got to see Jachi. It's so funny that that's what we have to be excited for RNG, because the rest of this game
small wins.
Yeah. No, and you're quite right. And the tier 2 turret is a formality. Tier 3 turret honestly should be their goal. Even if they take a fight, they are down 2 levels bot lane, 1 level mid lane, 1 level jungle, and 1 level top lane.
He's going to have to go on a suicide mission, and given the fact that this Baron is so low and the bouncers, Rookie, the Shy, and Mako are here to keep everybody away.
We're all bouncing.
Goes in trying to land a taunt, but Lila goes down, and you are not allowed entrance.
4th mark, so
let's go!
Champion now
I think that's why the crowd's clapping.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of that Baron wears off, exit towards the Dragon. They also got probably enough time to break open the base, recall, and then go for the Dragon, get that soul on their back pocket, and then there really is just no looking back.
Dude, realistically, they might not even leave the base. They might just take the game here. Bottom inhibitor turret and inhibitor are falling with the Shy pushing
as well.
in the mid lane. They're going to rotate it right over. 2 inhibitors down. They have plenty of engage. I wonder if they're just going to rip it here. They're going to start sieging on these Nexus turrets. Dude, RNG has to do something. They've been hapless all game, but at least go down swinging, and that's what Lilla is trying to do. But he is so low. He's got to flash away, but the Demon Flare on the Demonic Ascension did enough to take him out. It's a 5v4. Hey, Rookie's low at least. Xiaoshu's going in. Here comes the Galio ultimate. It knocks up flashed. One. And here is the bullet time. It doesn't really do a whole lot, but it did enough. Tang Yuan's going to go down. Xiaoshu on the back line. Will he be able to claim the life of Gala? He flashes and he got him. Shutdown acquired. But dude, where's your Nexus? Well, it's gone. A 28-minute drop. Oh no, I had so much respect for them. And they just go and pick the Smolder, man. Come on.
Okay, so
it makes sense.
Smolder also got really to get the Sky Splitter down and flash in at the same time as you land the stun, as that sort of Sky Splitter lands as well as attempted re-engage. No flash now.
I like it, and it's first.
I'm right here. I've got exactly the answer, and the Renekton getting punished.
Oh no, I think they're going to have to put the Shy back on tanks after this one, my friend. He's been stunned. Wind becomes lightning. Zhezhe, I don't think he can get there in time to save your friend. The Shy is doing what he can, but he will fall.
It's good to see that Xiaoshu is making the most of that more so than anything else. The question for me is how much can he leverage from the advantage he has got? What are RNG going to do with this Volibear to make sure that their carries in Tang Yuan and Xiaoqi rather make it to that late game, make it to that point of power where they can be the carry and take over?
Well, Grubs is a great way of doing it, but hold that thought as Rookie's going to get engaged on. We'll be able to speed skate over the wall.
I mean,
Grubs
we got everything out of
doing it because Xiaoqi will be able to whittle down some turrets as Rookie gets further engaged on. They're going to go all the way in, but is able to dodge out with the flash.
Well, I don't wonder. I can see what Gala is going to be building, but the end build path for this Caitlyn, we're starting out with Yuntal Wild Arrows, it looks like. Alright, so Tang Yuan goes back to base, he picks up his Essence Reaver and then teleports into the fight.
Well, Rookie does have his barrier available, but his flash is down. Lightning Crash just to kill
Turn off the turret.
Yeah, and this is a bit of a problem. Lilla is just going to be able to tank it up without too much of an issue. The question is, can they get anybody on the backside? Xiaoqi takes so much damage from the turret and goes down. Xiaoshu going to be the next target. Zhezhe is still alive. Here's Mom coming through, and Tang Yuan trying to do his thing, but it's going to be a kill for the Renekton, 2 for the Shy. But now Milky Way and Tang Yuan trying to take over the flash forward, but Zhezhe keeps him under the turret and is able to trade it out. Yes, can they get the cell division? It's going to be close. Got the extra damage on. No, he's... Oh, no, he did go down, and the turret had reset.
To the top lane, it means that they really don't need to worry about the Volibear.
All right, Milky Way, a little caught out here. Knocking a couple of people together, but the ultimates from the Ziggs and the Smolder do so much. The Shy is stuck, and Milky Way gets his 5th kill.
There's this fat wall in the way of Gala, so he can't actually do any DPS.
Yo, Rookie might be in trouble. Lightning Crash going to go down, trying to get all the damage that he can. Use the ultimate. Good dodge by Rookie. The problem is, I don't think Rookie's got the damage right now. Flash! Stun! You can't run from the bear! Rookie! Yeah, he can run from the bear! He's able to get over the wall with just a sliver of HP.
Blinking HP. Objectives for the Feats of Strength. They've already taken 3 kills. The Feat of Warfare went their way earlier on. This is absolutely a world where RNG take us to 5 games. Setting up now around this Herald. Revive ready for the Zac.
Oh no, Tang Yuan got tagged, and he goes down, and now it's just a front to back. Milky Way's gonna fall too. It's a double kill for Gala, and they're still not done. Triple kill for Gala as Lilla gets shot in the back.
And you get to see the second Gala can free fire is the second that IG come alive. Triple kill for the Caitlyn. Mid-tier 1 going to fall. The Rift Herald as well. And IG all of a sudden wrestle back control of this game.
Pedal Meat 4. IG is so back, baby. That Rift Herald gonna go down, and they're gonna try to make some good use of it. Man, that ward being there and Tang Yuan getting caught by...
So crazy. It's pretty high.
Yeah, pretty high there as they're going to try to
execute error where the Smolder really starts to come online and be quite terrifying. Probably going to happen.
Just in case Xiaoshu was shoved off that turret, he won't be, so they'll secure it.
I will say, I'm very impressed with how, and there was one quick fight on that top side where I don't really feel like we got the best use of Stormbringer, and
the Smolder and Xiaoshu is low. Rookie is getting lower, but the healing is too much for IG to rip through at this point. Ace in the hole gets blocked by Lilla. He will side lane solo. You know, it's not the same because it's a Pentagon.
Okay, we're going again.
Hey, we're
6K.
back on Otacon. 6K, 5K, the Shy lying in wait. Rookie from the top side. Jeje ready to go. Elastic slingshot in, and it's secured by the Smolder. One execute goes down, sent back to the base. Milky Way turning on the Shy. Xiaoshu can't quite get close. Mako, Jeje, and Gala in hot pursuit, and down goes Milky Way over the wall. This could be disastrous. LYON is unable to get a kill himself. RNG, they take Otacon. Available. He's
just
taking it
starting
back. Lilla getting tagged, pulled in, trying to Zenith Blade out, but he gets stunned, and he's taking a lot of damage. Yeah, you're right. Gala and Rookie will take him down. The Shy teleports in. He gets tagged, but he's fine for now. Milky Way trying to go in, but he is tagged by the concussive blows, and he's got to try to get out. Lilla comes in, and they find Jiachi. He's got to try to get out, but he's stuck, and the satchel charge won't help you. Rookie and Gala are running these fights. LYON trying to get in there, getting the executes, but you only find the Cell division, and IG have put
just the fight before. Every single opportunity, this guy is unchecked. The Baron goes to IG, and the series looks like Harry, don't get me wrong, but Rookie has been doing more in these fights.
JJ going for the priority target, and he secures the soul on top of it, and it's a disaster fight for RNG because they lose so much, but they are starting to win on some sides. But Rookie is bearing down on the Leona, on the Ziggs. They got everything they wanted. And Rudude, they're gonna come away with a series victory. We've seen IG play these games, and they haven't thrown a lead this big.
The JJ Redemption arc has been fulfilled. This Zac was a menace, a fiend, a demon to take down RNG in this game. And yes, they're going to play their little war of attrition, but Rookie and the Shy are wandering into the base, Nexus turrets in their eyes. A day in playoffs, certainly something they're looking for.
The sleeping giants of the LPL have awoken, and the league better be put on.
Isso, né? E vai vir então a Alistar, que pode ajudar também em parar o Rel e também dando esse follow-up. A Pop, no caso, para dar o follow-up é meio mais ou menos, ainda mais com o 3Z, não consegue brilhar tanto. É, a Pop não seria tão bom aqui. Carioca tá chegando, o Curi já garante a visão, vai chegando agora a equipe da PEN, eles tentam a iniciação, já tem atordoamento, vai ficando pra trás, gasta o flash, o Wiz pode cair, olha o First Blood chegando! É bom! Mas puxou a mid lane, e agora quem pisa no Rio e não tá querendo ceder é o time da PEN. O Winston me deu face check. Deu a cara, eita! E pode cair agora no meio de todo mundo, acaba se jogando, ele vai ser eliminado. Já é o segundo abate da equipe da PEN, o Winston subiu! Mais um abatezinho, o time da PEN vai conquistar. De novo da PEN, eles sabiam exatamente do tempo que o Titã ia demorar. Vem agora o Ultinos. Tentativa de entrada em cima do Dinquedo, agora é a vez da Loud de descontar! O Izzy. Bast larvas, dragão sendo feito então pelo time da PEN e as barricadas também sendo pegas pelo Dinquedo por conta daquele Ignite que o Curi gastou. Exatamente. Tem que jogar separados. Já vem agora essa proteção, todo mundo tá com a esfera, hein? O Carioca tá com a esfera. Já vem o ultimate agora, pega os dois! O flash não funciona, mesmo assim o Rude anda de pé. Ele ainda garante o flash, vai indo pra trás. Quem cai agora é o Carioca. Olha a virada, será que vai dar? Vai buscando, o Titã tá lá atrás. O Tinoz já sobrevivendo assim como pode. São duas eliminações pra um lado, uma pro outro. A Loud vai conquistando mais ao que... Vai farmando no mid o que dá. Tá com esfera. Tá com esfera, vai buscar o Tim. Entra o combo, entra o dano. Ele conseguiu anular com W. Mesmo assim, dá tudo certo. Mais uma vez, usando o escudo pra sair dessa ultimate do Azir. Vem a primeira torre, concluem as proezas de força e garantem aí a... Ele aproveita para rotacionar pro dragão, vai pegar mais um monstro épico, então é o início de jogo de potência máxima da PEN. 14 minutos e meio aproximadamente, já vão pegar 2 dragões, estão com... E é muita informação, né? Porque agora também tem as pétalas para você pegar. É um absurdo, e a PEN tá usando isso muito bem. E lá vem de novo, e tome-lhe dano, e tome-lhe cura. Robo e tome-lhe a PEN crescendo. Não tem counter pro Root, tá sozinho na lane, amigão. Eles estão tentando ajudar o team fight agora, não tem como a Loud contestar. Opa, vem o Isa agora por trás, o Titã usa o combo completo pra sair, mas entra o decreto do Imperador! A Loud vai querer lutar flanco do Winston. Vai tentar essa entrada, enquanto que o Carioca já tá com a esfera mais uma vez. Busca iniciação por aqui, enquanto o Carioca vai lá em cima, consegue sair. O Root saiu, hein? O Weiser tá perdido no meio de todo mundo por ali, mas ele consegue lutar, vai indo pra longe. A Loud tá com menos poder, por isso eles não conseguem descontar. Mas o Curi mesmo assim fica pra trás. A Loud ganha a luta. Temos um jogo! Pela segunda vez o Cork é encontrado e a Loud tem flash. Olha essa boa visão aqui atrás, garantindo muito bem essa posição. Carioca tá com a esfera Doriana, o Curi tá pelo lateral, ele isola o Tinoz, já joga, o combo não encaixa, e aí agora pode ser oportunidade, será que a Loud vai conseguir? Porém a PEN vai batendo bastante, o Carioca obrigado a gastar o flash pra longe, o Isa fora da batalha, o Carioca vai ser o primeiro eliminado, ainda vem a perseguição a longa distância, na luta estendida a gente falou que a Loud podia triunfar, o robô ainda continua com pouquíssima vida, é um abate somente garantido que fica nas mãos da Loud. E o Titã deu flash pra tentar dar o último hit no robô, mas o Xant consegue segurar esse dano, perde flash o Cork, perde flash a Oriana e eles não conseguiram acertar o combo. Esse combo da PEN não pode falhar. A Loud consegue ter mais vida, continua fazendo atacão e o robô volta com o teleporte. A PEN não quer deixar. Entrar, a PEN continua por lá, tá longe do Mega, o Weiser não tem nem barra acumulada por ali, não tem muito que eles possam fazer, tem teleporte chegando, a Oriana também se junta, Dinqueiro tá por ali, é um bônus poderosíssimo, o Anjo Guardião vai ser espalhado e toda a Loud garante o bônus, a PEN tá vendo o jogo mudar e mudar demais, é flash do Curi que vai embora, vamos buscar, o Wiz vai buscar! Esse buff é muito roubado, tá? A Loud vai só meter o louco agora pra cima da PEN o tempo todo. A PEN precisa burstar. A Loud tem um Anjo Guardião sobrando na composição. Vai rodar e agora mais. Fica complicado. Eles vão voltar aqui, hein? Dinkas dando a cara, olha o gol! Eles têm GA. Já vai embora o Dinquedo, a GA faz ele voltar na base e a Loud vai escalando, não tem mais vantagem em jogo. Foi um neutralizado indo para as mãos do Ezreal, eles conseguem tirar o efeito de 2 jogadores do time da Loud, perde a GA Winston e também perde a GA por ali. Conseguiram fazer o que queriam, trocaram ali as suas GAs por eliminação, tempo de mapa, e com isso agora eles avançam pela rota do meio, enquanto que aqui embaixo a equipe da PEN vai tentar garantir agora esse dragão para entrar ali agora também no seu ponto de alma, enquanto que a Loud varre a mid lane. A Loud ainda vai na força bruta, porque eles têm Anjo Guardião em 3 jogadores, nos 2 carries, que é o principal, o Dinquedo pego. Toma ele dano, toma ele engage, o jogo vai acabar! O jogo pode acabar agora! A Loud encontrou a eliminação, vai segurando o máximo que dá, o Tinoz ainda tá vivo, vai espetando, tem double kill nas mãos do Root e a Loud faz uma virada histórica na abertura da LTA! Esse jogo cheio de história, com muita reviravolta, a Loud continua de pé, o time não tá nem aí pra dar com a vida baixa, tem Anjo Guardião, a Loud vai tentar buscar a base, ele já vai pra retirada, o Anjo Guardião já ativa, o Carioca vai ser eliminado, a Loud começou atrás,
é um pouco mais difícil da Loud controlar também, chega num ritmo um pouco mais morno, os minions da Loud vão levar essa torre tier 2 do bot, então é mais espaço.
Executado, pode tentar mais uma vez o combo, tá com a esfera agora de novo Carioca, o Titã vai indo pra trás, apaga a luz com paranoia, vai tentar entrar pra cima agora, justamente no Tinoz, decreto do Imperador, ele ainda tá de pé, vai segurando, e ele agora acaba caindo, mas ele demora bastante, Carioca consegue sair também com nada de vida, ele vai ter que sair dali completamente, mas a PEN consegue agora se estender na batalha, a luta estendida deles, olha o Weiser, o dois da parede, mas não tem sequência, chega agora o Dinqueiro pra tentar se igualar, será que ele vai conseguir buscar o Root agora? O flash vai indo pra longe, a Loud não consegue ninguém, agora sim ele basta pra cima do Titas! Bonecagem neles e ainda continua na pressão, a Loud parecia que ia perder a batalha, mas o robô
esse combo de Dinquedo e Carioca.
Espera no Carioca, espera no Carioca. Paranoia, buscar justamente agora o Root, ele consegue deslocar pra longe, ele ainda vai sobreviver, não ganha o tempo, mas acaba sendo neutralizado, ainda tem entrada da perseguição pra cima do Carioca, ele vai cair também, é um por enquanto, é atirador pro caçador, e lá atrás o Titã vai buscando o Wiz, não é só ele não, da equipe da PEN inteira, mas agora é hora de virar pra cima do Winston! Mas o Winston tá marcando, o time da PEN tá com problemas pra passar daquela região. Saíram, abandonaram o Barão, vai ter que vir no Paranoia, ele acaba translocando de novo, o Root sai agora do combo, ele fica sempre perto da parede, ele percebeu que a manha é essa, e agora o Carioca fica vendido na jogada, e a jogada se repete, sem flash. Em vez do bot agora é no top, o Dinqueiro fica pra trás, já caiu o primeiro, já caiu o segundo, vai desabando o jogo da PEN! E o Root faz assim pro Carioca. Vem, amigão, vem. Pula em mim que eu vou pular a parede. Sai mais uma vez essa iniciação. O Titã causa muito dano, mas não tem como mais. O Varão é da equipe da Loud. Continua agora bem nesse ritmo de jogo. E o Root simplesmente chama o Carioca. O Carioca cai na ilha. Vai ter dano.
O Tim ele precisa estar lá já pronto pra dar esse dano, pra abusar da sua TP flanco dele.
E aqui o Winston pode pegar todo mundo no flanco, hein? Tá chegando mais um. O Weiser de um lado, o Winston do outro. Ele consegue segurar o Dinquedo, ele fica isolado. Acabou. Decreto do Imperador nos 2 carries! E aí, meu amigo, quando o Imperador de Shurima manda, você só obedece. Já vai cair a eliminação rápida em cima do Dinquedo. O Root ainda vai buscando. O Carioca vai ser eliminado. Titã vai indo embora. A Loud vem pra abrir 1-0 na série. O Dinquedo não teve chances. A iniciação da Rel foi rápida em cima dele. E a PEN se sentiu muito pressionada a fazer as coisas logo. O Nar tava acabando o Mega Nar dele. A iniciação pegou a Orianna. E agora, meus amigos, o Weiser vai pro chão. E só o Curi de alistar. Ele é bom, mas não é o suficiente para segurar a base. 1-0 para Loud. Na Liga das Américas, o confronto brasileiro vai dando espetáculo em nível mundial. É 1-0 Loud! A Loud sofreu no early game, mas respirou.
Se você não eliminar em 2 turnos, não tem como. Winston trazendo uma novidade aqui. Bardo, então, nas mãos do sul-coreano.
Eu gosto porque isso mostra muito o tipo de jogador que é dos feitiços, de todo mundo ainda de pé. E lá em cima agora começa a execução das larvas e quem pega primeiro o Carioca. O Carioca, não sei se ele roubou ou se ele já tinha feito a iniciação primeiro e chegou depois.
Cara, mas o que o Wiz tá fazendo ali? Tinha dado B,
olha o
mais
Hobbs
trocação.
indo pra cima do Weiser, será que sai First Blood? Nada, contra-ataque, consegue sair, vai pra longe. E agora o Dinquedo gastou o ultimate, ele foi pra cima, por enquanto o time da PEN já pegou 2 lavas, mas a Loud não tá querendo deixar terceiro e último, o Wiz tá dentro do pit nível 4. Tá complicado pra ele, vai ser alvejado, o Winston chega pra tentar defender, flash duplo agora da equipe da Loud pra sair, é tudo na PEN. Aqui a gente tá vendo o Lute tentando pegar, quem sabe, a primeira barricada aqui no top. Já foram 3 pro chão lá no bot, então o robô, ele tá ficando grande. Ele abate, mas a gente viu ali que eles tentaram de novo uma execução. Falando em execução, agora o Tim pode ser a bola da vez, porque o Carioca chegou e aí ataque duplo pra cima dele, já vem o teammate, quem quer primeiro, o dano dele pra cima do Dinquedo é gigante, aí só sobra o Boca na perseguição, será que vai dar? Não tem mais carga do ímpeto, tá lá!
Disponíveis, daqui a pouco ter voltado o Maokai, o Winston é revolvido dessa luta, PEN no Rio.
Vai tentar a entrada, a equipe da PEN, por enquanto a Loud executa 2 dessas vastilarvas, vai fazendo frente a frente, o Root avança em direção ao Titã, mas o Curi chega na hora, liga inquebrável, volta, enraiza, aturdou por ali, teleporte chegando, alguém vai cair nessa brincadeira, a pergunta é quem? O Tim é obrigado a chegar já flashando, fica pra trás agora o Carioca, o Winston por ali ainda também, ele consegue segurar, vai ser eliminado, e a PEN vai continuando na perseguição, cai 1, cai 2, cai 3, PEN! Game pra batalha!
A luta perfeita que a PEN precisava, Titã no chase com a sua Ashe e o Tinoz caiu no teleporte no meio do pagode de Victor, sem chance alguma da Loud conquistar essa vitória.
Lá fazendo essa tentativa de escalar rápido pras proezas, assim como a PEN conseguiu no jogo 1, mas agora o Weiser pode ser pego, hein? Winston, Luiz muito próximos, avança, tirou um flash no robô, mas gastou o dele, e aí ficou vendido na jogada, vem chegando todo mundo, jornada mística, e o Weiser caiu no bait, será? Será que ele vai conseguir sair? Joe jogado pra cima, ganha o tempo, vão deixar pra quem? Kill pra quem carrega?
Não tem muito como o Tinoz defender sozinho, agora com a chegada do Winston ajudaria, mas já é tarde demais. E é objetivo pra todo lado.
Vem o Titã, Carioca voltou. Pegou o robô, vem o combo, mas é muito tanque, cara. Mal entrou dano. A sequência ainda é boa, jogou pra trás. Segura, segura, agora absorve, não tem pra onde ir. O robô agora recebe o ultimate do Winston pra ganhar um pouco mais de tempo. Será que vai dar? Nada disso! Titãzada pro abate, também vai ser punido. Wiz é double kill do Titã, ele quer o triple. A perseguição ainda se estende, mas não consegue chegar.
Flash do Titã, a torcida comemora o charme do Jin acertando, enquanto que a PEN tava pressionando.
Ultimate no Titas. Ultimate no Titas, ele não tem flash, ele só tem barreira, errou o timing. Errou o time, o Winston pra cima do Titã e vai voltar o dano. Ai, o Curi também errou o ultimate dele. O Liga agora o ultimate, o Wiz tenta segurar, faz um zone no ataque à distância e por isso o Winston sobrevive.
Mas olha o Jax, cara. O Jax vai levar uma T2 ali, pegar 700 de gold completamente. Tranquilo da vida do Weiser, que tá passando por baixo do radar, mas tá em menos de 1 minuto. E vamos ver, a Loud não tá com mais espaço pra deixar as coisas.
Vamos pegar o Carioca. Vamos pegar o Carioca no meio do caminho, ele recupera um pouco de vida, flash, ele deu um passinho até pra trás, aí ele sobrevive.
15 mil de vida quase. Pra você descer isso aí tudo, demora. E enquanto...
É confusão. Será que vai dar certo? Da última vez foi aí onde tudo azedou pra PEN.
Teleporte do Team já voltando, mas não tem 2 itens. A PEN tá por ali, o Weiser dentro do mato.
O Weiser, meu amigo, ninguém sabe que ele tá ali. Olha o flanco do Jax, ele chega metendo um poste em todo mundo. Já caiu o primeiro, a sequência toda da equipe da PEN. A Loud não tem pra onde ir, o double kill já é instaurado e o homem simplesmente não para. Quem vai segurar ele? Já tem essa eliminação agora pra cima do Titã também. Mais um robô no meio do lance. Vai ficando pra trás, é Dinquedo, Carioca revezando o dano. É só pra vir pra finalizar. Quem é que vai levar? E tá lá! 3 abaixo.
Vai fazer a próxima série aí, vai vir o Penatoi. Nesse caso o Wilson não ajudou também o Guerreiro. E a PEN agora continua avançando, leva a T2, o Jackson puxando pela mid lane. E simplesmente não tem contestação nesse momento. Olha o peito.
Agora veio, tá aí então, foi pra torre, e agora ela pode ser eliminada também, tá com quase nada de vida, o Curi vai segurando, então é torre, T3 no chão, a PEN abre um buraco na base da Loud.
E do mesmo jeito que no jogo passado a Loud usou esse buff, a PEN só marcha.
Eu acho que precisava de um pouco mais de tempo de line, quem sabe, tá um pouco melhor, porque não vimos a Loud.
Porque quando você cola, meu, a situação muda completamente. Olha o Weiser, indo pra cima do Tinoz, nesse 1 contra 1, e aí? Vai levar melhor, ele consegue sair agora do ultimate, que também bate muito, enquanto que agora o barão vai sendo feito por ali. Pode cair a qualquer momento, vai tentar o milagre, o Is, é ele contra o mundo. Será que dá? O momento é esse, é pra definir o jogo. Já entra o Dinquedo, o encanto acaba não encaixando. Ganha um pouco mais de tempo agora o Winston também com o ultimate do Bardo. Vai fazer esse recuo, Dinquedo saindo com o confirme contra o Root, mas ele sobrevive.
O burst da área foi muito alto, o Root agora abre o ultimate lá de longe, o Wiz ainda tem flash e a PEN deixa o Bardo com 3.000, mas entrou.
Entrou o
1 de vida.
1 de vida e o Carioca pega!
No final do dia, a Loud agora vai ter um problema pra segurar esse Baron, inclusive o robô agora vai tomar chase.
E não é exagero, é literal 1 de vida, vocês devem ver já, porque aqui agora o Dinquedo vai sendo perseguido pelo robô, mas o Carioca tá chegando. Vem agora o encanto, o orbe da ilusão,
dano, cara.
Puxa mais uma vez, e aí chegou todo mundo. Aí é a G2 brasileira, joga 4 pro top, e vem pra eliminação e é do Dinkas.
É muito um soco à mesa.
Pelo menos isso. Entrada veloz da Loud pra cima do Titã. Acaba agora o engage em cima da torre e a Loud acredita até o final.
Como que ele tomou isso? O Wiz acho que deve ter estacado o quê? Agora o robô foi pego, mas tá muito resistente.
E o Root pode abrir esse ult ainda, exatamente o que ele faz. Já vem agora pra tentar fazer esse contra-ataque. Será que existe um mundo? Será que a Loud vai querer repetir o que fez no jogo de número 1? Vai espantando a PEN da sua base. A perseguição vai se estendendo. Vão conseguir segurar aí no Weiser. Olha o que vai acontecendo perante os nossos olhos. A Loud aguenta e segura.
A gente precisa entender como que o Titã foi parar naquela posição. A iniciação ele estava muito avançado, sem o time por perto e simplesmente um abate tranquilo pro time da Loud, que na sequência conseguiu buscar ainda o Jax do Weiser, que cai, perde o tempo de varão inteiro agora. O time da PEN, Lupe, não será GG nos próximos.
Tá todo mundo tentando se esconder.
E não tem visão da Loud, eles não sabem o que tá acontecendo, já tava sendo feito o flanco do Weiser.
Agora a baguncinha, o Weiser consegue segurar, olha o que ele consegue fazer pra cima do Root! Ele é eliminado, vai cair o Winston também. É o momento da PEN Game, teremos jogo 3, o empate é real!
Em mais um flanco do Weiser, ele encontra o Root, o follow-up do Curi foi perfeito, flash ult de Brown pra frente, a PEN pega 4 jogadores, vai buscar o Tinoz e partir pra empatar a série 1 a 1 PEN Loud.
Na estreia da LTA Sul 2025, com um dos maiores clássicos do Brasil, a gente vai pra 3 jogos, sim, senhoras e senhores, não vai ter pouco League of Legends, não! É esse PEN Gaming que vai empatar a série!
O Titãs levanta, incendeia a torcida da PEN, empata a série e agora tudo num terceiro jogo entre Dinquedo, Tinoz, Titã, Root. LTA Sul começa com tudo.
Da Loud.
Gosto. Tem pouquíssima range o time da Loud e Swain é muito valioso em cenários como esse. Tá aparecendo, o campeão tá forte, recebeu um semi-rework aí também.
Vai ajudar o seu top laner pra ele não tomar dive.
Aqui em cima o robô agora só inverte a lane, porque a pressão continua igual. O Titã, quando tem range, dá dano em cima do robô. Que isso? Titãzada! Já gastou o flash!
Do céu.
Olha ele!
A torre não usou basicamente nada do robô. Tinha o teleporte disponível para voltar para a rota, enquanto isso a Loud fez o Dragão matchup, porque vai ficando pior e pior e pior. Vem o ultimate.
Saque enterrada, olha a literalidade chegando, porque ele vai ser enterrado na mid lane. No top não tem ninguém da PEN para responder, e aos poucos ele pode descer o rio e tentar ajudar o time dele. Será que a Loud vai conseguir pelo menos tirar uma larva para não contar? Não, parece que eles não vão mesmo. Eles começaram a subida, esboçaram, mas tem um recuo agora. A PEN vai completar então as 3.
Mas é uma proeza que vai ser só a primeira, então a Loud ainda assim está muito mais próxima de fechar essa primeira missão. O que assusta um pouco é que eles nem ameaçaram começar o dragão. Isso foi somente farmar, terminou o seu farm agora, sabem que as vacilavas foram terminadas. A Loud pode querer punir a saída do Dinquedo, vai ter que flashar.
Aqui vai perder o flash, não tem jeito. Deixou só
por parte do Titã, por conta da matchup, por conta de ser um mata-crack, que é um item muito melhor na hora de trocar dano, e mais barricadas. O Renekton do Weiser também tá puxando o bot, então a pressão nas waves da PEN tá sendo incessante. Engage.
Olha essa entrada maravilhosa da Loud! Bem jogado pelo Winston, iniciou em cima do Titã, que tava com o time da Loud, e o time agora, olha a aqui foi, né? Será? Porque ainda tem o Curi pelo outro lado, são 2 jogadores da perseguição pra chegar pra cima do Tinoz, não sei nem pra onde o Curi foi, e o time vai conseguir sair, será? Ele vai agora com o flash, cai, flashei, Carioca, vai tentar se estender, mas tá totalmente em território inimigo, não tem o que ele fazer, é só questão de tempo, e aqui o por kill.
Mas eu não sei como é que tá o HP da torre do top, a PEN vai levar primeiro.
Cair embaixo.
PEN leva primeiro, tinha 2 jogadores batendo. O Winston podia tentar bater pelo menos, né, pra fazer alguma coisa, mas não optaram por isso.
Agora o próximo objetivo épico vai garantir a proeza de força pra alguns dos times. Não é totalmente GG.
Isso, pra buscar o flanco, a Loud quer lutar.
Ai, eles não vão querer deixar isso barato.
Ué,
já vai assumindo a linha de frente, fica com Carioca! Ele rouba o Arauto e agora a pressão aqui atrás, é no último da Titã, mas ele afasta ele. Titã dá um flash pra nada por ali, e agora vem a perseguição pra cima dele. A situação se complica, mas o Dinquedo chega pra conseguir segurar também. Vai tentando se afastar, salta o foguete pra longe. O Izzy é obrigado a dar a cara pra lá, ele acaba passando pela parede, vai se estendendo, ninguém sabe com quem fica a batalha, quem vai ter vantagem é o Root! O Wiz agora pegou pelo Dinquedo, que gasta ultimate e vai tentar pegar esse abate, mas céu dividido curou muito. Tem defesa, tem céu dividido, vai segurando, agora ele consegue neutralizar o Wiz. A PEN quer voltar pra batalha, Titã no melee, tá dando um canhãozada na cara do adversário, ele pula pra longe, Titã! Ele sabe no game, mas a Loud também sabe. Podem não ter levado o Titã, mas vão levar o resto do time inteiro. Loud. 3 tempos ali. Começou com o primeiro, aí veio a segunda leva, a equipe da PEN entra de novo e finaliza com a Loud ali realmente conseguindo essa vantagem geral em tirar uma wave, em conseguir pegar as coisas no restante do mapa. Só o time que levou o top, Lupão?
O top caiu e a torre do mid ficou... O top já tinha basicamente caído e a torre do mid ficou bem defasada.
Causou um dano e o atacante foi iniciado. Fica naquele vai não vai. Quem é que vai tomar a decisão final por aqui? Tem o debuff do atacante também, que vai prejudicando. A PEN pode ficar só pokeando, batendo a distância. Já tentaram o roubo, conseguiram da última vez. O Swain tá de fora. Mas agora o Carioca ulta lá atrás. Olha a vida do robô. É garantido o atacante voraz pelo Wiz. E com isso a Loud tem anjo guardião. Vai continuar lutando, vai se jogando em cima de todo mundo. Mas vão perder tudo que ganharam. E tem que tomar cuidado porque você ganha ainda 200 de gold. Então a Loud perde 4 efeitos desse anjo guardião, fica apenas o Root. E a PEN bateu na T2 do bot com o Renekton e vai levar essa T1. Então foi um atacante feito, mas não foi muito benéfico pro time da Loud. E a PEN pega uma boa vantagem de gold agora.
Uma chamada muito net. Nesse split que o Weiser estava colocando, a Loud não consegue levar essa torre do meio. É muito...
Fatiar só, ele não vai ter o segundo stack. Saque enterrada, Root aqui, um abraço. Aqui um abraço. Vai tentar sair, gasta o flash, o Winston se apresenta e aí é tchau, Weiser.
Ponto de alma pro time da PEN. Muito mais forte vindo pra essa luta. Importante, pega um Winston.
No meio do caminho tinha uma Pop, já não tem mais, lá foi pra base. A equipe da PEN agora vai continuar a perseguição. Vai tentar levar o máximo de jogadores possível. Já levaram o suporte, agora eles levam um caçador. A PEN começa...
Eles tinham os recursos na hora certa, na hora importante. E aí eles vão conquistar esse ponto. Todo mundo tem tudo, só não tem flash em alguns jogadores, a PEN tem que defender.
Titã tá chegando atrasado por ali, a Loud não sai do Covil, continua batendo, o Weiser pela parte de cima do mapa, vai tentar sair do Covil pra batalha, já perdem o Curi por aqui, a Loud encaixou uma ótima luta, mas olha o dano que o Dingas também causa na devolução, o Root tá com a divina na frontline, acaba perdendo isso por ali, continua ainda, foi embora, Titã vai saltando de um lado pro outro, vai pulando, tendo um pouquinho de um lado, mas também vai ter do outro, eles neutralizam o Root. Mas o máximo que dá por ali é ele ficar apanhando por enquanto. Vai batendo assim que dá, o Curi também vem se apresentando, o Wiz tá de volta no mapa. O Wiz já tá chegando e agora será que vale, será que continua? O Titã tá batendo, tá liberado, ele já leva abate, pega o Tim, já vai pegar também o robô, olha o double kill que pode chegar, nem precisa, é o Curi que vai pra cima dele, é sim! O Titã garantiu dele, eles garantem o Barão, a PEN tem tudo pra ir pra vitória! E ele grita, e a gente já volta pro ao vivo com catástrofe! O Titã matou, mas foi eliminado! E agora, será que dá? A Loud vai tentando, mas a PEN tá forte demais! Não tem Titã, mas tem o Weiser, ele chama a responsa e mesmo sem a The Carry, a PEN atropela! A PEN agora dá teleporte com o Weiser na mid lane pra continuar puxando, tentar pegar mais torres, em muito tempo de Baron, com waves vindo, T2 do mid vai pro chão e provavelmente a do bot também o Swain vai acabar levando. Voltou no replay, o Titã caiu, mas o restante do time tá todo de pé.
O caos que o Dinquedo causa, o Winsam não conseguiu passar ali no ângulo correto entre as torres, é abatido também, mas executado. Mais torres pro time da PEN, mais vantagem de ouro, mais 2, 6 mil, vai pra 7 aqui, é muita coisa. Uma atrás em recurso que não tem muito como. Alma das montanhas, ainda mais resistência. Tem o Peel que o Curi pode trazer também, cara, que a gente não falou muito dele nessa...
E uma Tristana pra causar dano demais, a Loud vem aos poucos entrando no rio, o Barão tá sendo feito. O Whis quer fazer o milagre dele. Ele quer fazer o nome. Será que ele vai conseguir? Entrada é garantido pela equipe da PEN. E agora a luta pode finalizar o jogo. O Winston já vai embora. Fica pra trás também o Caçador. Já é abate duplo pra equipe da PEN, que vem pra tentar finalizar o jogo e abrir a LTA com vitória tradicional. Tem 3 jogadores de pé e 5 da PEN com o Barão, com Alma das Montanhas, uma Tristana 9/2 pra tentar finalizar a série. Vai ser difícil do trio de robô, Tim e Root segurar esse push final da PEN.
É a PEN estreando a LTA com o pé direito. Eles vão marchando, é torre tier 3 no chão, eles não devem parar. E aqui a estreia da PEN vai ser com vitória. A Loud vai tentar fazer um milagre, mas é praticamente impossível. A PEN continua na tranquilidade, não tem tantos minions assim. Minion canhão lá atrás, batendo aos pouquinhos, o máximo que dá, mas ainda falta um pouco mais.
O Titã tomou bastante dano ainda, mas tem bastante alcance e vai castigando. O time da Loud falta 2 segundos pro Wiz voltar, só que não tem ult vai. Tinoz vai pra cima, faz o corpo, o Titã...
Winston!
Já é eliminado porque o Titã cobra. Uma torre de Nexus já cai, a Loud ainda vai se segurando. O robô tem que voltar pra base, ele tá com pouca vida. A equipe da Loud tenta segurar, mas a PEN avança mais uma vez, agora pode ser pra acabar. Continua ainda caindo, já tem eliminação pra cima do Root. A última torre de Nexus também é destruída. Nexus exposto. E na primeira página da história da LTA, a PEN vem pra cravar o seu nome na eternidade. O Titã cai, mas ele carrega o time da PEN rumo à primeira vitória. Numa melhor de 3 contra a Loud. A tradição.
Easier option. Galio it is. They go for the Galio. It's a really cool combo. I think they can do a lot with it if they execute it well. And they have a, to be honest, very similar comp to the Giant X comp, where they're just all diving in. They need to get that. Should start to feel scared of Sinsao and probably have to drop the push soon.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit awkward. It'd be so much easier for Rogue if they started in a neutral wave state to just zone them away, which is the power that those two champions have. Level 1, Humanoid getting aggressive on level 3 might cost him as Malrang coming around the corner. Not sure if the ward that they had, the ward they had in the jungle was already gone. Humanoid playing to the bottom side, well spotted, but a W flash goes in from Malrang. Clean mechanics flash out from Humanoid, but he's already slowed. It's a little bit awkward. He's getting walked down, that extra movement speed.
You can't reach him.
Oh, blast coming out.
W?
Oh, makes it! No! First blood! That's a nice W, though. Credit to Malrang. You said you wanted to see that early aggression. This isn't necessarily the form I expected it to take, but it does work out as Mickey.
This is really nice by Execute holding the wave here. This should result in a decent CS lead for Varus. I don't think he can actually kill me. Oh, he's igniting. Well, I don't think he can kill him, but...
Making it out of lane phase unscathed.
She does have really good fighting power, but normally what you'd want is you could just kind of keep taking short trades and poking her down, but you're gonna fight her on gross.
All right.
Gonna get 2 and then run out, yeah.
In terms of feats of strength, of course, Rogue did pick up first blood. You're not currently seeing it on the HUD, but they do have...
Yuntal got buffed and I wanted to talk about it, but no ADC should buy Yuntal this game. It's like, not good on either.
Yeah, it's not the Yuntal situation. Level 6 there. Double level 6 point and clicks. They're going to take the time. Execute. You can't get out of this. Oscar can ult to finish the kill, but he might take his time. Ult's back through. Patrick now going to be a little bit in trouble. Q available. Patrick unfazed thus far.
Let's see, Patrick.
The public execute.
So they could look to contest this, but Larson needs to TP quickly. Ooh, this is a really good
Ulti
turn
in.
on Malrang.
Malrang is just going to get one shot. Tries to buy a bit more space. Razor caught out. That ulti's still keeping alive. Mickey's going to ride, but it's a little bit too late. Execute also able to escape. It's Fnatic who've overplayed their hands, but still are going to have control of the objective for now. Humanoid needs to walk away. They're down in Bessa ult. Razor not in the fight. They should just have to concede these grubs. Good call out by Rogue. It starts off a little bit shaky, but because Malrang is able to survive, they convert it incredibly to just grabbing all of this.
Yeah, wow. That was just really well played by Malrang. It looked so close, and if he gets one shot, then it's a completely different outcome, but it ends up being 3 grubs for 3 grubs, and Rogue is pretty happy with this.
No. So neither in that first game versus Team Heretics. That game was weird, though, for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, can't really say much about that.
Yeah, true. But there's at least a Garen in there, as now Oscar's trying to pull back.
Adam looks for the
2v2, a lot of burst damage here. I think Adam just dies. Yep. Okay, a bit of a miscalculation there. Malrang's caught up as well. A bit of revenge for the previous play. This time, Razork and Oscar in.
Oh my goodness.
That's maybe not the ideal title. Mickey has now been spotted. The flanker has become the flanked. Mickey in trouble, but the aftershock is still ticking. It's going to buy him a bit more space. Not enough to keep him standing, though. Upset goes to the middle of the team. That's absolutely not what you want. Upset!
Patrick flash Q.
Okay.
He listened.
Didn't listen. Aggressive as we expected in week 1. The question was, what were we going to do when someone contested them? I did not expect that team to be Rogue, but Rogue are contesting them. They were super close to finding that full 11, so ticking up more healing, more armor penetration, which is going to make Adam's life more difficult, and now potentially the dive as well.
You got the Corki TP.
Q3 and the Kazante W is big. Though. Well, this is the thing. They got the W out early, so...
Gets the flash. I mean, they're going to get the tower. They don't have a wave. Oh, they're going to get the tower, I think. Yeah. That dies pretty fast.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that teams you highlighted struggle to do, right? So you lose a little bit of confidence, you lose your place on the map when you do go back
you have
to
your
Fountain,
support
you have
sitting and it's like, guys, what's next objective?
Hard to
nobody
keep focus.
answers.
I think the question now...
Yeah, but you usually don't use Herald for tier 1 on sides.
Are they
rather use it for mid.
Are they close to item completions? Are they hoping just a little bit more gold gets them over the threat?
You see on the side of Rogue, tabby, 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 tabby. I mean, play the steel cap, sorry. Play the steel cap nation. Not really any cross map happening either on Rogue's side though. They just put down some vision topside for the Atakan spawn. And I'm probably going to look to have full control over it. Mickey's on a bit of a crazy flank here.
Trying to back away, taunt there. Extra slow from Celestial opposition. They can just chase him down. Taking their time. Cross map coming from the rest of the team. They're starting up the Drake. Mickey now trying to ult out to safety. And he's out! You're right, Atakan does a ton of damage. I'm wrong.
Okay, but there are 5 people hitting it.
Rogue grouped. Trying to keep the fight going. Excellent use of the shockwave. Combo from Malrang and Larson. That old synergy coming back. But now Atakan resetting. Bit awkward here. Razork's still in the area. All of Rogue trying to zone him away. Carry's still there. Smite's still there from Malrang. Taking their time trying to shred through Adam. Adam W is able to buffer out. Objective going to get taken down. Now the withdrawal coming through right in the nick of time. That's infuriating for the side of Fnatic. They're going to catch Razork out as well. Rogue. I mean, they paved the road to victory for themselves with this buff. Let's see what else they can get. Baron certainly first on the table, and now Fnatic, desperate to get anything back, just want to shove these waves, get anything they can to stop the Baron-Atakan combo from turning everything against them.
Malrang is back, baby. That was a beautiful turn.
That was excellent.
Oh, they're trying to contest.
Oscar in on the backside. They're trying to send Adam backpacking.
Upset does no damage. What's
Upset
his
does
Kazante
not
jump?
do any damage. No one is there to shred the armor for him.
He just did 15 autos to this
TP in, it's a little...
Well, if we're only getting tier 2s, with both Atakan and Nash, the Drake here, don't think they can play for tier 2. Adam is a bit too tanky.
I also just think this is the difference, is enough. At least with the composition.
Let's see how much damage they do to Adam.
The answer is not a lot, but they might be able to do a lot of damage to Patrick. Instant combo going in. Mickey trying to buy a bit more space. Oscar in relatively untouched. Humanoid now free to follow up. Rogue already lost the fight. All it took. No one really even had to be out of position. They just needed to get in range, and Fnatic were able to find that pick. But now the turn. Adam's still ready to go all out. His damage about to fade away. Execute is not the angle you're looking for, but Larson also using Shockwave there.
They're gonna look to start the Nash. They don't have Orion ult, don't have any ult other than Rel.
Flash from Mickey. Flash backwards Justice Punch maybe to try and catch somebody.
Since I was not here, I don't think they can do much. They're gonna have to drop the Nash.
And again, we said this a minute ago.
Not monumental, like you said, but they're going to get a lot of gold with this Nash buff, and they might even be able to get Kai'Sa onto that Rabadon, and then her damage really goes crazy. Oh. Do we go back to bot? Do we try to go top?
They don't need to.
Yeah, but you're kind of sending Kai'Sa. That's kind of crazy.
Adam gonna spot Razork. Razork was not gonna push his cooldowns on Adam, but they might now.
He's just dead.
Chain CC, Adam likely to burn here, still living for an additional second. Now the turn coming back, Larson doing everything he can in his power. The shockwave already came out, but so many blinking health bars locked up. Another connection from the Varus ultimate. Team retreating, Oscar retreating.
Really good save by Execute, but doesn't actually end up resulting in anything. The soul for Fnatic here.
They're willing to contest.
They have an Ambessa TP flank from behind. It's a really good flank from Mickey here.
TP in. Ready to go over the wall, could just come down to the 50-50. Chemsoul would be big in a game like this. Ulti right onto Patrick, immediate combo going through. Upset knows that Larson has no shockwave, but he is not a threat. Oscar keeping the damage coming out. Patrick really just can't auto any target. He's just not in range. He can't get anything done. The entire team is split. The Varus unable to do anything. The carries isolated, taken out of the equation, but at the very least, Malrang will steal the Drake with the fight. Oh, they can't steal that one back. That one belongs to Fnatic.
Are they gonna end? They have a both wave.
TP bot.
But Larson TPs.
Good read from Larson.
Clear the wave. They have one more wave coming. Only caster minion. I don't think they can end. Wait, 40 seconds? Actually. It's gonna be close. I'm trying to like calculate it.
Let us know when you reach a conclusion, Mr. Spectra.
I think they might be able to end.
I think they might be able to end too. Wave on the way in.
It's gonna be really close though.
20
Larson
seconds.
has ulti.
Execute.
But Razork also has ulti. He has no flash, no Sonias either.
Ball placed, Larson staying just on the edge of the range. Could just ult the wave, but then I think you lose the ensuing fight.
It's too hard.
Flash in, Larson locked up, double ultis once again. The Vi, the Ambessa together doing too much work, but Razork about to fall to the tower. Execute still here? 10 seconds, 6 seconds, no, there's no way. Humanoid just needs to hit the objective. Execute doing everything he can in his power, and in the end, Fnatic coming out on top, 3-1. Taking down Rogue.
GG.
An exceptionally odd game.
Yeah. Okay, As
okay.
Smolder.
Mid?
In 2025, it's gonna be mid for sure.
I got buffed a little bit.
Oh yeah, he can buy IE now.
Yeah, 100% sure where Sheo is, but he is just now getting back out on the map. A little locked up.
Maybe he can turn onto Paris here.
Ignite taking stun as well. Camilla's gonna fall. First blood.
Oh, he just died. They slow down the Drake stacking. But the problem with this new patch is that now you have the Atakan, which is an objective that you will have to fight over. And my question is, will Smolder be ready by then?
I'm not sure. When we all last year watched the Lol Dobby video on Chovy's Smolder mid, I don't think Corki mid was viable, which I think made this champ definitely more playable early game.
For sure.
Said,
Just gonna have to
objective
flash.
taken, quick flash out. Okay.
I mean, he had a vision.
We're either commit, but for now it's just a trade of ultis. Not a bad look from Carlson, but not able to turn it into more.
No flash on
locked
Paris.
up, good interrupt on the Q, but Sheo is there to finish the job. Stend in the end gonna grab the kill. Now
Good
might
play
be
to be competitive. Now it's more about the damage on jumps. We got a grub start here.
1-3 has ulti. Relevant can flank, but it is just a 3v3. Unless Team Heretics...
They're just gonna watch it die and...
Well, this is awkward. I mean, they lost mid prio, right?
Yeah.
Ice is just able to push in mid, so they have the man advantage. I mean, basic rules of League of Legends, if someone has one more person than you, chances are you're losing that fight.
Yeah, but it feels so bad to drop 6 scrubs to... like.
Set up there for Team Heretics. They kind of want to bait the engage. Again, if Sheo gets a good ultimate, they can try and turn this. Good ultimate coming in from Flacket. Nice through, but it's just going to be the 50-50, and 1-1-3 manages to steal it. Carlson coming in, but a nice knockup coming from Paris. And now Irrelevant straight into the backline. Flacket's got nowhere to go. Pops the blast cone. Gets himself out to safety, but now it's Sheo in trouble. As powerful as that jungler is, it's still damn squishy. BDS.
They get everything.
They get the smite
They get
steal.
everything
First tower as well. They're going to hit the threshold for... They won't get to 3 kills first, but they will be able to get the feats of strength when they grab the tower here.
Yeah, they got 3 objectives and the first tower. Wow. You can see 15 seconds it took front to take it up. This is like a classic 6 scrub play where you just have your top, move to mid, and then you move 4-man to the side, and you just...
The Relevant's also pushing at the same time. They are going to trade back the tower at the very least, right? So that is something. Nuke spots him, though.
Nuke is playing well this game.
1-3 just goes in, forces the fight immediately. Shea's got no defensive tools left. He's just going to get 1 pop. BDS.
Engage.
Maybe we'll get the chance to talk to Team Heretics, maybe not. Like, what the vision is here in terms of what they wanted out of this composition. If there's some strength of Smolder.
I'd be really surprised if we're going to see Ice or Nuke get hit by many Zyra East this game.
No. Really have to be caught sleeping or find that pick in a brush, which isn't off the table.
Yeah.
Milu.
He's going to have to use Flash here. Maybe he's still dead.
Flash out. Going to try to flap. Nice sidestep, but he's just gone.
Really good. Carlson is must or has to stay mid due to the fact that
Mom called in, does not clear the wave as you highlighted. That's just been nerfed repeatedly to stop Smolder from being good in pro.
I think the tower's just gone.
213 the stacks. Good angle. Flacken now going in. Can they find a pick onto Irrelevant? Maybe this will be enough. Irrelevant able to flash out. Blinking health bar. Team Heretics desperate. Q3 back from Carlson. This is a good fight for Team Heretics.
Yeah.
They're playing it slow. Ice is going to continue to poke though, so they have to speed it up just a little bit. They're going to be able to find the pick at the very least on the ouster. Parasalting elite for BDS. Might change if 113 overextends here. Arctic Assault out.
113.
Alti goes a little bit wide. Flash indeed. Is Irrelevant getting chipped away? You can see that little white line of Irrelevant health bar. The execution threshold. Nuke. Caught a little bit here.
Then there's no flash.
See, Carlson missed the team. Good ulti follow-up.
Oh, this is a good fight
for
Heretics.
Paris about to get taken away. Excellent ulti coming in to buy a bit more space from Sheo. Team Heretics stepping up. Camilo now grabbing that kill.
They run for the Drake? They don't go Atakan. They might try to go for both.
Q3.
113 could go for the steal. Yes, flash, but it's too risky, I think.
Better to go for the Otacon steal, maybe. Real way to regain that health is going to be forced to recall.
Oh? 113 Nuke might be in trouble here.
Locking up. Zyra ult his own Nuke away. Trying to get a little bit more CC down. 113 rooted. Flacken pushed away. Mom called in. 113 in trouble. Flacken finding the shutdown. Now it's Paris in trouble as well. It's going to be 2 members picked off. Ice has to try and make the difference. Relevant going for the 1v1 in the picture-in-picture. And that's 2 picks inside of Team Heretics.
BDS are so split up, Dracos. Like, Ice is going for the mid wave, and now it's match start for Heretics here.
I like the confidence to pull the trigger. They are still getting poked. It is a problem. Irrelevant will be an issue for them. But the Baron is also chunking them, and Sheo's trapped in the pit. The flash available for Zyra. He might just have to flash out. Irrelevant can just go to the wall. It's going to be big. There are lamps to the slaughter. Can they find the turn Flacken? Oh, it's shooting fish in a barrel. But it's not fish. It's Team Heretics. The ulti completely whiffs. Carlson now just having the time of his life trying to turn this back. Ice gets the 1v1.
Ice?
This is big, though. I think Carlson really just saved the team here.
7 seconds.
Yeah, they just get this. I mean, 113 can go for the 50-50. Q flash in, trying to get a bit more. Chain CC is there. If they take the jungler out, they can go for another objective. Nuke is topside right now. He has TP, but they just turn down to Voracious. Instant shred here is real. If Ice
really
lands any poke, Irrelevant all on his lonesome. Team Heretics instantly turning to Irrelevant, trying to collapse on the flanker. No one can really pin down Ice, though, and Nuke waiting over the wall.
Oh, great E by Sheo there to lock Nuke up.
Relevant fighting off to the side. Camilo untouched, trying to get a bit more damage down. The objective, all that matters, however, trying to get something, but the smite is there to secure the objective, and now there's no fight here for BDS. They've completely overcommitted. Team Heretics.
They're making the comeback happen, Dracos.
Paris. Start of week 2 not looking good. The Seraphine game against G2, some heroic ultimates.
You can't do much, but he's willing to pull the trigger. He's willing to click up, even when he's outranged. Oh, and now we got a pick.
That credit, 113. Finds the initial ulti. Some good poke follow-up, though. 113 in the pit as well. A bit more damage down coming in courtesy of the Heart Seal. Irrelevant in the midst of everyone, but they don't have the damage to finish the job. Mom not going to connect. Ice and Nuke still standing. Sheo and Camilo getting zoned out. Ice, if he lands another Q. Nuke going in. Another auto. The shield coming in from Cassante. And this is where they have to be careful on the retreat. It's just the poke battle.
This game's on a knife edge. I mean, all they needed was a tiny bit more poke, and Camilo or Flacket would have died. Now it's BDS who could look to start up this Nash here. Flacket can lifesteal up, but Camilo has the base. He does have the TP, I think, in like 5 seconds.
Jail. Ulti about to come up, and that's the big concern. BDS not overcommitting to the pit. Luxury of being on blue side. They can kind of just back away to their own territory here. They do not dodge the Baron mechanic, though, which is going to cost them a little bit of Flacket. Again, just ulting to kick the fight off. He's not scared at all. Sheo there to follow up, and once again, Paris is just going to get taken out.
It's a 1-for-1 support trade here.
I think similar to BDS when they saw the Smolder mid locked in, although they're giving it a little bit more respect now. 113, good angle
really
on
deep.
the Flacket. Ezreal ulti as well, going with the wall. Ice, but not able to find too much on terms of targets. And Camilo able to find the kill. It's big. That extra movement speed matters a lot when it comes to dodging these skill shots or getting in on these priority targets.
It is by far the best Drake when you're out.
BDS, not sure if they can go in here.
Gonna flash on Camilo.
Camilo. The follow-up isn't there. Good body block coming in. Camilo trying desperately to make it out. Instant engage coming from Ice. The Q. He's just not missing a single target. Ice unmatched, untouched, but Flacket is still standing. Flacket trying to make a difference. Flacket and Carson. 2 versus the world, trying to buy a bit more space, but Nuke finally there to get the damage down. BDS, Paris still standing in this fight. And it makes
all the difference. Nuke shut down once. Carlson running, extra movement speed, unstoppable on the W. Sheo topside.
Oh my god, it's a heroic performance.
Very clearly favored. BDS are not really in a position to contest this mid wave.
And the thing now is trying to kind of face check on its own. Personal
ult.
Nash is gone?
Nash is gone. Mom called.
But Renekton has a really good flank again.
Sten ulting a little bit prematurely. Ice now trying to disengage. Good W back coming in from Nuke to stay standing despite the ult he's laid his way. There's no Zyra ult, there's no Bar Assault in the meantime. Sheo getting knocked into Nuke and Ice, but he goes golden, buys a brief moment. Team Heretics standing strong as 4, grouping up and just free firing into the faces of BDS, but Nuke and Ice are alive, and as long as that is the case, they have a shot, they have a chance. Camilo continuing to poke though, the slow is coming in. Carlson pulling Nuke over the wall. Nuke now in trouble, he's got nowhere to go. The shutdown there, Ice versus the world. But they can just push the wave. They don't need to fight the Ezreal. They don't need to take the bait. The recall now coming in. Double recalls on the opposite side. They've got TPs ready to go. Team Heretics can just end it here.
Ice is gonna have to do the most montage play I've ever seen in my life to carry this one. He needs to hit Qs on every single champion. I don't think he can clear the wave. These match minutes are too much.
They just play PvE. Just stay behind the minions. He's trying. You can see the damage. 1 Q hits, that's the slow. Snap Bubble gonna hit, not quite. Ice still standing, but it doesn't matter. As good as he is, 4 members is just too much. Team Heretics, they survive, they outlast, they outplay. They find their second win here in 2025 winter.
Also, nice diving when you've got Poppy wanting to dive in, Cassante wanting to dive in, Sejuani wanting to dive in. Akali loves it when she has champions that can play with her. Mira on the side of Koi, they've got a lot of pick.
Yep.
A lot of single target damage, the ability to clearing, providing cover, but there could be an opportunity here in the top lane.
It's only level 5, but it doesn't matter because Public Execution lands onto Lot. He puts his all out down and tries to get out, flashes away, a good lacerate to get that Drake Hound step. But the Drake is now out. It's Lot who runs back with his flash in tow.
Eldoria spending a lot of time hovering around the top side of the map, trying to keep this pressure down onto Lot. He's already invested the TP, but mainly it's as an opportunity to set up for the grubs. Jojo getting a quick base through means that it's actually the Akali that has the priority in mid lane. Eldoria is alone, but he does steal one away, and he should be happy with that.
I mean, if he gets out, he will, because perfect execution is so easy. Elyoya used his escape tool in. 1 grub for the steal for first blood. Let's question if that's worth with Jackie's now ahead.
I mean, it's a debate, right? Because obviously the first blood doesn't give you the feats of strength. It's the first 3 kills, but giving that kill over to an Akali early on is a very dangerous thing to do because the early laning phase is where you want to punish her the most.
Let's see. W reaction time would be good. Elyoya's on him. Pops the ulti anyway, and in he goes. Deep is the enemy jungle for Koi, but they don't care. Concussive blows set up the ulti from closer. They're bringing in Jackie's again. It's already a quick trade. A 1-for-1, but look at the health bars. Jackie's just cleaving around the fight. A permafrost, a concussive blow down again, and Jackie's will be dropping.
We saw last week, Kalist didn't expect the damage, and it's something. It's something that
the poke begins as super, going to take some himself. The engage being built up. Jun also has the disengage here as teleport from Giant X will make this into a full-blown fight. The top laners are battling it out, as you can see, and Giant X have just brute forced off it, especially since Lot is taking on Mirwin. In a 1-for-1, he flashes, and Mirwin has to burn his own. Lot again continuing to impress as Jun is getting in the way. The flash shove ignite. Jun! Giant X are looking to collapse and sandwich down. With those teleports not yet channeled, Dragon still goes down over to Koi. The ulti misses from Jun, and they target the Akali. Straight in with the ulti to flash away. The shuriken flip now expiring as well. Elyoya wants to get out of there, so he's bypassed.
It's the surprise of many, I would say.
Every day. Will we ever get Ruinous? What a question. This is a setup from Koi, and they actually found Jun. The wall's up. Jun gets poked down to oblivion. In goes Noah into melee range, but he's doing good poke while Jackie's gets taken down by Jojo. Big move from Koi, as now with the Weaver's wall out, Noah's still the target, the poke still ranging out, and Noah ends up being the double. Koi with a swift move, taking that play into their hands.
Beautifully executed by Koi. They turn their attention onto Jun, knowing how squishy he is in the early game, and then the turn onto Jackie's was just as quick, committing the Vi ultimate, following up with Jojo. This is the lockdown potential of this Taliyah and Vi. And they just eliminate Jackie's before he even has an opportunity to play.
Herald's such a big tempo lead as Giant X trying to get the remnants of the members. It's only Alvaro. He'll be able to stand behind someone shortly, but the W stops him until now. Second Dragon for Koi. And what I've noticed after that last play too is the fact that, you know, that mid that was so far ahead, good try, good attempt here from Noah, is now in JoJo's favor. And remember, Jackie's got the as Giant X edge a little bit closer towards us. Lot, you said, is coming in closer, flashed in with his ulti, and I just talked about how big Super is. Alvaro blocking in front of his AD carry because he had to. Jun sends him against the wall, but is it too far? LYON popped away. No! The backline was, so for Giant X, now they've got to win this fight. The all-out from Lot takes Mirwin, who goes too far. I think he's going to dismay them further, but Lot has to clean up in the backside. Jackie's rather to do that on Alvaro. See him.
But the problem with conceding that is this mid tower is still available, and Giant X have set their sights on it. The reset has come through from Noah as well.
I love it. We've got so many objectives. Teams are like, you know what, we need to fight here because then we can go wherever we want. It's like an all-access pass to Disneyland. Who's going to get it first? LYON thinking about his ulti, but it's on the Jun. Meanwhile, ulti goes far from closer. He's dead first. Alvaro's blocked the damage. He flashes, but then dies too, while Giant X have unleashed their mid laner. A shutdown onto JoJo, and when the fight's scattered like
Lot is going to be forced to come up and catch it. Akali continues to push in that top tower, but notice, we haven't talked about it, no outer towers have fallen for Koi.
Onto Noah, pulls that cease and desist, but he arcane shifts away from the flashback from JoJo Pyun. Giant X have gotten out, now they're playing their own version of front to back as Jackie's about to come in. Watch the Akali with flash and ulti available to Shuriken Flip to help Noah secure the kill. Alvaro was the front line, but now he's dead.
A bit of an overforce on the dive. They thought that they had caught Noah out, but the idea is Vi plus Ambessa, but Ambessa wasn't there. There was no reliable follow-up, which means that Noah was able to just arcane shift away to safety.
And now they're on the wrong side of Summoner's Rift. Koi have just walked into the trap. But Jackie's now, as he walks towards Super, knows that he can pick the angle. Lot running in first, he flashes, he slows, and Super's just going to die. But to who? It's Jun in the end, as Koi are making mistake after mistake, and Giant X are just picking apart the pieces at the seams. No one's going to take the rest of the right side here, while the left burns, but look at him go. The new AD carry of Giant X is roaring into fire, ready for that 4-0.
A single overforce from Koi turns to disaster as Giant X keep all 5 members alive and will even convert it into a Baron. I think they even have enough time to get an Arakan to boot, so with a Baron buff plus the GA from Arakan, this feels like that this game is may as well be called done.
It really should be, shouldn't it? I mean, a couple of good moments from Koi, but the last couple of fights, the last couple of picks, this Giant X roster has made Koi dizzy. And even though they're going to try and get towards this Arakan, it's going to be dead before they resurface. Teleport being used towards bot. The best Movistar Koi can get right now is that third Drake.
They used a lot of their tools to try and lock Collapse onto the Ezra. A good ulti onto the backline from Closer stops JoJo from being able to follow up. And bear in mind, Akali hasn't joined Flash. And now they were able to win out on the fight, and they set their sights on the Nexus of Core.
And with this Red Bull Baron power play, it's just going to begin here, maybe even end through mid. Close is going to withdraw, but remember, Arakan buff, so they're going balls to the wall, all free for all. Giant X withdraw after withdraw, but that's 1 kill. And even though Koi are getting 200 gold a pop, look at the damage being done. They still get 1 in the bag, and Lot in the end going to try and make it 2, but Arakan used to open up mid.
I mean, overall, he tries to get a reset through, and the bot tier 1 falls.
Yeah, just remember, Baron maintains.
Well, when we had Banner of Command, and you'd use it.
You called it a Bannon, did you?
Well, no, because that would be weird. But cool name in hindsight.
It is a cool name.
Jackie's
you don't normally do cool things.
Chunked heavily. I think he might be dead.
Yeah, let's ask, because he still has Sonya's. Yes, he does, but he's at 1 HP. Ooh. Perfect execution.
The Dragon going to be started off. That's melting pretty quickly. Koi setting up to get themselves the Soul.
True Shot Barrage isn't bad. Lot's going to frontline this, but Soul will just be taking TP in the back as Infernal might just be given over. A big still needed from Close, but he doesn't get it. Infernal Soul for Koi is bonus stats for the fight, but now up against the wall. A Glacial Prison is from the straight. Jun is there. They can't escape, but their health is okay. Infernal Soul's done a bit of work as Mirwin now runs out to the charge, and Lot is dead. Jackie's gets to the back line. He's got Permafrost. He misses the Shuriken Flip, jumps into his Shroud, gets out the perfect execution, but you can see that Noah is the only one alive for good reason. He's done the damage, he's done the poke, but Koi have won the fight so far. LYON with a Vault Breaker, flash away by Noah. Into the game. Barons now spawn, and they like their 5v5 as LYON is the first target. Closer gets a good ulti, though, onto Super in the backline, and everyone's running in. Giant X getting frontline, though, and Super is tearing them to pieces. JoJo did a bit of work there.
Turn their attention to the Baron.
It's going to go down pretty quick. Noah has to 4v5 this with the rest of his team. The poke from Super hurts like hell. True Shot Barrage dodged away from 7K. Look at it go down as Noah continues to poke out. The Weaver's Wall zones them out. And at 3K, 1500, Smite's still enough. Mirwin zones them off. He's in deep, but Giant X are backing off. They still can't take the fight. And Super's poke and Betty is the scaling of this Corki. Doing a lot of work in these fights. We're going to have to get the damage numbers after this game as he's got an Infinity Edge now. He's full build, but that control ward slot. As Mirwin's dealing with top, bot doesn't seem to be pushing in, but a wave to look at for Koi. And they're just waiting to use this Baron on the next one channeling in.
I mean, a lot of credit needs to go to Super and Alvaro for so much of the success in these fights. Jojo has been utilizing his wall incredibly well, and like that. Another great demonstration on our screen. The Unraveled Earth doing some serious work to make it harder for Jackies to play as well. And Koi keeping the flanks wooded in case of any potential deep TPs that could give access for the Sakali to attack the back line. 1 tower falls, 2 tower falls, 1 inhibitor, another soon to follow. The Elder going to be spawning in a minute and a half. I wonder if Koi want to keep this pressure up.
Thinking about it. Super's run out of rockets though. Next minion wave coming in. Cannon's going to start doing work to the Nexus turrets. On the edge sits LYON, thinking about his own target as Lot just wants Super to run into him, but he never gives him that opportunity. Baron minions are getting clear, but Jojo has now escorted another wave in through bot with the rest of Baron and engage a defensive one from Giant X is their last hold as Alvaro blocks a two-shot barrage again. The Winter's Bite concussive blows. It works in the end. He gets a shutdown, but you see Mirwin is having none of it. Now on to closer. The Koi continues swimming upstream while Lot, he will be slowed, he will be stunned, he will be blasted, and he will be forgotten. 4 members running now through mid with 1 Nexus turret left remaining, and the Koi keeps on going. It's got a strong tail fin and one hell of a dive. Giant X are dealing with Mirwin, but he flashes. And Bessa, almost. But look at bot. Close is about to die. Jun's about to die. Koi still gets it done. And in a thrilling conclusion, take down the undefeated GX.
An impressive bounce. Team fight, poke, Vitality have a very strong front-to-back composition with a lot of utility, a lot of wombo combo potential, and just a lot of long-range damage.
The scaling
on the top side of the map. Ping's coming through, tracking Caps as he moves out of the mid lane to drop a ward on the... as he looks to drop a ward, there it is.
Yep.
To the Grubs, they're going to spot that one out, and wisely, G2 is not going to look to contest. Earlier, Linsus also pinged out. He's on Dragon, he's going to be moving towards my Grubs, and you can see the ping on your minimap right now. Linsus with good tracking of the enemy jungler to highlight to Nako, hey man, you could be in some danger. Please be cautious of the fact that you could get dived. He has the Rumble ultimate to clear out the wave.
Sure.
And the good news for him is Skewmon doesn't have...
Now positions
for
Grubs. You talk about Hilly's angle, but it's going to be spotted out on a control ward. G2 want at least one of these Grubs to stop these feet from stacking up, and Poke comes in, and Skewmon, no, he doesn't steal that one. So looking for all 6 as Linsus now just has to sit on the edge. He doesn't have a smite available for another 10 seconds. G2 are going to walk in and force this one and at least take one away. So no
objective is available. Hilly gets the quick recall off. He wants to regroup with this team. Chayak tries to get a trade onto Caps, but this time around, Caps fights back.
He does put out the ulti. Chayak has run out of his own kind of dance floor ulti, and with the flap over the wall, he's dead. First blood, even Lebrov can't steal that. That was a piece of this though, and Linsus as well with Nature's Grasp is what we're waiting for, but Smite comes in, G2 are running up. Teleport coming in.
The Herald.
Oh, Linsus
in a dangerous spot.
He's going to walk into this chain scratch and he flushes it! Linsus, that was so smooth, but Skewmon still finds him in the end. Hilly's trying to help out with the Magnet Storm down. Lebrov's taking down enemy jungler. Skewmon is getting hit by a pointy end of the stick. Kazi makes short work of that. Over the wall, Lebrov goes for a second try. Now Caps joining the fight with the poke range from the Varas. Tries to do a little bit more, but Chayak gets him away, zones him through, and Caps now has to deal with a 1v3 despite those health bars.
Choosing not to try and fight them right now. Turn their attention to the cross map.
Nice. Nako gets rid of the wave, the power of the equalizer. Caps is here with Lebrov. They're going to turn this into a dive regardless. Lebrov pops the ulti, flash away from Nako while Caps just looks to stack up and take the kill. Lebrov in the end, good turrets as the balancing act between him and Broken Blade works out fine. That's going to also lead into the Herald.
I mean, Vitality secured the Dragon, slowing down the stacking from G2, but G2 quickly respond with a cross map. The problem with investing your resources into the dive, though, is it means that you spent a lot of time and resources to secure that kill.
True.
You're not going to get that top tower, you're going to be bullied off the Herald, and you're going to lose the bot tier 1 tower as well. I believe this will be Vitality's 3rd objective too, so that should secure the feats of strength, meaning that Vitality find themselves with a small, but very excited to see him play out as we see Nako the target of G2's aggression once more.
Does do good damage. Equalizer as well, buys time. I mean, Skumon's damage needs to hit. It does connect, get the stunned out. There's a blaze, but Skumon's dead. It's a trade, and for Nako, it just depends what happens in the top side here as Chayek's in a little bit of trouble. Caps is using Lebrov, but he still gets the kill. However, Lince has got the root down. Smolder ulti calls in Mummy, but she only does a little bit of healing before Cap still has to flap away. But Lebrov, the disengage, it's been clean. Hilly has the Magnet Storm, but it's only Linces with the damage. They're trying to buy time for that ult to wear off and Kazi to come in. Bullet time is out, and rather a curtain call that Kazi calls his own. He gets another kill, but Lebrov played teamfight, or at least keep off Cap's game so damn well.
So plays happening across the board. It's G2 that are the aggressors. They're the ones that set up the dive on the bot lane. They're also the ones that found Lebrov an angle to sneak his way into the top brushes and get a collapse onto Chayek, converting into another kill. Vitality is able to respond, and it ends up being an exchange.
Once again, going to fight around mid lane. Surprise, surprise. We like our ARAMs.
I think G2 wisely recognize they can't really contest the Dragon from this position, so they set their sights on the mid control. They keep the wave going towards this tower. Nako has the ultimate available.
Did they say they were like scrimming or Vedius, what did you show me?
Memento did tweet that they cancelled all their scrims and they spent a lot of time in practice tour playing around Arakan.
So what was that? Now goes over, going to use his Bloodletter's curse to start shredding MR of Baron as Equalizer's good. Nature's Grasp as well. They get themselves out. Vitality with the Baron. They're turning to the fight, but what is going on? Over the wall, Hansama and Chayek are going to fight it out. It's a trade, but only a withdrawal. G2 looking for more. Kazi in a bush, flash on, Broken Blade misses, and Caps plays around him, sits in the way. Kazi almost getting him, but the flash out in the end is a shutdown. Broken Blade now in the middle of it all, and they're going to keep fighting. Skumon's got good damage, but Chayek is such a monster right now. He pulls out a big one, he Valkyries, he Phosphoruses, and Vitality's mid laner almost cleans up the Baron buff, so an important distinction there. Broken Blade jumps in, he's now in a choke. Deadly Flourish, not going to get him, he's unstoppable. Rooted out after the fact though as he jumps back to his team. A curtain call now begins with Kazi looking to end the show, but Hansama has stepped away backstage, while G2 now look to regroup and see what happens in the second act.
I feel like Vitality should just set their sights on the mid lane tower. G2 is forced into this awkward spot where the bot wave is knocking onto the tier 2 tower. The mid wave is stacked up. The Baron buff is available as well. G2 is now going to get funneled back up because they know if they stay in the river, they're going to lose the tier 2 as well. And this gives Vitality access back into the river. Wise choice there from Vitality to unlock their third Dragon of the game.
Hilly just spots them out as well. He does a bit of information gathering, and after he does, he enables Vitality to get this
from Broken Blade, but a lot of your engages relying on Hansama landing an ultimate or Lebrov finding an engage.
Yep.
And Vitality have so much range.
Like this. I mean, this sets it up, but Linces gets a Bramble Smash. Broken Blade ulties out so that he can get some range himself, but Lebrov is a new target. Nature's Grab, Equalizer in a choke. You'd say it's good, but Skumon takes no damage. Deadly Flourish after the fact, and Cartman is the Caps in this bot side with Demolish available. He's going to stick it out after the Equalizer clears the wave, so he gets 700 gold. Vitality are waiting, but they're waiting maybe too long. Nako hasn't put the ulti down. It's blind. They see nothing.
Broken Blade should be the one to face check.
And he will. He jumps into Kazi,
does
and you can
no
see
damage to him.
That's right. A Cassante into Jin means nothing. Chayek will do a little bit more, though, with the true damages. Nature's Grasp kicks us off. Lince has already been poked out. As you can see, Nako's ulti's big. He's running to Caps, but he's now overheating. So Caps is going to burn him instead. Fire beats fire as G2 with a numbers advantage now walk to deny Soul. 3K, 2K, they want to flip this one, but Soul goes over. A win for Vitality, but G2, remember, have this fight in the bag. They just need to chase and chase and chase and chase, and Caps can do
enough damage, but Caps able to flash away, and then it's just a matter of time as Vitality is forced to retreat. Their base is going to start to fall apart. The death timers are still 10 seconds. G2 can't get much more than an inhibitor. They will be forced to disengage, but now it begs the question of even if Vitality have stronger engage, unless you one-shot Caps, it's going to be a difficult fight to win.
G2 have 5 members in front of the turret, and Vitality pay respect in this case. Mid inhibitor down as well causes some problems as Hilly Hexflash just back into his own base, and Minion Wave getting thinned out, but the Equalizer still not back up and available. 10 seconds until that one comes in, and now another inhibitor exposed. G2 have their front line in healthy stances. You can see behind, Linces is ready to Nature's Grasp this. and get an angle, but Labrov spots him as he puts down the roots. G2 marching away, blocked by the tanks. Labrov sets up the fence line, and the equalizer sets up the streamline. A good shattering strike as Hilly breaks down Broken Blade, but the Magnet Storm won't be enough. He won't be enough. He charges forward. Linz has tried to do the same. To be fair, is anything.
Yeah.
K'Sante.
Jhin is not doing it.
Why are we getting K'Sante early rotation in draft? I think we have an answer. If you didn't have one before, I would have been surprised, but now please remember this lesson.
I mean, I'm more surprised by the Jhin response. I mean, I guess it makes a lot of sense in the context of the comp, but against this front line, it cannot get through. Good damage coming out from Chayak.
Okay, options here. Minion wave is cleared out. Curtain call. This is the turn. Vitality, great equalizer. Naknako has laid down the territory, and the curtain call has now flown. G2 are a little bit low, and there is good damage done, but is it enough to dissuade them as seconds? But this Baron's going to be dead before Elder even spawns at this rate. Hilly spots him out. Good ward down, but even as Naknako clears out mid-wave, there it is. Baron secured.
With those Baron empowered minions, it's scary, but Chayak is going to be the one to start off the Elder. This could be a turning point for Vitality.
But Vitality need to do this
quick.
quick.
Look at Labrov's HP.
It is low, but here comes Redemption. Healing up is Omega as G2 is still trying to use that poke.
Kazi's in such an awkward spot.
Fourth shot. Labrov goes in anyway. The fourth shot negated, and it will be a trade. Elder's still there. Turns into a bit of flip till Broken Blade shows up, and Mum lines the scene. He's poked out. Equalizer pokes back, and Skewmon gets zoned out as Naknako hits him in the face. Elder for Vitality. It's theirs. There was no jungle contest because Naknako decided to burn the house down. The minions, yes.
So much pressure from G2 in this game, and he makes a hero play at the end.
He gets a lot of praise as Hilly's caught out. We went from
his first
zero
death of the game
to hero. And yeah, Hilly.
Look at bot though. Caps is top lane. Caps is top lane. The wave clear is away, which means that
Chayak really want one. The deep dive under turret. Nature's Grasp hits again. Labrov, his ulti's not available. The curtain call and flies. The show's over for Labrov. 50 seconds on the cow. Wait, Naknako's dead.
Yeah, Naknako ends up falling in the top lane. That's a 60-second death timer.
What is happening?
They're able to catch.
The new item in the game amplifies a lot of AP. Oh, let's remember, removes magic resist is my meaning. So it's going to help with the Maokai's. It's important right now because the third inhibitor is going to drop. And as you said, G2 is still strong. G2 is still favored. G2 have now got 2 Nexus turrets again as they, excuse me, Vitality on play on the defense. It's a second inhibitor now threatened out as Vitality have half a health bar on it, but it's still going to lose its next inhibitor. Nature's Grasp is flying across. Broken Blade will help zone out, and he makes sure that no one gets hit.
G2 relenting with their siege. They know there's nothing really to play for. Why not set up for the third inhibitor? Vitality still so hesitant to force a fight. They're trying to chip away, leverage that range that they have to chunk at the HP bars of G2, and it looks like they're going for the combo again.
They're trying. I mean, they are whittling them down. Broken Blade and Labrov, the front lines are getting destroyed. Mum with a bit of healing helps out, so that's good, but BB's at half HP. He has to TP back in.
It's such an entertaining game. You're really seeing the...
Cleanse. Hans Summer now no cleanse. Teleport back in from Broken Blade, but Hans is so low.
I mean, I asked the question earlier, what was the idea behind the Jhin, and you just continue to see the effectiveness of it. He should be responsible. This is the advantage that G2 have, that the waves are constantly putting pressure onto the base of Vitality. The gold really doesn't matter
they're walking into Hilly! Into the Magnet Storm, into the setup, and now the Nature's born, but he's dead. They don't get the damage onto Caps. Chayak tried to follow, Kazi tried to follow, but they were blocked. It looks so good, but it feels so bad. Now with Broken Blade taking him out, Vitality must be so damn mad as G2 find a way, find the road. It goes for 47 minutes, but even with Hilly setting it up perfectly, it'll come back to the start. The smolder scaling we were promised, and G2 will pick up their second win. However, valiantly, Vitality fought.
The idea from Hilly was so good, but the locket and the redemption...
When? No. Okay.
So, yeah, they're going to lock in the Rumble, and I imagine that the Gragas was in part a response to that as well, with their anticipation of the Rumble coming through. So it will help, disengage. Like, you've got a lot of dive coming through. You can see the wombo combo potential from SK with it provides the freedom for GenX to be able to catch this wave. The problem is that Yike, level 4, quickly cleared through the jungle. It's hovering around the top side of the map. Vladdy, has he overextended here?
Let's see. I mean, the damage won't follow up as Rika's already getting hit hard, but ignore that because Isma has enough on his lonesome. Now that Rika's out, it's going to be first blood. Match with a flash. Almost getting there for the trade as Targamas, hello. He just wants one of his own, a crash down. It ends up being a trade as jungle for support. This is a slow dragon for now, but there is a rend available for Rahel. Targamas going to get spotted out and he decides to attract and repel. There's a good handshake, and here's the trade. Remember, double buffs away from Targamas, so he can't heal that much back up, but he's stunned up and hit for a rend. Rahel with a big kill here. As the grasping roots are now down, and so is the Draven ulti. Flush from Kalist. Matches for his first cash in of the game. He then gets another spinning action.
Out into the lane just because of how much damage he's doing as they set up for a dive.
And Isma the one to pull it off. Here we go. Glacial Prison out, but the hostile takeover missed. Loopy. They didn't coordinate. Kalist sends out the ulti again. It's going to do some damage under target, but the Fate's sealed. Fate's called. Out it goes. Loopy survives for now. Remount here for Targamas. Gets Ignite down, and the bailout might even get Loopy back up and alive. Isma survives. The dive goes long, but it goes well.
The redive, much cleaner than the initial dive, as KC set up a dive of their own.
Okay, Kana just needs to land the barrel in the end. The flash, the ulti, no. It's an auto to help out Yike to secure the kill.
Nice response there.
But SK, it looks like the setup wasn't there. They're just willing to give away 6 Raptors here. I guess they've also picked up 1 feed of strength thanks to them getting to 3 kills first. But remember, it's early. Yike. Unfortunate, or late, I should say. GenX with a good wave clear. They're still going to continue the dive. Body slam, CC galore. Kana hits everything, and he also...
Very low. It is barely losing any HP.
Oh my god. Almost there.
Almost there. Attack speed. Yeah, if you're not building any AT.
True.
And also all those resistances. Still not quite at 14 minutes into the game.
SK's early game. 2 dragons, feats of strength, the only thing lost.
Secure that objective. And Herald is the next objective you'd think about. But of course, that's still 3.5 minutes away. Doesn't have the safety of a tower to fall back on, which is normally why you'll see the jungler and the support playing to this side of the map as SK take a bit of damage. But because they have full vision of Yike, this provides Rika with all the safety in the world.
Targamas is taking the most of the damage. You can still engage though. Ooh. Glacial Prison is sent out in return. Equalizer layered down as well. Casey getting poked out, and Targamas, their main engage tool, is down. He's almost to the background as hostile takeover is great. The ulti from Kalist comes back, but Rahel not dead yet. He gets bailed out, but not for long. A shutdown, a big kill as GenX trades it, but Kalist stays standing. They're big carriers. Look at this. Isma's already flashed. He's run for his life with an Arctic Assault, but Kana's run out of gas. And KC just turned their head towards mid. Big play. And big gold pockets now gained.
It ends up turning into a fight that I think SK was not afford to overextend now because, well, they don't have any control over the top side of the map. The risk of a collapse is very real. You can see they're at a numbers disadvantage, but he has to go the long way round. They have all 5 members there from KC. The TP will now come in from GenX. The Dragon's at about 50% HP, and now both teams have regrouped.
They run through a control ward. They know Rahel's here now finally as Loopy's caught out. He's going to be Fate's called back, but running into the middle of the fight, that's not it. Kalist runs around Dragon, and he's frontlining himself, but GenX can't take him down. A double kill for the Draven, while SK are now torn between places. Rika's left here standing, but look at this, with Bloody running in, with Kana CCing him. SK were just torn to pieces. Here.
Decimated the carries from SK. They had no room to respond. The team fighting power came through on that one.
I just thought about that. I thought it was very clever. Yeah.
Completely irrelevant to this game, but thank you for that contribution.
Not because Atakan is C. So this turret is going to die very quickly. You see GenX is going to trade, but inner turret's obviously worth more. And they're also going to get the push in. KC are going to keep on going. And remember, with that GA, they can keep channeling into the base. They can dive this. It just goes down so quick. That's mine. Okay. Sejuani was top, by the way, as well. So Isma has to now back. Kana's getting this for free, too. Inhibitor just goes in. They just walk in. They don't even pay the bill. Like, would you like extra food with that?
I mean, now they should just look for a fight. Why not?
Yep.
You still have
Rika's dead. And Rika's dead.
Oh, my. Oh!
The game is over. SK let them walk in. They didn't pay for any of the food. They then got drinks from the fridge. They didn't even tip the weight staff. KC, dinner's on us. As SK moved to 0-4, but more importantly, KC are looking clean with it. They coordinate, they proliferate, and they exuberate over their 3-1 start to week number 2.
They join the top of the table here at the LEC with a convincing.
Não faz mais sentido pro ProDelta, porque se eu falei da zona de conforto do céu, lá pra parte de baixo, o ProDelta também gosta muito desse Rakan, e se tá 8-1 vai ser garantido para as proezas, né? E não isso.
Daquela quebradinha nas proezas de força, a gente vê aqui que na rota inferior...
O Al vai fazer com algum tipo de conteste, talvez checar ali. Então o Scary vai meio que debaixo dos bigodes garantir aí.
Scary tá por aqui, ProDelta também, vem fechando o Code. Lá do outro lado e o Céu se posiciona. Vão tentar sanduichar o time da Cade, que tenta pegar o Code. Vem no ultimate de Zames, todo mundo vira pra cima dele. O Cork vai sendo detonado. Fúria da natureza, trava a galera da Cade. Olha o Zotb, joga na parede, já garante o Flash Blood. E o time da Leviathan vem pra cima do Trimby, que tanca muito. Joga pro alto, mas acaba sendo detonado. Olha a sequência, o ultimate do Moal. Vai tentando voltar o time da Cade. Tanto que pode, mas acaba sendo abatido. E agora a Leviathan vem pra cima. Matheus tem que flechar, que você não consegue fazer muita coisa, porque o Céu tá com a vida inteira por ali e a Cade tem que recuar.
No final das contas, a Leviathan saiu por cima nesses abates. Conseguiu 3, conseguiu a primeira das proezas. Vai voltar o teleporte por aqui, vai chegar de volta o Cold.
Olha o Cold.
Vai cobrar, vai
Vai
cobrar.
pegar o que ceda de cara com ele, já tenta metralhar e não tem jeito, ele é detonado! Cold garante o abate.
Vai pra Leviathan lá embaixo também.
Essa primeira torre tá em xeque já.
Zotv teve que ultar pra poder sair, tinha 2 jogadores em cima dele, mas a torre pode cair lá no bot, hein? E caindo essa torre aí, a galera da Leviathan, seu time, que vai ganhando cada vez mais espaço, a diferença de ouro subiu muito de uma hora pra outra. Vamos ficar ligados se a galera da Leviathan continua nesse ritmo.
As vermelhas aí colocadas. Agora a VKS vai tentar contestar, não foi?
Querem o engage, mas demorou muito. A Fúria da Natureza tenta travar, tá meio separado o time da Cade. A VKS então tenta a chegada, só que o Trimby, ele é detonado, tá meio fora de briga. Zames faz entrada, explode o dano e quase a galera detonada. Quem acaba morrendo é o de Zames, tem o desconto, o Victor também caiu e o Code não para mais! Vai explodindo um míssel na cara do Matheus. Com esses abates, o time da Leviathan vem pra cima, que é o dive. O Scary tá praticamente morto. ProDelta defende e o Cold garante o ace. A Leviathan ganha tudo e domina o Rio.
A Leviathan pode ser time argentino, mas a alma brasileira falou mais alto. Foi Airplay de BR, é dive. Tem um embaixo da torre. São 4 para garantir esse abate. E vão levar a torre na parte central também e na parte superior. O ouro, meu irmão, foi de 3 para 6, de 6 para 7 mil.
São todas as rotas do time da Leviathan levando a melhor e agora pro Dragão.
Vieram pra cima, o Trimby é encontrado, o Desames também, eles tentam se reposicionar, a briga fica separada pros dois lados. Olha o Trimby ainda tancando, eles querem o Mordeus, a entrada do Céu é pra pegar ele. Não conseguiu.
Mais um na conta da Leviathan.
Terceiro dragão pra eles então, ponto de alma.
Fortes aí pra esse começo de campeonato, Scary.
Pegaram ele! Foi passear na selva e o time da Cade vem pra cima. Mas o Maokai segurou bastante dano e por enquanto ele tá numa boa. Olha o re-engage do time da Leviathan. Vai derretendo todo mundo! Um míssel, 2 abates e o time da Leviathan vem pra cima.
Gruntar, ele não fugiu pra selva, ele é a própria selva e a equipe da Leviathan vem com o Arauto pra descer e derrubar T2 e T3.
Vem chegando com tudo pro primeiro do ano, não vai ser agora.
Fake pay.
Fake pay, o time da Leviathan não para.
Agora sim,
na T3, armou bem na torre. Ela vai pro chão e o time da Leviathan garante o inibidor do meio.
E double fake pay. Double fake pay.
Fechando e o atacão, amigo. Ele é duro de matar. O time da Cade vai demorando muito. Chegou a Leviathan. Desame já foi derretido. Tem a entrada do Zotv. Ele vai se posicionando. Bola e tenta o sequestro. Mas tá muito complicado. A Cade vai sendo cercado. E lá de longe o Cold vai mandando bala. Metralhando todo mundo. O time da Cade tá sendo obliterado por aqui. Ace de novo e a Leviathan vem pra tentar fechar o jogo.
Os Minions já estão entrando na base, na parte de baixo, e a equipe da VKS foi dizimada mesmo com a Leviathan brigando na desvantagem numérica, porque o Atacan passou o tempo inteiro martelando a cara da Leviathan.
Eu achei até que eles iam pra base do time da VKS, mas preferiram voltar pro objetivo e ele é duro, ele é difícil, toma cuidado.
E fica feliz e a gente volta para o ao vivo que tem mais pancadaria.
Tem briga no ao vivo, uma briga 2 contra 4 lá no topo. Chegou o resto da Leviathan agora, o jogo tá fácil pra eles, a diferença de ouro é gigante! Só time joga todo mundo na parede, o time da Leviathan vem sem medo, vem com o buff do Atacan pra poder bater e massacrar de novo o time da Cade.
E é com tranquilidade que a Leviathan vai conquistando os objetivos pra fechar o jogo, né? Não, tranquilidade, tranquilidade.
Se posicionando pra poder fazer esse objetivo que dá a alma pra eles. Chegou toda a Cade, então a Leviathan vai tentar se organizar pra também não dar sorte pro azar.
A Leviathan ainda tem o buff, eles ainda estão com o Atacan, pegaram de Sam e já era.
Pegaram o Pro Delta também que se reposiciona, de Samus foi eliminado. O Zot vai pegar a Mega Nara, ele tá sendo um monstro no jogo, de novo, foi sequestrado, joga o bola na parede, os abates vão saindo mais uma vez, e de novo é um massacre! Céu já pegou um quadra, ele vai buscar o Penta!
Ele vai atrás do Penta, toda a equipe da Leviathan vai auxiliá-lo, eles querem, só sobrou o Trimby.
Tá por ali o Trimby, dá as caras, eles querem o Penta pro céu, será que vai dar tempo? Vão perseguindo, jogado pro alto o Trimby, o céu vem fechando, Code junto com o Pro Delta querem dar pra ele essa conquista, vem pra trás, mas não tem jeito, esta galera não quer brincadeira, esta galera quer ganhar o jogo, quer começar com o pé direito aqui na LTA Sul e vem com tudo pro GG!
Vai ficar difícil realmente da iniciação do time da Leviathan e vem também o Viego.
E a gente falou de todos os banimentos que tiveram pra cima do Desames, né? Ele vai jogar com esse Viego que o GSTV apontou. Você tava vendo esse confronto, hein? Tá te chamando um pouquinho mais a iniciativa, tá buscando o jogo. O problema é que a Leviathan agora vem chegando no Rio, pegaram 2 Biros e vão saindo, então não vai completar pra eles o objetivo.
Isso, não vai ter a primeira por causa da aproximação da Aurora do Cold ali pela parte central, né? Ele saiu primeiro da roda, chegou no...
Clear aí da Leviathan, que vai garantir mais um objetivo, é pra ele. Tá aí a Leviathan, faz mais um dragão na série.
Tem que correr e o Scary vai ser posto pra correr mais uma vez.
Tá escondido ali o Desames.
Ou vai ser cobrado.
Na moitinha, já chegou batendo. O Scary tem que tomar muito cuidado, usar o clone pra tentar se afastar. Mas o foco é grande e o Desames vem pra tentar se abate no limite. Sai vivo, Scary!
13 de vida que ele saiu, o Scary. 13 de HP somente. E agora o Trimby tá chegando aqui na parte de cima junto com o Boal. Junto com o Desames também. First Blood vai sair.
E o Zotv tá numa situação difícil, tenta acelerar o movimento, usou um bom flash, mas aí não tem jeito! Desames no First Blood!
A sensação é que a Cade...
Pegou! Pegaram ele! A situação do Boal pode ser difícil, tem 2 jogadores colados! Ultimate do Code trava a galera, mas o que se aproxima! Belo decreto! Travou o Code que precisa pegar a jornada! Mas cai no colo do Desames! E o time da Cade vem com tudo! Garante as eliminações e continua cercando a galera da Leviathan, que também vai perder o Scary!
Minutos de partida, a Cade já consegue o primeiro terço das conquistas, né? Que foi a dos 3 abates e vai conseguir também mais um monstro neutro, igualando a situação da Leviathan.
Esse dragão fica com 2.
Eles ficam na quina aí de conseguir mais uma conquista e fechar a conta.
Mas a quina ainda deixa em aberto, né? Tem quadro.
Pegaram o Morteus. Pegaram o Morteus. Vamos ver porque ele ficou atordoado e foi castigado. Voltou com o ultimate que não pega ninguém. Ainda assim o Pro Delta é obrigado a usar o flash. Já foi abatido. Olha como castiga o time da Cade. Um abate instantâneo pra cima do Pro Delta.
Veio lá de longe a flecha do Morteus. O céu vai cair também.
Caiu também, meu amigo. O Dizame está implacável nesse jogo. É o 4º abate que ele garante. Esse rei, meu amigo,
mais
tá muito numa boa. Mais um abate. O decreto
Foi fatal. Mas aumentar, porque a torre T1 da parte de cima vai cair também. Então o ouro, irmão, tá completamente fora de controle. Conseguem as 3.
Na primeira partida que ele já
deu saltos. Agora é o Scary que tenta jogar todo mundo pro alto, mas tá isolado. O time da Cade todo pra cima dele. Daí ele não sai, já é abatido. Mais um decreto, mais um abate pro time da Cade, que não para, vem pra cima, caçando os argentinos. 1, 2, 3 abates pro time da Cade. 2 deles na mão do Dissamis, e a equipe da VKS vai fazendo um jogo impecável, Gruntar. São 10 abates a 0. Vai ter Arauto na mid lane.
Se ultou ali, bem na torre. Ela vai pro chão, mesmo tendo limpado.
Já que números. Calma aí que podem ter encontrado o Boal aqui na parte de cima.
São 3, 4 jogadores pra cima do Boal. O Trim chegou. Olha como o time da Cade vai virando. Eles conseguem aí pegar o primeiro abate em cima do Scary.
Nossa.
Consegue agora a volta e finalmente neutralizado o Boal, mas a que custo? Code tá sofrendo, tem que fazer tudo pra poder escapar. Trim não deixa também o que sei, o Morteus na flecha, garante a eliminação. Foi atordoado pro Delta, morreu no meio do túnel, meu amigo. Não tem completamente fora da curva do jogo. Sim. É fácil pra eles fazerem o objetivo. E se eles já tinham vantagem...
A base da Leviathan.
100% não era, mas um 99%.
Nunca é 100%, né? Nunca é 100%.
Só é 100% depois que cai o Nex.
É isso.
Agora o time da Cade aproveita o buff do atacão, vai pra cima, lá pelo top, vão forçando, e eles podem muito bem forçar essa briga, sem ter muitas preocupações, porque eles estão muito tranquilos no jogo. Levaram T2 e castigam aí a T3.
Então uma encaminhada legal nessa T3, ainda tem a torre do Azir pra manter o push na parte superior. E agora vão cercando, né? Impedindo que a Leviathan tenha essa tranquilidade para fazer a rotação por fora do mapa. Eles vão provavelmente levar a T2 aqui da parte central. Só estão cercando por aí.
Olha o que ser, vem pra cima, ele quer o céu! Garante o ultimate, mas ficou travado. Eles podem se dar esse luxo, vai voltar na base. Vem o time da Leviathan pra tentar pegar o Trim. Ele abre o escudo e a fissura. Jogou a Leviathan pro alto. Lá de trás as balas do céu tentam afastar, mas o Boal tá sendo muito atacante. Vai dentro da base. A torre derruba ele. O Dissamis. É ele. É um monstro. Tá forte demais. As pancadas dele ecoam pelo Rift. E o Dissamis vem pra fazer mais uma eliminação. 9 no jogo. E a vantagem é toda da Cade.
Triple kill pro caçador da VKS, que agora vem descendo pela parte de cima. Gruntar tem minions. Eles vão levar o inibidor da parte superior. Vão levar o inibidor da parte central. E esse jogo muito controlado. Bom, não vão fechar agora. Vão derrubar mais um.
A Leviathan bateu tão forte na Cade no primeiro jogo que a Cade acordou. Acordou pro segundo. Eles vêm forçando a parte inferior. Já levou a T2. É a única rota que ainda tem alguma defesa pro time da Leviathan. O Trim joga o céu pro alto. O time da Cade quer esse abate, mas por enquanto não vai vir. Olha como eles estão fortes. Olha como é um massacre. A Cade de novo vem pra cima, massacrando os argentinos. Não tem mais o que fazer, eles já estão brincando. A Cade passou o carreto nesse jogo.
Carreto devidamente passado. O Jace vai chegar no teleporte a tempo de ver as torres caindo. Será que o Zot vai fazer alguma coisa?
Vai nada, meu amigo, vai morrer mais uma vez. O time da Cade vem pra levar a última torre, pra tirar da garganta o grito de jogo, pra dar o GG.
E aí veio o Vladimir do que ser.
Vladimir pra ele. E aí o Pantheon pra... Assim, eu ia falar sobre o Pantheon, mas na real a Pop é mais interessante. De novo, sobrou fazendo objetivo sozinho, enquanto o resto do time agora tá fazendo, na real, aquela contenção pra ele. O Zot pegou o nível 6 ali na parte de cima, então a vantagem na parte superior do mapa é pra equipe da Leviathan.
O Pro Delta vai pra cima do Trimby, vai dando espaço pro Scary trabalhar, ele já conseguiu 2 vírus. O Dissamis está posicionado, mas não tem visão, não tem muito o que fazer. E vai ficar aí pro Scary, pode anotar, 3 vai estilar.
É assim, por mais que eles visivelmente givaram, né? Não contestaram.
O Scary tá nível 6, os exames nível 5, pro Delta vai fechando pra cima dele. Trimby tenta dar um apoio, mas é parado pelo céu. Scary vem no ultimate, encontra e atropela o Desames. Todo o time da Leviathan colapsa pra cima do caçador adversário.
E era isso que eu queria dizer com estar no nível 6 o Scary. Porque fica muito fácil conseguir um abate. O Cold veio literalmente do outro lado do mapa, cara. Ele tava muito longe, com 3 dashes da área e mais o flash ele chegou. Já garantiu mais uma recompensa, mais um passo, né, na proeza e conseguiu o primeiro dos passos dos abates.
Segura, inclusive agora tem o Pro Delta, eles querem o dive. São 4 jogadores. Olha o ultimate, pegou o Trimby, jogou o Pro Delta pra muito longe e o Zotv fica sem defesa, já é eliminado. Chega o Code no teleporte, tenta botar ordem na casa, mas ainda assim tem onda de minions e 4 jogadores da Cade que vieram pra pegar esse abate. Do outro lado, Boal colou no céu, vai castigando ele, consegue atordoar e mesmo com purificar. E o Flash ele vai escapando. Boal quase pega esse abate, mas não foi o suficiente. E vai marretando agora o Scary. Só que o Céu tá querendo voltar. O ultimate pegou e o Scary vai garantindo a moral. Contra-ataque. Contra 2, o Boal se segura, mas é eliminado!
A jogada foi no limite, mas ela não terminou. Desames com flash!
Muito louco, pulou pra cima da torre, o Trimby tá junto! Já garante a primeira eliminação! Trimby joga a parede, também pega um abate! A Cade vem pra descontar, mas não tá fácil, o Code... Esse dragão não vale mais o objetivo, mas vale o dragãozinho, né? Sempre é um buff.
Qual?
Pra cima do Zotv. E o poste do Jax tá parrudo, o Desame chegou! Eles querem o Zotv, usa o Dominus, tenta ganhar tempo, mas contra 2 fica muito difícil, ele já é abatido! Lindo abate do time da Cade!
Caiu no momento que subiu a barreira do atacante, mas tá tudo certo pra equipe da Leviathan, é dragão, é lá na parte central, potencialmente a primeira torre também.
Eles querem essa primeira torre, são 6 biros pra poder dar aquela ajuda, as pipoquinhas.
Meu Deus.
Tem no bot também, o time da Leviathan vai forçando, eles querem, porque querem essa proeza. Vão forçando, chega por ali pra tentar defender o que ser. Ele espalha ali a praga, usa força de sangue, a torre caiu.
Vai ter briga, com certeza, só que o Vlad também gosta dessa disposição aí, tá?
Vai ter briga, o Arauto tá quase feito, mas a Leviathan faz a entrada. Encontraram o Desames, o Scary rouba esse Arauto. Eles vão se posicionando, fica atordoado, mas vai brincando lá no backline, o Zotv, até que agora sim, é abatido, pra Delta, travou todo mundo, ele é um monstro, muito tanque, segura o que pode de dano que vem chegando do time da Cade. São 2 abates.
Tá grande pelas torres, porque não tem ninguém defendendo e tá todo mundo atacando.
Todo mundo atacando e o time da Leviathan tem 3 lá na parte superior do mapa. O que você tenta ganhar tempo, o Praga tá comendo, ele vai ganhando espaço, recupera muita vida, tá defendido essa torre. Enquanto isso, o Trimby tá numa situação difícil, tenta atordoar, vai pegar ali o pistouro bufado!
Se for um terceiro stomp, aí perde a graça da série, né, Colossus? Agora sim, vai cair essa torre da rota do meio a favor.
Exatamente, a equipe da Leviathan vai ter isso disponível pra frente, então talvez
game,
remedie um pouco o problema do late game que a VKS tem em seu favor, né?
Boa. Perfeito, é isso aí. Tentar aproveitar ainda mais, né, dessa vantagem de colocar a arma azul ali, né, que bate em área, apertar R e valeu.
E rezar, né? Pegaram o Pro Delta, ele tem que usar o Flash. E lá pelo topo, é o Kissé que vai sofrendo, também usou o Flash. Tem a chegada do Mordeus! Explodiu o ultimate, vai metralhando, já garantiu o abate pra cima do Scary. Só que o prejuízo é da Leviathan, que perdeu 2 jogadores, enquanto a Cade tem 4 avançando pra chegar no Rio e ameaçar o time da Leviathan.
O Boal vai fazendo essa linha de frente, o Trimby vem junto com ele, a VKS vai puxar isso daqui, eles vão querer puxar o atacante na cara da Leviathan.
É perigoso, mas é um 4 contra 3, então o time da Cade, que tá com a vida mais cheia, vai tentando forçar. Eles querem a entrada do Zotv no céu e do Pro Delta! Encontraram ele! Pegaram o céu e vão castigando! Vão atropelando! Já morreu por ali o Pro Delta! Só que o céu devolveu muito dano e o time da Cade tem que tomar cuidado, eles vão pegar o Zotv. Mais um abate pra eles! O atacante não resetou!
300 de ouro é uma vantagem irrisória, irrelevante para os 25 minutos de partida quando nasce o Barão, que se...
Tem que tomar cuidado, mas ele tem poça de sangue, vai escapando, o Zotf tá colado, Scary tomou muito prejuízo, já foi detonado, Morteus ultou e ele tá sozinho na luta, ninguém chega nele. Desames muito machucado, tem que se reposicionar. Ball chegou inteirinho na backline, que securou muita vida e o time da Leviatã tem que dar aquela recuada. Perderam o Zotv. Agora o Boal contra o Cell, Prodel Tricode, ele tenta ganhar tempo, mas também é eliminado. Ficamos desse confronto, meu amigo. A gente tá vendo aqui agora, no dia de estreia da LTA Sul, um confronto muito equilibrado. Scary vai garantir o dragão de um lado, só que
o Atacan tenha mais espaço de ser executado, e vai ser executado de graça pela equipe da VKS.
Aí, garantido, GA pra todo mundo do time da Cade, que garante uma posição muito boa no mapa, porque ele já inicia, o Zotv também veio, meu amigo. Chegou forte, vai garantir essa torre, mas agora vai ter que sair.
Esse é Félix, mas se ele for bem protegido é bem difícil.
Pode ser uma boa jogada, Pro Delta vem pra cima, usou seu ultimate, o Trimby de novo vai sendo derretido, já foi eliminado. Leviathan tentou uma vantagem numérica, o Zotv tenta tancar enquanto o Pro Delta tá meio detonado. Entrada do Zotv, agora ele foi abatido, só que o Cell tá dando muito dano, já garantiu outro abate. Desames tenta ficar vivo, mas tá muito complicado. Ele é neutralizado enquanto a Leviathan fica inteirinha pra fazer o barão.
Porque o Cell tá livre no meio dessa fight. A equipe da Leviathan consegue brigar em várias frentes diferentes, de várias direções diferentes. E a equipe da VKS não consegue se organizar, não consegue acertar o ponto. E Code, um abraço. Daqui não sai.
É, o que sei em cima do Code. Escondeu o cadáver.
Conhecemos muito bem isso por aqui, viu, Code?
Bem-vindo. Tá aí, garante esse abate.
Não teve ninguém chegando junto, ele liga ali o W pra tentar impedir o cara de sair, mas e aí?
Tava com pouco dano.
Tadinho, ele vai bater agora.
Coitado. Tá batendo nada.
E agora, ó, eles têm 6 birubiru, meu amigo. É muito dano na estrutura, principalmente com o Barão.
Olha aqui, o Trimby junto com o Boal, pegaram o Trimby.
Pegaram o Trimby, o Boal tenta chegar em cima do Cell, a luta fica dividida. O problema é que o Trimby já foi eliminado. O Cell vai se posicionando. De ser em cima dele, garante o abate, o time da Cade tem uma esperança. O problema é que eles gastaram muito e a luta fica complicada. A galera da Cade vai tentando resistir, mas a Leviathan tem 3 jogadores pra focar e garantir o abate. Code tá livre e não tem mais jeito. Triple kill do Zotv e um ace aqui em Summoner's Rift.
O que você passou sim, o que você encontrou a backline, só que o estrago já havia sido feito, o Trimby já não tava mais na fight, as barras de vida já haviam caído. A equipe da Leviathan vem pra fechar a partida, vem pra fechar a série.
Numa série extremamente equilibrada, Stomp de um lado, Stomp do outro. O terceiro jogo que movimentou demais e foi até o final muito equilibrado, mas não tem jeito. A galera da Leviathan vem pra estrear com vitória aqui na LTA Sul. É só destruir essa torre, detonar o Nexus que tá pelado e gritar o GG! Vitória da Leviathan!
Feel that, you know, they haven't necessarily had that perfect set of circumstances around them, and so this is their opportunity to step up against the defending champions here and make something happen.
All right. It would be a big one. It would be a big upset here if they
good at turning those around with the fear plus the execution. So FlyQuest will take this first one. This will be 1 out of 3 progress to their first feat. Reminder, since we are on the current patch, it's not first blood feat, it's first to 3 kills. The feat of warfare. Grubs are your favorite feat.
Because the grub buff also helps out with getting 5-on-5 setup that they're going to have. A little bit of a play up here, just gets the cleanse out though.
Yeah, got the cleanse, misses the follow-up arrow. Masu with a good sidestep on that one. Zeyzal wanted to jump in, but he takes a turret shot. That means Busio and Masu are going to come out on top in terms of health with this trade, but Contracts is nearby, so Shopify are trying to bait their opponents to just step a little bit too far forward, allow Contracts to come through the wall here with the Ishtal's impact. He does have the Impale ready to go now, too. We'll see if they want to go for it. Contracts going in. Busio with a nice stun there onto Contracts. Flashes back out of the way, ready to turn it around here with a crash down. Zeyzal flashing out as well. Palafox with that spiraling despair over the wall and the rain of arrows. It's first First blood over to B-Boy. Might look for one more. Can't quite get the snipe here on Amasu. Another sidestep away from the piercing arrow. Palafox just barely manages to get the kill.
Because they did give up some priority there.
Uh-oh, we're right back into the action, though, as they're locking up Masu. He doesn't have any summoner spells, but Busio with a beautiful counter-engage, and B-Boy is already down. Make it 2 dead on Shopify Rebellion. Make it FlyQuest. Picking up
flash over the wall from Quad. Inspired there, buying the time, keeping Masu alive, who was missing those summoners. And they're getting the grubs. They're getting the plates on top side as well, as Whippo has time to push in here. And he's going to be forced to flash, as did have his steering charge there kind of interrupted by Fudge.
Scrap in mid was, because remember, Shopify did have the 2-0 kill lead. Now let's see how the fight breaks out. Arrow flies out from Masu. Busio ready to follow up the engage. Nice use of the Cassiopeia ulti from Quad. The shutdown credit goes over to Busio, and Palafox is already down. Zazel 2, Fudge flashing away as FlyQuest have already found 2 kills. Bwippo's going. Fear Beyond Death. First half hits B-Boy, but he pops the cleanse to get away. FlyQuest feeling great about it. 2 more kills and an extra Drake. But wait a second, that Drake was stolen away. The turret was what gets them the feats after all. The Drake isn't what's going to do it. Isaac, you already pointed that out, but I got so lost in the details, man. Turret at least gets it done.
Lost in the feed.
FlyQuest feeling good. Yeah, we're lost in the feeds.
Contracts did the drive-by, the Skarner Classic. Drove on in there. He was able to yoink the dragon, but Flowers, they're still tremendously behind in the game and need to fight their way out. Zazel's going to try and do just that.
Yeah, Zazel trying to buy time for the rest of the team to come in here and collapse on Whippo. They've got a 4 versus 1. There's no way out. Whippo wanted to try to maybe find a way to take Zazel. This is something that we've seen teams do in the past against FlyQuest, against Whippo specifically, try to punish that aggressive play style that he has. But Whippo's ready to turn it around. He knows he has backup coming to help him. Inspired and Masu here on the right side flank. Fudge having to leap back to Contracts, trying to continue his escape route. B-Boy ready to reinforce the Shopify lines. Fudge is down to 40%. Quad's ready to make the big flank come in, but Whippo might just be the first to die. He stays alive, barely. Masu also hanging on. Whippo grabbing the first kill back against
the amount of CC on this team. This is what we are a little bit worried about for Shopify, so they have to continue to try and make picks on side lane.
Nice slam into the wall with the angle there from Contracts, trying to take down Whippo. Whippo wanting again.
And then Inspired drops the Rift Herald to try and finish off that mid turret, and you just transition your pressure from mid push into Dragon. Very classic macro here from FlyQuest. So even though they lose Whippo, because of the fact he had TP, they are still able to get 2 objectives out of it.
Speaking of objectives, Otacon now on the Rift, and it is Voracious Hungry. The hungry one gives you the GA. This is scary stuff.
I think you were going to say you're hungry, so you eat the roses.
No, I don't know. What does that have to do with anything? No, the roses are the big one. Yeah, see,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Nobody eats flowers, man. Fudge is in some trouble. They're trying to eat some fudge, but they aren't going to get him. Not all the way. Instead, Shopify turning it right back around onto Whippo, and Contract is taking a kill. Now Palafox in danger. Flashes over the wall, but the arrow follows him. Masu on a rampage, on the warpath, on the hunt. Volley flies out, but it misses both targets. Masu wants to go after Fudge. Finds him with a little bit of damage, but the counter-strike might just be ready to turn it back around. Masu still slowing him down, still gunning him down. Nicely done with Busio here with a massive engage on the 2. It's a double kill back over to Masu. Everybody on Shopify Rebellion is dead in the dirt, and Otacon's the reward for FlyQuest.
Let's revisit this vicious, voracious Otacon. Because I always thought of it, okay, so Voracious...
Not the big one. He's the little one.
Well, he is the one.
FlyQuest is looking fed right now, so I'll say that much. Masu, finds the angle, is able to chase him down, and FlyQuest really looking good in these 5v5. Shopify have been good in the side lanes, finding picks, finding angles, but when it comes time to this 5v5, it does not feel like they have an answer.
So, this was huge from FlyQuest. They're getting this reward. Worth pointing out, though, remember that they did nerf the Voracious Otacon in this patch. It was way too strong. So one of the big changes that they made was making it so it's worth more money when you have that free death. A little bit of a reminder of Masu's accomplishments last year. We already talked about his incredible rookie performance. Now here in this game, not slowing down at all. Bwippo finding himself a kill in a 1v3. Yeah, they might pick him off again, but it's not truly a kill as he just gets to withdraw. Busio also withdrawing. So 400 gold given over from both of those. But nobody actually dead as Masu just tearing through Contract's health bar. Again, he's not afraid of dying. It doesn't matter. Redemption. Gonna keep him healed up anyway. They don't even lose the false life. Masu's going legendary 8-1-4. He's nearly got twice as many kills as the whole damn Shopify team. Bwippo looking to cut off the escape route. Palafox fears him, but Palafox will be the only one getting away as Contracts drops. Masu still won't even lose the fight.
Picking on you, and then you're able to turn it around in a 1v3 and kill the other top laner. Quad chasing down Contracts, he's in trouble.
Yeah, Contracts, this is not where you want to be on that Skarner. Almost no way to get away from it. Easily done. Masu, Quad, Busio work. They will.
It's so hard to get in there.
Yeah,
You know, you have
just keeping it leashed. They're just keeping it leashed with Daisy.
The brush is also really annoying to deal with. You have to go in here, you're blind. The enemy team has just so much CC, ready to counter you.
And here we go. Busio in for the Magnet Storm, on to 3. They follow it up with a Petrifying Gaze. Shopify tries to fall back, but they only fall down. Quad goes on a rampage, and Masu's legendary. 3 dead bodies on Shopify, and it's about to be 4. Beautifully done by FlyQuest. It's Baron, it's a near ace right after. This has got to be just about the end of the game.
What a fight from FlyQuest. They managed that so well, utilizing the Ivern ultimate, keeping the Baron leashed while 3 members kept Shopify at bay. They claim the Baron, they claim the fight. They're going to claim the first win of LTA history.
FlyQuest is making this first game go exactly to expectations. They got the feats. They controlled the game from the very beginning. They had Shopify downloaded from draft, and now they're on the Nexus 26 minutes into the game, 19-5 on the board. FlyQuest are up 1-0.
And 26.5 minutes on the clock. That was a fast one.
I wanted to see. But all right, FlyQuest instead, we are going to go with the Nico.
Okay, so Nico going to be coming out here. So it is, again, a little bit of a flex down there to the support. Nico support
very slowly.
He's trying to delay for Quad, and he has been able to do it. Quad is now TPing back in a lane, but I don't think it's going to be in time to challenge here. So was just trying to see
the top side river. Looking at these grubs, Inspired wants to be able to secure at least the 1, and he does get it. Contracts and Fudge jumping in, forcing the flash over the wall from Inspired. Fudge does have the ability to go all out. Inspired slows him down, keeps him away. Quad coming up, Bwipo's also here. Fudge could be in some danger, but the all out also provides an escape mechanism. Bwipo trying to jump in on top of him, find some quick damage here at the very beginning. Inspired locks him up, but he goes unstoppable yet again here with the Pathmaker. Bwipo jumping in, but now he might be in a little bit of danger too. Nice shuffle comes out as Quad lays down the damage, and it's first blood over to FlyQuest. Palafox and Contracts on
the... demoralizing to have that early game go bad when you already know the late game was rough last time around.
And now Fudge versus Bwipo. Looks like we're going to get an all-in attempt coming out from Fudge. Bwipo wants to stand his ground here, needs a little bit more time for his cooldowns, does kite it out pretty well, and Inspired's ready to join up. Fudge now in some danger, and there's your Glacial Prison. There's the outplay.
And this champion just scales really to infinity. It is tough to deal with. But Contract's moving down to his bot side. They're going to look for a fight.
Yeah, Fudge this time the one who's got the extra power. Whoa, that was a bit of a yo-yo, but it looks like Bwipo's not going to have a good time anyway.
That is going to be secured. FlyQuest 1 kill away from that first feat of strength, and working on these objectives. They do get, of course, they don't get credit for that first 2 grubs that they got, and Contracts is trying to take Dragon out on his bottom side. Busio looking to push him off.
Okay, Maokai LT shot out. Infernal Drake secured by Shopify.
He's going to be spotted by the pink, and Fudge is going to try to stand under tower. You can see Shopify's moving down.
Okay, Busio ready to start this one off with a Pop Blossom, and there's no way out. Feat of Warfare claimed for FlyQuest, but Shopify are looking for a counterattack. Contracts goes in, looks to lock up Bwipo. No way out here for the FlyQuest top laner, so a 1-for-1 trade. That's still...
You know, this is going to be going down. As you said, they already got the feat of Warfare, so they are going to be able to get the feats of strength claimed back-to-back games.
Also here, so is the Wave with a cannon minion, and FlyQuest with 5 grubs, Isaac, are just going to melt this cannon.
Yeah, this thing is going down very, very fast. They do trade back top lane tower, and so there's going to be some gold there for Palafox, who was also the beneficiary of the kill down on bot side, but Masu now moving in towards mid. Are they going to look to go for him? Inspired's going first.
Nice shot there on the B-Void, forces out the cleanse, and now Contracts has to try to get away. He wanted to flash, but he still gets caught by the Pop Blossom. Counterattack comes in as Zazel's ready to try to help his team, and Busio's going to be the only one killed in the scrap. Nicely fought from Shopify.
Yeah, nicely done, but they are very low, and Quad is here, so again, they're going to lose the tower. They get the kill, they lose out on the objective. That has kind of been...
Shopify can do anything about it. I mean, at the same time, yeah, Bwipo's just going to grab the tier 1. So that's just tier 1s melting everywhere. All 3 of them down now for Shopify.
Will be given up for sure, as Masu's just going to push out mid, and you're going to see Quad likely go down towards bot and get that moving in the right direction here. And then it's going to try to put themselves in the best possible spot to take that Otacon, but I think we're going to be a game that just comes down to a fight around it. And if FlyQuest gets it, I think it's going to be a bridge too far.
Ooh, nicely done there from Fudge, trying to lock Bwipo up underneath the tier 2 turret, but it doesn't work because Bwipo's able to make some distance, get himself away to safety. Masu jumped on by Zeyzal, but Masu also flashing out with a Pop Blossom, defensively used by Busio to protect the exit of FlyQuest. It was a little dicey, but critically they stay alive. Shopify, oh, that's got to be upsetting, man. You know they wanted to full send, be able to grab something there.
Shopify are on their way, but Fudge has got a TP now, you'd have to think.
All right, Shopify, if you're going to do something,
OTPs.
It's time to start doing. Yeah, TP's coming in down here to the bottom lane. Both going to arrive around the same time. Bwipo arrives first, but now he's all isolated. Bwipo's got to make a little bit more distance for himself. Deadly Flourish trying to cover his escape. Maokai ulti flies through. Inspired hit with the root. Buffers through it with the Arctic Assault. Nicely done. But it's Shopify with control over the Otacon that has not reset. 5,000 HP on the objective, but Shopify's got to be careful. Bwipo again going to be the target. Knockback by the Intofo strikes. Bwipo finally falls. Palafox takes the kill, but Contracts has to try to escape now. The Glacial Prison won't find him. He tries to re-engage, instead gets caught. Busio with the slam onto 2. A double kill back over to Quad. Bwipo the only one dead on FlyQuest, and they've turned it right around. Shopify have nothing left to say with a triple kill over to Quad, and another team fight for FlyQuest.
It's a massive win there for FlyQuest. They're going to be able to get Otacon off the back of this again. It was a kill on the Bwipo, but they commit so much onto him, and the whole time, Quad is hitting, Masu is hitting, and B-Boy was still low from that early chunk that Bwipo got further back. You can see Busio on the side is threatening to try to keep these carries away. Palafox can't really fully commit in. B-Boy can't really fully commit in because of the threat of the Nico. And so yes, even though Masu does go down, Quad was always untouched. It just makes it so smooth to snowball a game to victory because there's not this kind of like dead space.
In the good way, he withdraws 200 gold over to Shopify, but it's just an easy opportunity, again, for FlyQuest to force this. It's exactly what you're talking about. This is the tool in their toolbox that allows them to keep the momentum of this game shoved down Shopify's throat.
Exactly. I mean, it looks like a silly death until you realize he just respawns instantly in the base, and they got 2 towers, including a Nexus tower off it. And Quad, he's going to die too, sure, but again, now look at top, look at mid, right? This is the problem, is that you're just forcing your opponents to spend more than they can afford to spend to try to defend these plays. Now Inspired is just going to go in for B-Boy. He'll kill him or he won't. It doesn't really matter either way because top lane is dying too. He just goes in, forces it, he even gets the kill as Bwipo comes back. They're going to be able to get this kill on Inspired, maybe, but top lane tower is almost dead. Mid lane tower is gone. Bot lane inhibitor is dying now to Bwipo. And this is the problem with this Otacon. It's so tough to are aware that he is around.
You should not try to jump this dude when he has friends and you're by yourself.
Don't kill the jungle dog.
Oh, no. Oh, there's 1.
Let the wolf go.
There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Oh, now the cannon's just going to hit him. 1 more hit. Oh, they're just going to give it to Inspired. There it is. Inspired will pick up that one. Contracts had no way out. Oh, now Palafox is going to be in some serious trouble here too, potentially. Luckily has help nearby to guarantee his safety. FlyQuest ready to reinforce their own line. Busio hanging out on the flank here. He knows that his Nico, he doesn't really do anything to the Baron. It's all about having the flank in case Shopify tries to approach. Busio also on top of a control ward. He knows he is
of being able to contest, so I think you just kind of have to button up, go back to the base, hope you can find some sort of a way to defend, to delay. Zeyzal, though, getting caught out, he is in trouble. He's going to be flashing away, but he is flashing to the wrong side of the map. And Masu now.
Yeah, Contracts. Oh, no, dude, he's got to be gone. Quad unstoppable here. Just working together once again with his team, setting him up to knock him down. Now the mid lane inhibitor. That thing is trashed as the top lane tier 3 turret will fall right after. The inhibitor's going to go the same way. 30 seconds still on Contracts. It's 5v4 in the enemy base for FlyQuest, and they're looking to end this one only slightly slower than they ended the first game. Zeyzal shoots off that Maokai ulti, but now he's got to be careful. He's dealing with Bwipo. It's a 3v1 favoring Shopify, but a nice counterattack from Busio locks up all 3. Quad goes in for the shuffle, finds 2. But FlyQuest have overcommitted a little bit here. They've already lost Quad and Bwipo, both solo laners down, as Masu is trying to fight and kite Palafox. Fudge and B-Boy defending the Nexus for the time being. Masu! It's him! It's always been him! He outplays him again and he makes it happen. Finally gets shut down by Fudge. Shopify holds on. They will have another chance. There you go, dude, sure. Easy take there for Inspired.
Kind jungler, you know?
Yeah, just a kind boy.
But, you know, as you say, the inhibitors are down except for bot lane, so the supers are going to be coming in, and they're still down 10K with no Nexus towers. It's going to be an incredibly hard defense.
Oh, nice shot coming out from Bwipo. They kill Palafox, and with his death goes all hopes for Shopify Rebellion holding this game any longer. Bwipo finds a double kill on the other remaining carry, and he's going to be able to vamp his way straight to the enemy Nexus. It's a 2-0 for FlyQuest, and it didn't look even remotely difficult. The champs are back.
Bwipo, the Ambessa, gets a kill there on the steps of the base. FlyQuest, as you said, picking up right where they left off. They're the champs for a reason, and they look so dominant today, kicking off the LTA with a 2-0.
FlyQuest coming out swinging. Bwipo with the wide walkover for the post-game fist bumps.
I mean, not even 60 minutes of total gameplay for the series, so they have got to be feeling really good about how this one started off. FlyQuest, they took a break. They didn't boot camp. You know, they took some time to reset, but they have clearly adapted to the new season, to the new system very quick.
Nice opening look here for FlyQuest. Time to join Jack on stage for an interview.
Thanks, Flowers. I'm here with Bwipo. 2-0.
Pretty good.
How's that aligned with your expectations?
Completely within expectations, I'd say.
How was the offseason for you, and how have you been?
Honestly, really good. I feel like I turned 26, so December 24, I turned 26. I feel like the first 25 years of my life, you know, pretty good road. I want to kind of work on what I've built. And that's kind of the goal. So for me, you know, I talked about my mental health last year and all this stuff. I feel like this world's run, especially on an NA team, the people I worked with, the fact that I get the opportunity to work with them again, is really going to be an opportunity for me to solidify what I've built in those first 6 years of my career and kind of make it the standard.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people might not know how unique it is to keep exactly the same roster, even pretty much the same coaches year over year. What kind of opportunity does that allow you into this new 2025?
So for me personally, the biggest opportunity is like keep building on the trust you've already built. For example, like we came back into practice, and the very first thing I'm working with Quad is like, hey, I know that you might feel like you have to hover because I'm going to feed. Trust me, if I'm feeding, it's because I know it's okay to feed. So I need you to trust me, do your own thing, commit to your play. I'm always going to keep you in mind. I trust that you're making the best play at that moment. I want you to trust that I'm going to make what I think is the best play. And if it's not, you can yell at me later. It's fine.
That's amazing. I also saw you took some time in between games to type some things on your phone
Absolutely.
And send them out to the world. Do you want to say what you said and kind of why you did it?
So for me, I mean, we got to draft Urgot, Ivor, and Casio. If anyone watched our Worlds run, that was kind of what we used to beat Asian teams. You know, some of the best teams in the world. Maybe you'd want to not let us play that kind of composition into 3 melee characters. It's a thought. Obviously, I don't know what's going on with them, but really the number one thing I want to bring kind of to the audience is more like 7 out of 8 teams didn't want to scrim us. We are the team to beat. So we went to Worlds, we got quarters, we played a very intense best of 5 against one of the best teams in the world. We want to show the rest of the league and our fans kind of what makes us winners. And the fact that they are not willing and they're hiding things and then come to stage with this shit. Are you even watching us? Like, are you even like scouting us? What are you guys doing? You were off for 4 months vacation and then this is what you bring? To me, I want to level up the level of the region as a whole, and I think that revealing what we do will make everyone else better, and therefore we will level up the whole region and have better performances, not just looking at FlyQuest, but looking at TL, looking at C9. Every single team will play better, and I think that's important to keep longevity, especially now that we're merging with the South as well. They will also learn, and I just want to make NA a powerhouse, you know?
Yeah. And just specifically, you're speaking about streaming your scrims, not just scrimming the team. So streaming the scrims, that would be extremely entertaining. There is a very popular team doing that right now.
It's their idea. We stole it. Don't misunderstand. We took the idea from them. I just personally feel like it's a great way to engage the fans, engage everyone, and just in general, do better. Because I think that for me, this is the number one thing. I mentioned I turned 26. I want to do better in every single way of my life. And I don't want to be afraid of people outperforming me because they know what I'm up to. I have 6 years of my career. You can VOD review every single secret that I've ever had. You can see in my gameplay out of all those years, especially at the World Championship. I've never left anything, you know, behind. I've always put everything on the game on the Rift. So I'm not afraid to show you what my day-to-day looks like and kind of elevate the rest of the teams, because I feel like there's too many teams that are clearly not using every hour of the day as well as they should be.
Love to hear it. Would love to see you guys scrim against other teams on stream. Congratulations, you played great today. Hope to see more of you later in the year. That's it here with Whippo. We're going to head to break. Great stuff.
One of those big AoEs. Another counter-engaged champion that you may be familiar with.
I still
as a cosplayer.
I don't make anything from the RP sales for this. No, nothing for the skin sales.
That's crazy.
Now, can Loki make anything happen here? Between Worlds is available, but Licorice and Saint just walk away.
Okay, so it is just going to be Blabber's flash. It does delay him on the dragon, but no flash for the Wukong does actually diminish your threat of your level 6 power. So we'll see. Really make it worth it. He definitely is.
Yeah. Ooh, but now we have the first Paranoia used. No flash available on Blabber, remember, and now the bullet time over the top, but he's just going to Cyclone in, go for the engage. Oh, interruption from Vulcan onto Lions, who's now in trouble, has to flash away, but here comes Loki between worlds. ODILAN low, flash forward from Sven for first blood. C9 with the
split those.
But we're denying the grubs from Lion as well, so they're not going to be able to push these turrets faster. Maybe Lion can get some vision set up at the Dragon. Mid lane, this could be the first time that we see Lion go for the full combo, where Orianna is there with ODILAN. Paranoia is available. Everything's available. Do they want to pull the trigger? It's already gone. Blabber just secures the Herald as now teleports are coming in. We're looking at Vulcan, but Thanatos can try and frontline engage from Lions, but Loki between worlds. They get onto the back line. Blabber and Thanatos just running loose on Lion. And they will crush the team fight, get the objective. Licorice in full retreat now as well. Looks like he might be able to get away from that one, but that is disaster for Lion, and Cloud9 feeling great about that play.
Yeah, Cloud9 been controlling the setups for the last like 10 minutes here. Grubs into Dragon, into mid lane tower, really threatening side lane individuals of Aurora and Renekton, and then they did such a good job here, team fight, than just giving up a Herald, you know.
Oh, but they're going for round 2 right now, and this time they almost find it between worlds to dodge out the damage, and Loki just outplays ODILAN with the
on the long cooldown.
Saint still has a turret for now, but it's about to go down.
Objectives.
Yeah, just like you were saying, that is the focus for
we already have a nice gold lead. We already have objectives lead. So now with the extra security of all that vision, land one of these because Lion are coming for it.
This is the big engage. Lion are set up. We've talked about how much their comp can work, but what if they get engaged on instead? C9 say, we're tired of you pulling the go button. We're going to do it ourselves. Low health bars, but they are chasing away Lion, who are split apart right now, but Licorice does get one kill. That's a big shutdown. Loki in trouble. Lion are actually winning half of the fight. C9 push away Lions. Maybe they can take him down, but that is a Dragon Soul denial for Lion.
And best of scaling, baby. Licorice got to 2 items there. He was able to
here. ODILAN does have Paranoia again, so we could just go for round 2. Look at Licorice on the side here. He's getting engaged on, but the lights go dark, so no one from C9 knows what's happening. The shockwave onto 3! That's what they've been looking for all game. Lions over the top, but C9 have absorbed it yet again. Nobody falls from Cloud9, and they will turn the fight yet again. C9 about to wipe the fight, get the Dragon Soul. And they just can do no wrong. Perfect execution means nothing. Loki picks up the ace.
Loki jumping between worlds for the triple kill on the Aurora. It looks good for Cloud9 in 2025. That is a Dragon Soul. That Dragon Soul is going to parlay into a Baron as well.
That looked like the best engage so far from Lion, but it just was not enough. Call it the gold lead, call it the positioning, whatever you call it. It's C9 that's about to be wearing purple right now. And that's 2 objectives back to back. They didn't even go for the Atacon. They're like, no, there's bigger fish to fry on this ring.
Lion, again, so much of this game, Kangas, has been about setup and approaching the fights here. This time, again, a little bit split for the side of Lion, and Cloud9's focus really comes through.
And again, just the comfortability that each of these players is demonstrating alongside each other. Very impressive for a team this early in the season. Now they're looking for a dive under the turret on the Licorice. He can't even move, man. Lions tries to turn it back, but he might just go down too. The concussive blow lands from the Winter's Bite. Loki slowing him down as well. He gets back to the turret, but the tier 2 turret will fall.
When was the last time you saw Mbessa get 0 dashes?
That's a good point.
That's the only time. Mbessa 0 dashes, just gets CC'd from 100 to 0. Licorice down, and the base is wide open.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5 versus 4 for a little bit here. Plus the Baron buff means that C9 can just continue the siege. 2 cannon minions in the top lane. They're going to take the middle turret as well. And LYON, I don't think they can stop either of these. They just don't have the wave clear or the damage to kill these Baron-empowered minions. So C9 are cracking the base. Open inhibitors. Oh, Paranoia now. They're catching somebody off of sorts. It's Sven right now who does go down. Shutdown picked up by Odiland. That is crucial for LYON if they want to keep their
players, and everyone really getting to know each other well. And it looks like they've got a very good handle on how they want to play the game. Pretty methodical here opening.
Yep.
We'll see how they handle 200 now instead of the 100, but
that's the thing. You don't have to just rush in and int your lives away for a turret. When you're this far ahead, they can just use this to win the team fight. And they don't even have to go down themselves. Blabber the focus right now, but he's just soloing Odiland over the wall between worlds. He's trapped in the whirlwind. Cyclone goes down. Nobody's falling from C9. The same cannot be said for LYON. Double kill picked up for Blabber, your NA jungle goat, as LYON in their debut game will not pick up the dub. C9 showing the strength of their boot camp, the strength of this roster. Working like a well-oiled machine right now as they'll knock down these Nexus turrets.
all right, there's one left. Everybody get him! Licorice!
The ace comes through for Loki. 7-1-9. Welcome to the LTA to C9's new mid laner with a roar. They will stamp a victory on game number 1.
Meanwhile, Blabber pumping up those CS numbers. He had nothing else to do because he couldn't get into the picture for the Nexus explosion, so Wukong
Let's go for the stats.
got the Otacon teleport back to base, so
Yeah.
go grab a couple more jungles of the previous show match in.
But the Gnar counter, the range advantage, I saw the J span and I was like, okay, I like the Poppy now, but Gnar is still available, so Thanatos, a big objective win. As right now we're fighting for an objective. It's the Grub focus. Licorice in trouble though. Thanatos actually has the level lead, chase him down under turret, stunned into the wall! Licorice with the outplay, first blood!
That's your Poppy main right there!
Oh, Blabber wants to trade it. Loki though with the Fate Sealed over the top. Odie in trouble, but he gets knocked away. Blabber's not there. It's just Loki in a 1v2. Has a backup of the support. Vulcan comes in, but here's Saint. Here Lions. C9 way over eager. Blabber now coming back into the mix though. They can actually turn this still. LYON are not quite sure how they want to approach it, and they're going to sacrifice the Lions, the support. C9 will get one on the way out.
This game Lions does get chased down, and the flashes are burned there as well. In the end, Cloud9 still get back and get the extra grub here. I believe Blabber will play. But we do have some members poking around, and you are looking at, namely, the Vi plus Ahri post-level 6 combo.
We're looking at a flashless Henna right now, who cleanses very late, and it gives Blabber time to get in range. Henna goes down. Vulcan with the kill credit.
Dive bottom, even though topside is trading heavily. LYON are in here pretty deep.
Vulcan's all alone right now. They actually see him. No flash from the earlier play. Has the Solar Flare available, and the team behind him. Solar Flare lands. He might go down, but he'll at least take 2 with him. C9 getting the kill.
Definitely going to see what they can do to reverse their fates, though. Licorice heads down to try and help with the vision fight.
They just don't have the damage to really threaten Blabber right now. Now Henna's coming back over, but it's lethality Varus. So there's the ultimate onto Vulcan, knocking the lead.
Saint just immediately teleports down to the bottom side, trying to get more money on Ahri. Does have the Malignance for himself, so maybe he wants to make a play before Loki gets Blade of the Rune King or something. But because Loki and Cloud9 have that teleport advantage now.
Man, that rush when you just one-shot it. Ooh, maybe a pick here onto Saint. Has the Spear Rush available. Charm lands. Vulcan now has the team behind him. Chain of Corruption used. We're going for the pick, and we find it. C9 were not able to turn that one.
LYON with the pick here. Their comp is all about picks, so you have to make that happen. This is exactly the scenario they're looking for. They get Vulcan here away from the rest of his team. So they have plenty of time to actually finish the kill before the rest of the Cloud9 response arrives in the river.
Oh, and we're
now
going
they
for
can
even more under the mid turret. Shutdown on the Sven. Get a shutdown. You take away Raptors. Loki is getting first turret for this, and when we're racing for that feat of strength.
Not only did Cloud9 get the bottom tower to take away that defense, take the dragon, but left a bunch of deep wards.
So as the Herald is spawning, we're going for a deep teleport play right now and engaging yet again on the Vulcan. It's the Leona as the focus. Ven's getting massive damage. Here comes Loki as C9 might be able to turn it, but Lion do pick up one. Shutdown on the Blabber. Vulcan's down two, and Loki could not get enough done. It's only Licorice that goes out, but maybe Thanatos can. Sven's untouched, still in the fight. Thanatos is able to gnar into the wall. Lions has a flash to safety, but Saint is still up there. Flash from Henna for the shutdown. Thanatos falls.
All the way up. Probably won't be here in time, so should be over to Lion.
And now Blabber's looking for his own play here onto Henna, and Vulcan gets onto him as well. Henna has the support to back him up. Now can the rest of Lion get out? The AD carry has been saved. Operation Get Down, Mr. President, is a success. But can C9 cake the support? Oh, Lion!
Here, this thing goes down pretty quickly, but look, they do want to try and maybe make a long play after Vi ult. Thanatos just went mini Gnar, so it's going to need a little time to charge up the Gnar rage bar.
Ooh, we actually just throw the Poppy ult out, and we're going to lock Loki down. Fate sealed to get to safety.
That charm under tower, locking Loki up and allowing Licorice to get in there for the chunk. They don't actually get downtown. He hits those, the three-pointer, and it's going to be the objective afterwards as well.
Yeah, there we go. C9 picking up
there like that. That's what it was made for. That was what it was built for.
Saint gonna be wiring home here in a second. Has to pop the ultimate and the stasis. He's able to dodge out a lot of damage right now. Charm and Henna turns the play. Saint just baited Loki into his death in the pit. As Otacon could be the focus now.
That was so close. Saint, insane reactions right there. Barely gets his stasis off. Barely able to avoid it. Licorice getting chunked down, though.
Taking a lot of damage right now as Thanatos is stacking up that Gnar rage bar. He flashes in. One more on him, and Licorice, he's burning down. He's still alive. Charm goes wide from Saint. Trying to turn the place. He's teleported back into the bottom lane.
Really hard for Lion to try and rotate over to deal with this minion wave. And with Ziggs, that thing is gone.
From the river. As Loki's over the wall, but he's spotted. The charm lands, but actually makes him walk away from Saint right there because of the pathing on the wall. So just a little chunk as Lion's also taking damage. The poke from Sven, now the engage from C9. Licorice almost pop, and now the turn play here. Locking it down Thanatos, but Odiland, that was a one-way journey. Loki slays him down. As Lion losing their jungler will have to back away.
I got to give props to Thanatos on the frontline tools. Look at him on the mini Gnar on top side. Like, he's able to perfectly space the...
That's the nice thing about the buff as well, is that it just kind of forces the opponent to wonder what you're going to do. Lion locked down right now. The support is taken off the rift. Sven on a killing spree right now, as they're also looking at Henna. Flashes away from the Fate Sealed. Loses the spell shield. Thanatos, meanwhile, in the bottom lane in a 1v2 situation. That is something for Lion, but that is the GA. And Thanatos is going to spawn right back onto the rift. He has the teleport available. Oh, he's just getting chunked out by Sven, though. Great look for Sven to realize, I don't need a DPS Baron. Just keep away the Keeper's Verdict. Because Licorice knocking away your jungler, and then the Vi getting the pit's really the only way that Lion get out of this one. Now Licorice. Unfortunately, the rest of the team was not around.
Bide your time. Wait for Loki to get his wave up to the tower and collect.
Ooh, but it looks like Lion are going for a desperation play right now. They're finding Sven, and they lock him down. Burst it down and shut down. Saint with the gold as he picks up a double kill. Another onto Vulcan. These waves maybe look for an outer turret top side and then reset to spend the gold.
Yeah, another objective. Okay. Every little bit of gold that Vulcan had for somebody else, so they're going to have a couple of outs.
And they're also just sieging right now. I mean, Lion, yeah, they got that one big pick. They get the turret topside, but they're losing the turret mid. And now they're just going for another play onto Sven deep under the turret. Chain of Corruption goes out, but Sven is A-OK. Lions start to fall apart at the seams. C9 give a double kill to Loki. And now 5 members pushing mid with the Baron-empowered waves. Lion are reeling as they're going to want that play back. Maybe they can hold at the Nexus turrets.
Yep, teleport comes in here. Loki's going to come to help finish the job, too.
Henna's in trouble. He's getting pushed back. He cannot get a recall off. Blabber doesn't need to go for a kill. He just needs to delay. Heartsteel procs as C9 push in mid-wave. It's only going to be Licorice there. Blabber is taking a lot of damage here, so Henna will eventually kill him, but it's Lethality Varus. That is Cleanse used. If we kill Blabber and get the reset off, maybe it's worth it. One last Q, we don't even get it! Blabber's out of there, but the game is just over. C9 say welcome to the LTA North, and they will take a 2-0.
Line with a lot more proactive plays, trying to pull off some picks. And they did make it exciting there for a while, but Cloud9's objective focus does reign supreme.
Props to them for the effort. It was a great look in that game number 2 from LYON. They have not had a lot of opportunities to practice together, so props to them for showing up and pushing Cloud9 in that second game. But C9 were the better team today. They earned that 2-0, and they are looking like a pretty well-oiled machine, all things considered. It's day 1 of a brand new year, brand new season, but same old Cloud9 victory.
All right, so Cloud9 will move on, stay in the upper brackets, and LYON and Shopify move on down.
And now we're joining Emily and Blabber on stage for an interview.
Hello, I'm here with the victorious Blabber. First of all, just congratulations, welcome back.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be back.
Last year you told me that you were fine just playing Sejuani every game. Obviously, in Fearless, you can't do that, even though we did see an awesome Sej performance from you just now. So how has Fearless Draft been treating you as a player and then also as a C9 unit?
I would say Fearless hasn't really affected us too much. I mean, we haven't really played as a team without Fearless, so I wouldn't really know, since I do think we are kind of a new team with new carries. But for me, I'm just kind of just playing the same champs, like Wukong, Sej, like just change it up a little bit, but it's like similar stuff.
Is there any champ, I mean, you probably can't say this, is there any champ you think you'd love to pull out at some point that's like completely off the wall? That would just be super fun to play.
No, I can't reveal any pocket picks, but I always like playing Taliyah jungle, so it's fun when that's meta.
Nice. And then obviously the roster change again going into this year. I do want to talk about Loki a little bit and how he has been integrating onto the roster. What has it been like practicing with him? I know you guys had a really, really strong boot camp session in Korea.
Honestly, I think Loki's like, he's really good. Like, I know he had a 7K damage YON game last game, but I'm really happy to play with him. He's super receptive to feedback and one of the best team fighters I've played with, so I'm just glad to have him on the team.
And then looking at, obviously last year did not go the way you wanted to. What is different about this C9 team? How are you guys gonna like course correct for this year?
I think it's too early to say like will be the biggest difference for us, but for me, I'm just trying to work hard on myself, trying to help improve my team, and hopefully we can win a split this year.
All right, well, thank you so much, Blabber, for taking the time. It's always great to catch up with you. Congratulations. And we will send it back to the analyst lounge.
She was close. Close. She was real close.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, she was about to slip up, I promise she was.
Yeah, it's the LTA lounge, but it's full of analysts.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Just chock full.
Sometimes we had Kangas, you know.
True, that is true. He can flex.
He can.
Either way, that actually concludes the first day of the LTA North.
Yep.
FlyQuest and Cloud9, both 2-0.
That was a close game, though.
It was a close game.
Yeah. So, like, it gave me hope, but we're just getting voracious Otacon every game.
Every game. I thought we were going to get the more boring Otacon, and for some reason that made me excited. But
just the fact that it was
the
some
voracious
variety.
Otacon is exciting. Either way, we have player of the series. So for those of you who missed the first series, it was FlyQuest that took the 2-0. The players of the series are Quad and Thanatos. Couple of solo laners there. Quad really popped off on that second Azir game.
Both of them look like they were looking at a mirror, you know? just making sure they look good in the day morning. But yes, Quad really did. He had an incredible series for himself. The Azir game comes to mind immediately. And I think the comps made it so much easier. The Cassiopeia game was crazy, actually, because he had that one flank on topside in the topside fight that I think saved Whippo a little bit and saved the team. And he is such a good Cassiopeia that when I saw that Cassio was apparently pretty broken in solo queue, but you said the hotfix made it a little bit iffy.
A little bit less fast, but still strong.
But still strong. I was like, okay, well, guess who's Mr. Cassiopeia? But yeah, you get to see the teams themselves coming out there and meeting the fans. I love this aspect of the split right now.
I believe this is going to be new for this year. So pretty much right after the game, fans are going to be able to interact with each team. Cloud9, this has got to be pretty nice for Loki winning his first game, 2-0. It was a little shaky in game 2, but still came away with the win, so he gets to say hi to some of the longtime C9 fans. And it's interesting the way this bracket's going to play out now, Raz, because technically Cloud9 was from the Pool 2.
That is
because
true.
of their lower finish.
That is true.
But
That's
they
a
move
fact.
on. Yeah, they move on now to the next round where they'll play FlyQuest. If they lose that, they jump over to the left side and what you see as B3, which will be on Feb 9th. But the big...
What an upset, by the way.
The big thing here is
a Pool 2
Shopify and
team
Lion.
beating a Pool 1 team.
Oh,
That's a crazy upset.
Come on, Raz.
That's a crazy. Go ahead, continue.
Shopify versus Lion, you lose that game, and you're going to have about 5 weeks off.
A very long
after
break.
only playing 2 matches on stage. So it'll be a very strange start to the season. For what it's worth, though, both of those teams were playing with either a sub support or a remote support, so they were both coming in with some disadvantages.
True. I think fans in general pretty much understood it, right?
Yeah.
The fact that we had literally a cardboard cutout of Lions today. And also, Seos is, hello if you're still co-streaming, is co-streaming it while he's getting his visa sorted.
Yeah.
So, like, both teams and communities understand